one of the during kickoff, they tried out 5 out of 7 maps. So whatever they wanted to try, they have already tried it.
Well, I can't wait to see it. We've shown you a quick interview with Enzo, so it's only fair that we throw this off to your casters, Mitchman and Tombiz.
Thank you so much, Yinsu, Kakuka, and Bone Cold. Wow, Tom, I'm excited to kick this one off. Liquid back on the stage twice in 1 week.
Hopefully YouTube is back.
A traitor beside me. Tom, what's happening here?
What do you mean traitor? I was never biased towards any team, but I have to kind of like balance out what I'm seeing on the other side right now, which is the #1 fan of the Enzo fan club, which is funny really because his girlfriend's in the audience and you still take the biscuit.
Be honest with you, Tom, I'm just a fan of good Valorant. If that makes me a fan of Enzo, well, you know what that means.
They did do really well in Madrid.
Well,
damn, dude, what the hell?
Foot on the other side, a very strong squad. This is a squad that we've seen challenge for the top of the top within Valorant.
Savage,
Liquid haven't been able to reach just yet. Will they be able to kick their season off with a solid start against a team that's already 1-0? Team Liquid, 2 games in 1 week. It's also a bit of a challenge, something that most teams will have to grasp and deal with later on. Liquid defensive side with Foot on the attack, and the barriers have already gone up. They went for a little bit of an attack inside B main, but Enzo's being forced back, and that's going to be his flash.
Yeah, we're back fully. Didn't miss too much, right? Liquid on defense, Foot on attack. Hopefully the new team's working.
Those double games for Liquid.
Good.
Well, we've seen them of their last 4 matches play Koi 3 times, so it's not a massive learning curve for how they've been playing so far. I feel like Koi is definitely down the bottom of most people's list. Cracks, though, looking to try and lead that charge. Counter utility being expended in an attempt to slow him down. It hasn't worked out, but that initial fight doesn't go his way.
Well, that was all a ruse.
Wait, Omen Flash was really good. Yeah, Omen Flash was great in terms of pushing them back.
And now the players up in heaven have to hold it all. Nats has support, though. Kiko's come through, but he's not needed. Every shot.
Bro, he's keeping up his form from yesterday. Well, I say yesterday, the other day. Very strong.
Team Liquid, take the pistol.
Yeah, good start. I think it's going to be important, as it was mentioned.
Game sound too low.
They've definitely good over on that attacking side, and I think someone who started to really come to life or get back into the swing
this should be a lot better.
Had a couple of really solid games going through over the last few weeks. Nonetheless, pissed around under their belt. And it's definitely interesting when watching Foot, because you have to bear in mind, like, considering the map pool that we have coming up a little bit later on, their Icebox comp was
okay, we got a Marshall to do some farming, but
like,
everyone pretty much just buys
on Icebox, which
buys
is not
on this one to
many
just make
do
sure they
for
can't get
a
eco'd.
multitude of reasons. They haven't really changed anything coming into this one. Still running that chamber, which is interesting because I feel like if you're running a chamber, you can definitely run a jet, and if you've got CNED,
solo now, yeah, solo for this test.
We heard it from the desk earlier on, but I guess if he's going to be on anyone else, let's see the chamber.
This is still nice from Foot though, right? They know that majority of the time they're holding over toward. Yeah, this is a really nice round from Foot. Right, they hold over towards mid heavy with the Viper. Taking A control means that the Viper has to focus on here, which gives Omen a run through as well. The only thing I would criticize Liquid for is they gave him too much space in A heaven.
A little bit of an oversight. Having lost the control, no safe plant means now
Big
there's
Joe.
delayed, and these Liquid players can find an easier time to break back through, but a stinger in the hands of Yedije, he's very low, but it might not matter. All they need to do is win a couple more individual fights. The numbers by their side, but not anymore. Kiko pulls it back to a 2v2. Spike still not planted.
What a weird round.
The flank underway from Ada Captain's caught Yumpy with a classic. This is a messy round, but Foot are thriving in this chaos. The drop down from Kiko isolates one, and now he's got the second in towards main, tucked in the corner, has to try to reposition, and somehow
holy hell, yeah, I mean, they still did a nice round, but Liquid maybe needed to fight like heaven way more, like they really did.
I want to delete this round from my brain.
Yeah, they gave him too much space.
Don't get me wrong, some decent trading points, but it just seemed like, yeah, I thought that he'd lost it at this point, because you're a classic going up against a rifle, and I don't know, Ada Captain up to Ada Captain things, but that is just a horrific start to the game for Liquid. Get yourself the pistol under your belt.
Bro's just laughing about it. Yeah, it's a nightmare start. The only good news is that they only get like one upgrade, I guess, in terms of it. All classics. It's very similar to the Sentinel's trap play at Heaven.
running
Yeah, I
this
think it
game.
actually literally is like,
Are in a 3 versus
copied
4.
from that,
Two
to be
weapons
honest.
retrieved for Liquid. Nats has ult, so even the rotation towards the B side could
all
be that
playing
little
on
bit
their
easier.
own as well. Like all of them are playing on their own. Every single player is taking a fight on their own. Captain gets away with it, but everything the Foot is doing is so unbelievable.
This guy's running with heal out.
We're actually going to see 2 players gather up and play
They're
together.
doing good though in the
for the first
recovery.
time
Like
this round.
they're making them guess in
That was
terms
a
of where it
flash
is. They
used
took
up
a
by
lot of
Enzo
map
that
control and then
forced
they
them
have to
back,
clear this,
made
then
them
this,
play as a
then
team.
here. Like they're making them
Captain
clear a
couldn't take
lot
that
of
fight
util
alone.
and they're just playing
Now,
down
Team
the
Liquid
time
look
for the
set
Viper to win
their
this.
sights on the site. Move in towards the spike. Smoke still online, one used just now, but that angle, it works perhaps to Mr. Fallen's favor. It's all down to timing, and wallbangs apparently is out of Captain picks another, and those rifles now look a little more valuable saved through.
Right.
Enzo's running for the hills while Nats chases them down.
It was a good
grab an extra
recovery in the
kill.
end. I like the little
Go down to
trap
the
play
spike.
from
Either
Liquid.
way, same result, he'll have money for the next. 2-1 in favor of Foot. And while a head
Yeah, Foot played
scratcher
that
of a
really
start,
well in the
this isn't normal
3v5
Valor, and
in
that's
terms
for
of the
sure.
amount of
I think
space
we'll-
that they like tried to
we'll level
deny
out
from
pretty
them.
soon.
Yeah, it's not been the most enjoyable either. I mean, even still, this round easily could have gone back in the other direction. The fact that Liquid managed to kill off 3 players is not too bad. Still, the finances are going to be fine for the side of Foot. And while most of the kills have gone to Ana Captain, so he will have himself from the shadows. Mystic has proven that ult can be valuable on this map, but for the most part, not really. Unless he's just going to TP back into the B side, which...
This guy went
It's
so
probably the
early
most common
B
play
that
you
they
have
know
with
that
that
this camera's
Yeah,
there.
just a little bit of recon to reveal up that corner. Make your crosshairs focused on the right as your team breaks
Yeah,
out.
so
for Foot.
camera gets
That might
checked,
come
they
into
break the
play,
camera,
but for now, they're
or
in a
potentially a
default.
satchel
Those
to break
maps
the
are gonna be
camera.
very
No,
close, and then a little
okay.
closer. Nice shot by CNED. And Yumpy's utility now out of the round. This is big for blocking and denying a lot of the
Yeah, Yumpy
control.
plays
Now
like
Foot
this
can feel
area
much
too
more
much when it should be
free
like
to take that space.
two. But either way, it was a
Or
nice
Team Liquid will
shot.
have to fill in with 3 players
Kind of
to
twice
cover it.
in 2
Yeah,
games that
it
I've
does
seen him
look
get
like
wrecked,
they're
but
expecting
this one wasn't as bad as the other
push
one.
to continue in this
Instant
direction.
reaction from Liquid after losing 1
They've got
with
their
the info
paranoia
trip
ready.
over
They're just
towards
waiting
B
for
is
some
to
contact,
group
but
and
that
clear
contact
middle.
is not coming. The rest of Foot have quickly rotated back in the other direction, and that realization is slowly going to be there for Team Liquid as they now look to back. Well, I say back, go forward, but Enzo's won the
Okay.
fight. That's going to be Ana Captain down.
What
Will
is the
at least
plan
leave
for
them
this?
in a
Do they
4v4
realize that they have a
scenario
lot
as
of control?
the
They don't have
site
heaven
will be
control, so
taken
they probably
completely
go
by
for a
Foot. There's
safe
nothing
plan,
that
and
can be
then
done.
no one's holding map
Well,
control,
Zenith's
so they
fine
kind of
if
need
it's
to push
trapped down.
spawn.
It's going to go into
Kinda
Captain
gotta
when he
push
rotates, and
spawn.
He just holds onto it for the majority of the round.
There we
Close
go.
plant trap.
Okay, they're fine.
Yeah, we saw Mystic very cautious about Heaven. They knew they'd given up the control, but Foot walked all the way to site. They took control
Omen
there.
flash
There's
to
no
retake
close plant
spawn.
set up in Heaven. Instead, it screens. Foot don't want to let them near the spike by this route. Instead, they'll fight, but the paranoia pushes them back. Puts Yedijay in an awkward spot, but the paranoia faded. Enzo on the trade, 3v3, but time ticking away, and it's position.
Damn, damn.
How has he gotten away?
How
with
is
three?
how?
Foot
How?
off to a
How?
flying
I'm
start
surprised
now,
he got 2, let alone 3.
Yeah, he is someone that just seems to have the ability to miss the easy kill and then hit the most insane ones. That's
That was
the-
nice from
the
Foot though, in terms of realizing they had no
cracks.
map control, have to take over towards spawn, otherwise this was a done round.
Looking
Right,
forward
you
to
would get a
seeing
flash that would
back
hit
on the
this
stage
guy,
again.
people down
Definitely had
towards
some
lane.
underwhelming performances. Obviously, a lot of what we saw from him last year was KO.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single map.
It's
so
weird for me to not see him on a KO even now.
it does seem like he's fleshing out his map pool a little bit more.
And money is really low. Foot kept a good amount of people alive for that one, so
Also,
money
we're
is
gonna see this
it's
push
not great.
coming through from Liquid. They are wanting to try and remove middle control from their opposition, trying to push their opponents back. Mr. Fallen is waiting. There's a lot of players on the other
All
side.
pass
though.
and put.
He does have the support.
God, that timing, terrible.
I mean, they
though.
hear them.
You know, Liquid have been
They
big
hear
fans
that,
of
right?
these mid crunches. We saw it in the last series on Split as well. I think it might have even been a pistol round crunch off the back of the
But
paranoia.
the problem with this
They
is this
attempted
has
it
created a lot of
in
pressure
round
that
4.
even this
This
question mark
time,
is kind of a
much more
thing.
aggressive
Flash
face
goes over
to
towards B
begin the
main.
round.
Don't forget to hit anyone.
But once again, they fall back, and this space is taken freely by Foot. Little committed, a boom bot to clear a corner, a shift walk in, a ton of control. With Heaven actually given up, and that's an interesting facet to
That's
Liquid.
nice
They're
as
playing
well. This
full
guy was
retake
in
on
his
A.
Omen
They
ult,
want to
so he
fight
didn't
on
hear
A.
the Sky
Funnily
Dog,
enough,
so he
Foot
doesn't
came
know
there,
that they've
and now
cleared
they're
deep
left to
over
not
towards
quite
B.
retake it, but to retake some
So
control. The
they
fight
could have a
with Heaven on the back of the
3-person stack,
paranoia that
and
didn't connect, but
Foot
Yumpy,
can
he
potentially be
connected,
like,
and
why
the
have they got
trades are
3
good.
here?
The numbers are for Liquid.
It does mean the sign's going to fall in their control. No ultimates available.
Bold.
A very open plant for Mr. Fallen. Now the captain's been great so far, but he'd need to hit some instantaneous shots. Yedege thought about going for the same peak with
2v4.
players there.
It is a good plant for this guy.
Pretty impressive, but he does catch out Kiko. And now there's going to be doubt in the minds of the remaining Liquid players of where they're going to be coming from. The drop down, Mr. Fallen.
Damn, bro. That's a savage 2v4. How did they win the first 1v1s is my real question, I guess.
Read from Yedege.
Yeah, his instant reposition was perfect, though. Like, he gets the kill on Heaven and his instant reposition to get into the smoke to play off his teammate.
In this case was heard, he swung. Because when they throw that utility, where are they going to be looking? Towards the site. He catches only Kiko, who's running in to help his teammates fight the site. Just slices them up perfectly.
And I think that's been one of the really interesting things. Obviously, we look at these two teams and how it went at kickoff. For Liquid, they ended up being, eliminated by Koi. Definitely a low point, I think, for Liquid as an organization as a whole. For Foot, we were looking at it in a similar vein. When they got eliminated,
Person mid push here is fine.
They've lost to Heretics, they've lost to KC. Those are the two teams who sent to Masters. So I'm kind of, it's almost some rose-tinted glasses. I'm going, they weren't as bad as they seemed. But the one player who was missing a little bit was Cena.
Is Liquid's map pick? No. Foot pick split, Liquid pick Icebox, and there's a third map, which I can't remember. That's the first two.
He was a rookie coming into kickoff, and I think he may have even been their best player, in all honesty.
Is Lotus? Okay, thank you.
The fact that we're seeing that once again, that he clearly fits very well, and it's very peculiar when you see a world champion and a rookie join a team, and the one I'm questioning right now is the world champion.
Right? I mean, look, if we see someone like CNED back on a jet, I think the world will heal.
Pulls down to Eco. They're saving. I mean, they're saving.
Their ideas for pushing them off this.
Saving so much money.
A secret that he's a pretty good jet player.
Why would you not buy the Omen Flash?
But I'm expecting to see him put up numbers. We have been for a while.
Am I missing something?
In the pan here and there. Foot fully equipped on this round. Showstopper in the back pocket. CNED's got his ult, but doesn't really need to use it. And on the other side, haven't even mustered an outlaw. The credits.
And only one smoke.
Could have allowed
yeah.
it,
What?
Instead,
what am I
it's
missing
just
here?
A very low buy from this Liquid squad. Even players refusing to upgrade pistols. And Enzo losing his life.
They get 2-9 loss bonus. Do they not have enough discipline that they can't use this util? I mean, the smoke I get.
The attack reads have been fantastic. There was a bait play round 4.
Save for op money, bro. We got 5 people that can buy an op. You're gonna 5 op?
There was a trap set up on mid. Foot waited 40 seconds.
Could 5 op, but not sure that would be the call that I would make after a timeout. It's a lovely shot.
And they walked into B. The plan will be coming in the next 15 to 20, and it's going to be a tough retake for Liquid as their numbers are thinned out.
We need to study CNED's trap usage. Honestly, it's beautiful. There might be someone here. I'm going to place this here, and I'm just going to walk away. It's been like that every round, and then they just break it and carry on.
And with the kills, the map control, the orbs they've been taking, we came into this round 2 ultis. Now we've got 4, so a lot for Foot to fall back on. Not just here, because it doesn't look like
that's a nice shot.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they'll need any of those ultis. But the next round, when Liquid eventually invest their credits.
Problem is going against 4 ults. Oh yeah, next round's going to be wild.
Yeah, I think we have to also talk about the context of this matchup. Sure, it's super early in the season. But
Do you think the map rotation leaks are real? Who's leaking it? Just look at their track record.
You're looking at your KC and Heretics being off
I don't think so. I haven't actually heard the leaks.
I think expectations for Fnatic to eventually come back.
Valor Intel? Oh, they're pretty good, to be fair.
The expectation is
in the Twitter account. They're normally pretty on it.
This is going to be a sort of a steamroll, as it seems to be in these first few rounds. I think there'll be serious worries for Liquid.
Maybe that has legs.
They've already won themselves a match. It's one of the matches I think expectations were towards the bottom of the table. If
it was an April Fool's. Oh, I mean, if it was on April, then yeah.
For a response, they've definitely got a star-studded roster, but
okay.
A lot of them yet to come online.
So we saved money so that we could buy no op, but I guess they can buy next if they lose this one. But they could have done it anyway with buying like some of the extra smokes and util. Speaking of money, Foot about to hit 9k on some players. They go fast, lots of ults into this one. Kiko has his own ult, but he's over towards spawn. This guy hears the trip, waiting for his team to actually break it. And that's a free site, especially as both the Seekers go over towards spawn. So...
Or perhaps the spams on the cross, but...
Nate?
Oh, fact, they want to get involved right here and now. Showstopper in.
Damn, nice kill from him. Great from CNED as well. What, dude? CNED got another one spawn there. CNED's looking crispy with a rifle at the moment.
I'm worried about that Viper's pit though.
Spike planted.
Yeah, I don't know if there's necessarily a spot to really use it. One player spotted, but ends up being bait, and Mystic, he's having a little bit of trouble with the boom bot. 3 players still to find, and just a reposition, hoping he'll get an extra fight. He will, but Mr. Fallen is
Kind of all over them. It's a big buy around the ults with just a bit of a diff here as well, especially the Seekers. Seekers gave him full info that they were off-site, and then it was kind of done, especially with CNED hitting those shots. Especially with this actually being like a kill and not just a one-in.
Thus far, I don't want to say the retakes haven't been great. They haven't been able to get near the retakes a lot of the time because someone has challenged them. And the players on foot are very good at making a lot of these retakes become dysfunctional because of the space they're constantly challenging for.
Well, this is it. In almost every round here on the attack, you can see Foot take space. Even the Showstopper here.
And now the op comes out. Money's in the bin after this.
But it got them a sight that at that point,
Speaking of op, Chamber gets his all out.
That resulted in just a trade. If anything, it was better the way that Foot used it.
This is trip in case they reactively push behind him. Where's this guy's TP? Still has his TP.
They're 6-1 in the lead. Barely, I mean, no challenge since the pistol round from Team Liquid.
Still has his TP. Where's he going to put this?
The one thing that's been going well for them, as we said.
Oh, no, it's here, right? Okay, yeah, I like this. There you have this area. Pretty cool.
Full default from the defensive side. So
dude, I was looking for it. I just couldn't see it.
This defense the old way.
CNED, even with the amount of credits.
You can have one here and be like this, or you can have this one here and be like this. So it's pretty nice.
Been able to clear the trip, and
I think this is a good way of playing against the Cypher that likes to play back here as well. Eco goes aggro over towards B. That's a lot of info. Does Foot just reactively try and walk contact?
The A site is where they decide to go. Yumpy though caught sleeping a little bit. And while the captain may be thinking that's a little bit
on site.
than it was, even still.
There's a cage. I mean, this 2-person hold should be strong if there's a cage to this guy's right, which I can see on the floor there.
Still 2 on site though. They're ready to fight. Enzo picks one, flash up top, barely needed, and the player already crossed his sight. Will not be spotted, at least not at the start. The cage almost works out as he emerges from it for another. Krex is unstoppable until he meets Mystic. 2 rounds on the board for Liquid at last.
I'm going to be honest, I was even scared with Mystic running through that smoke because
when those first few shots didn't hit,
it gives another 1v1 that you have to be scared that Krex could win, but there is a response. Liquid back onto the boards again, some audacious plays coming through the side of Foot, but they have so many credits to play with. Like, they are coming back in with still even post-buy every single player around that 4,000 mark or above.
Okay.
By the looks of it,
if they lose this though, 2 people with 1-9 loss bonus, this would be an absolutely savage half. This is a good ult where you have everywhere to hold over towards here, and they put the trip behind it. Gonna attack Viper's ult with a trip inside it as well, a double trip.
By the attacking side on B, but it's only to get out, but there's a trap there. This is the other problem.
This is wild at the moment.
Instead now it's actually working perfectly against.
Wait, did he mess up his nade, but they think they got the trip?
They don't have the patience to slowly approach this angle.
They think they broke the trip at middle. They think that there's pressure at middle, but there's no pressure. The Omen can fast rotate, and he has his flash.
Cage is going to give it away. Now they should know. Now they're looking for traps.
Definitely an interesting cage. I don't know how much that's helped. I imagine there's going to be a pot flash though. That's the goal here from Foot. Just send it straight out. Nat's hiding
Lovely bait on site.
On the corner, but he's only going to get the one, and given them the
Mate,
space.
Krex is really firing. Every single time Foot are just having one pass and they gets 2. It's pretty sick.
The Viper's pit can hold the flank, and it leaves.
Got to retake this with an op. I think they got to save. Let's see, 1,000. This guy will be on 4. Hey, that's a lie. This guy would be on 5-2.
Fighting through that pit's not the best of options, even in the worst of
Omen
times.
ult to middle to secure it.
Up from out of captain, something we've said before. But it's only really finding value if they were committing to it. As we can see, Liquid have fallen.
5-2. I mean, yeah, they could squeeze a buyout. One person gets wrecked.
Clocked up for the attacking side, and they're not guaranteed these weapons just yet. I do see the reposition to CNED, and he's moving to mid, so seems safe enough.
Yeah, Omen's hunting.
If he sprints, Kiko could be in danger, but it looks like they'll stay safely tucked away.
Yeah, it doesn't know where the remainder are. It's looking good for Foot. And again, a lot of that just comes off of having that Viper's Pit, the burst play out of it, which, again, like, it was definitely a little bit telegraphed. But if you're on the side of Liquid, you're definitely wary that this is just being used as a ruse. Maybe they've gone back in the other direction, so you can't quite gamble. But also just cracks. Like, this is the thing, is his entries have been fantastic. Like, just getting into the site, giving space to CNED to then trade, and that's the thing. If you're not aiming at CNED when he walks around the corner, you're dead.
2 away from this, double satchel close.
Mystic, on the other hand, as well. He has been unreal at shutting down Cracks 2 rounds in a row now. We've seen Cracks start to
So they know that they've saved an op.
And he's the one to meet him on the other side.
They're ready to just try and punish an op. This is.
He's his kryptonite,
Flash
but
goes in.
somehow the damage is already done in a lot of these rounds. 7-2.
Meanwhile, while that was happening, by the way, Skydog went over towards A and set up Kiko. But this guy was close enough to hear the Skydog, so they probably imagined that only Skydog in this early to actually set up the op.
We said we want to see them fight earlier.
That might be why they didn't invest the... That might be why they didn't invest too much in terms of the Omen Flash to clear this off.
Too much, but one has to look
Wait,
at
what?
And it's dropped by CNED. Now the
How is CNED just getting this kill every single time? The beast.
Because he's lost the rest of his team, and they've seen him.
Oh, this fell apart fast.
No more. The same thing for Kiko's teammates. They're all gone.
Yeah, and Cracks gets his ult for the next round. And in terms of the next round, buy round wise, like, it's wrecked.
Hit down his trap after he gets a kill. Like, it's like, I got a kill, trap there, carry on with the round like nothing happened. Like, it's great. A lot of the time, it's the most pointless usage ever, but it is funny just watching a player every single round having to shoot that trap. And again, he's doing his job.
Jane time, yeah, he's been saving a lot. Whoa.
Okay. That's something for Kiko. Might get him that little bit closer to having a showstopper, but I'll be honest, they've been able to avoid his operator. I think that he got the opening.
They got so much money, they can literally throw everyone at it.
Other than that, he's just not been in the right position, unfortunately, and they're going to look to try and hunt him down.
Run!
He's got to try and escape this one. Still got the shorty in hand, but the trade will be there.
Yeah, and it goes down, and that's costly. No one can afford an op anymore.
Oh, we lost 3 players. Well, everybody has like 7,000 credits, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I can see that was max. Very, very close to a couple hundred credits away. Going into that round, it's just his trap, I think, that took him below max. And you see there, very useful trap. If it wasn't for that, that kill might not have went. I mean, like, it worked. It worked. And yeah, we want to... I think the key thing, actually, is the op dropping, right? That's what we're saying. The impact on Foot's economy is negligible because they're so stacked. But for Team Liquid, they can't get another op. No. In fact, they can't really get rifles around this buy. And
That's a double timeout in one half.
Fight for 9-3.
Never a good sign.
I also think as well, one of the real problems they're having at the moment is that Yumpy is getting destroyed. Like, the amount of times he's going to try and take the fight, or even just get some information in mid, and he's just getting domed. Yeah. And a lot of the time, that's your mid control. That's where you have all of your Viper utility to try and slow these pushes, even allow for your own rotations back if you need to try and gamble players over.
Morale is gone, yeah, a little bit. The best opera in the world right now, that's pretty hard. Probably if you think of just like the agent he's doing it on, you ABB thing, something.
It seems like he might be going for a slightly more passive stance in this round because he is about to play a judge, and if he pushes mid with the judge,
it's relatively open, to be honest.
I think that's a fair call, Tom.
John isn't streaming. Oh, maybe got his passport. He's actually not watch buying.
With that wall as well.
Oh man, there's a bit of belief, dude. Is he actually not streaming? I wonder if he got it.
And he's made the move. That sound is heard towards.
Today was the last day that he could make it to America and be able to play.
For the space. That's the idea. You don't always need the kill once you get the crowd control. Nats controlled into the back of elbow and now trapped a little bit. CNED already dropping one with Mr. Fallen following, and the site control now theirs. There's a drop out of heaven, but that's caught immediately.
Oh man.
Way too many bodies here to leave a blind side that big. And okay, Mystic does take down Yedije. It's doable. It's winnable on some level, but Kiko needs to stay alive here. He's got a distraction up top. Somehow they still clear him. Wow.
Dude, CNED's rifle, by the way, is looking very, very clean.
But damn good work clearing that corner. That could have been a disaster if they engaged the Heaven fight first.
But it's also just how he manages to get both. Because those are two completely opposite angles. He has to almost look completely the wrong way to kill off the player in the corner. What? And then has to instantly snap back up to Heaven because Mystic was there ready to try a trade. But
What I think of the Cracks' raise, really good, to be honest.
You take away a lot of the aspects of the abilities
He's
and
looking
just allow
comfy.
this man
He's
to
making a
point
lot of
and
space.
shoot. And he's top of the
Feels
board.
like the main person at the moment is kind of seen it though. We've always seen. Keeps getting a really important kill over towards middle on like what 2 rounds, and then the double kill over towards B on that other round felt like it was a difference maker. Like CNED's impact at the moment is pretty good. I like this default as well. Like this trip is really strong at the moment.
Either way, it worked out. And Team Liquid, those 2 rounds might be finishing the half there. 1 more to fight for. Best case is 3. Remember, this is Foot's map pick, so that's something. But individually right now, Foot just seemed to be on another level.
Yeah. But this is also a map that Liquid played like a couple of days ago, so it's not one they're shying away from by any stretch, and they won. And well, these battles again, they try something aggressive, they lose the
Try something, but like the util there is that's such a sign of just.
A lot of it does feel like they're just
It's such a
beating them
sign
on
of
an individual
desperation.
level. Like, okay, sure, yeah, the
2-person swing with like what was there a Viper molly at the back? Maybe not even.
Haven't been too problematic for them, but when push comes to shove, it does just look like Foot are able to outgun this Liquid side, which again.
Tech 1 Lotus in the end. What was the score?
We're talking about Yumpy, who for a long time has been one of the best players in EMEA. Nats, no access to sight. Well, there's been plenty of access to sight throughout this game so far. And while Mystic even waiting on the angle, he's not going to find anything. Plant will be denied for a second. There's only 15 left, but the remaining player of Nats is absolutely nowhere near the action. And if it wasn't bad enough, he's got a tour de force to deal
10 on attack against this Viper, against a Viper Cypher comp.
Can pick up a rifle and give his position away if he so wishes. And he's dead. Oh, he caught him jumping. He's been given a second lease of life, but now there's a tour de force in the hands of CNED staring right at you. You don't get away with that twice.
One of them was pistol, and one of them was pistol, yeah.
The pistol round.
Holy.
This is a devastating blow to Liquid to start.
They got a veto it. The thing is, their attack looks really good. It's their defense that really lets them down.
They can come back into this map.
And man, do you know the big difference? Like the big difference, and obviously there's loads of differences between like Liquid Split and Sentinel Split. Big difference is middle, man. Big difference is middle. There's obviously a little bit of difference as well, because like they do different stuff over towards B. And maybe I would say that Nats isn't using like this camera as much, which is like a staple camera for John, but
I mean, the difference between the scoreline we see and the result is, okay, second round, losing to the Classics. That
wasn't Liquid's better on attack? Yeah, their attack is actually really good, but I don't think it's not 10-2. It's not 10-2 down good, that's the issue.
When I see this squad in that game against Koi, they had a lot of success with those trap plays on mid. If the 2 trap plays they set up worked, same scoreline, same situation, but they didn't. Foot have been looking very good, and now the challenge on the A side.
Skydog goes in. They at least see CNED. EP's out, takes a dink, 3-person fast towards heaven. I mean, Liquid look good for a double pistol here. I would be impressed if Foot managed to win this. Okay, that crossfire has completely been annihilated. A pretty good step to doing it, I guess. Dude, it was literally as I said it. This is going to be one of those ones where they get no kills. It's going to be one of those ones where they get no kills.
Every single kill is going the way of Foot. Finally, Mystic is able to get one, but they're already defusing.
He's knifing him. This guy's trying to knife him.
Jesus. Kills. That captain is going to give him the mercy of an execution. But the fact is, 11-2 in the lead. This has not even been close.
I'm pretty sure half of Mystic's kills have been on Cracks as well. I don't know what it is that he's doing, but he needs to teach everybody else. It has just been a disaster, and we see even here.
This was a 5v5 retake.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know, I wouldn't be playing the first 2 that took contact, especially with the plant. There's a plant for heaven, right? Not sure you need to do this. You just need to, like, they just hold the after plant wrong. If it's a plant for heaven, then you just take heaven when they take sight, and your people on sight just delay, and then you play this guy at the end. But these guys fight, and then they don't need to worry about heaven.
Hitting their shots. I think there was one headshot and the bodies didn't connect. But then they're also setting themselves up for success time and time again.
Force spike comes in, so we've got to pay attention.
Captain's always behind people. It's a joy to watch this defensive side. They're facing off against the
Hello,
Force.
Desp. How you
So
doing?
there's a
Doesn't sound
chance
like
for
you're doing
Liquid.
great,
If they
man.
lose this, map 2.
Oh, it is looking like they have lost this, unless Yumpy's going to
Oh,
put
they
some
got
serious heroics.
slaughtered.
Force has gone out pretty much the exact same way you'd expect an eco to go. They get 1 kill, and we move on to the next round where they're going to be buying.
They will be. They will be. They won't be keeping the credits for Icebox, I'll tell you that. But yeah, at 12-2.
Darth Stig, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for the 3 months, bro. Appreciate you.
They're gonna go the distance. Is it? Is it? What's that logo on it, Tom?
It looks a bit like a big F.
Yeah. Not sure you should be wearing that, but
10
I'm just
chances.
saying my respects, that's all it is.
10 chances to finish this one.
well, this Force is obviously weak, but it has brought 3 Bulldogs to bear. Lots of light shields. CNED's out after the initial engagement. Big benefit being able to have him alive later on in the round. 2 shots at opening duels, both fail. CNED runs for the hills and is caught. Okay, bit of push and pull on the map from Team Liquid, and it's worked out for the opening pick. At least get out of there.
Yeah, lose mid control, take B control. Good luck to this guy in heaven. He's got to make a decision.
Under pressure, though. Doesn't really have much to play with in this round.
Wait,
Still
this guy at
manages to
heaven
take the fight
left?
and back
Oh
off.
no.
The rest of the players not particularly close to behind, and the flash will catch them, but not quite enough. Krax has now rotated into position. He has been a demon in this matchup. Yumpy has met his maker many times at the hands of Krax, but this time he'll be able to close him out. Looking like there might be a small lease of light.
Okay, we'll slowly calm this one
candle
down.
at the end of the tunnel, because it's not quite a light yet.
Planted.
And the remaining couple of players and a captain with a rifle might just want to bring this into the next round. But you have
Getting
to
a
bear in
round or
mind, this
two
is
just to get the
technically
confidence
still a
up.
bonus.
Yeah, I actually agree with you.
Can buy in the
Normally
next
I'd be like,
one.
it's fine to just
That's
get rid of
gonna
this
win the
one,
fight.
but I think
Get
with some of
himself
like,
a rifle.
especially the aim duel
Oh, yeah,
diff we've
Jay.
seen in some of the rounds,
He's about
I
to
think
try
I
and-
agree with you.
I
I
thought he
think
was gonna
just
try and jump the trip.
getting
I was like, that's
some
pretty
rounds
optimistic.
is actually worth it.
It's going to be one hell of a run-up, but no.
And then you don't really start believing until you get like, what,
Doing what
7?
damage you can in the late
But
round,
until
and
then, you're just like, well,
presumably
let's
drop into the spikes.
try and
Has
warm
full
up a little
shields to
bit.
work with, but we'll see if he can grab a few exits. And he's even let them know exactly where he is. A lot of these players are low. He could do some serious damage, but he won't. He meets his maker at the hands of Mystic. 3 rounds finally for Team Liquid. It is a slow path to recovery and one hell of a long one. Lots of bumps along the way. Thinking about a tour de force for CNED, showstopper for Krax, that Viper's Pit to lock down some defensive control. They'll all be online. They can have 2 rounds with full
Okay,
ultimates if they want
10
to.
chances down to 9 chances. Didn't Liquid play earlier this week? Yeah, so every team has to play like once
It just looks like they've
extra.
been able to outgun Liquid at most.
Or is it 2 teams? I can't
times,
remember.
and that's the scariest thing about Foot is when this team is confident.
Basically, every team
This
has
is
to
what I
play
mean,
like
I've
twice
seen it just
1
run
week.
out to throw a
But it's
trap
different
in,
for
which
other
could have easily
regions.
got him killed.
Other regions have like a whole thing with it.
There is someone there. Oh my, okay.
Whoa.
Krax really did want to play this
Whoa.
aggressive fight, and
Okay.
he'll take that all day long.
They were not expecting him to have the confidence to do that.
Mid.
Yeah, Jay, still, the spike is in mid though. Oh,
Dude, look at him, he's
I
everywhere.
forgot that there was a player up there, and Yumpy.
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
had
at
a
least
very
Yumpy's
quiet game
confidence
so
is
far,
still
but
here.
He's got 3 kills in this one already.
Last player standing.
All right, cleaning house.
very nice.
On the side of Team Liquid, 4 kills for Yumpy. And 4 rounds for Team Liquid on the back of it. Hey, it's important as well, even if you're not going to claim the map, just to build that momentum, show yourself that, yeah, that first half, Foot were the better team by far. But here, they've warmed back up. At least that's the hope. I like this from Yumpy. Shows the confidence, plays aggressive, even in that first, breaks the trap and then keeps pushing. Claims that little bit of extra space and they didn't expect it.
All right.
8 more in a row, though.
8. Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. Mystic's got an op. Off rip. Attack side. Omen off. I look forward to it.
Sure. Why not?
I guess
Honestly, at this point, why
Nico
not?
needed to take the space and
Yeah,
might
K-Corp
just be the
default.
next best thing. We're about to try and make a play through the trip. There's a couple here already. That's Nats
Well,
down.
that's a gun
Not
that
the
someone
start
can
they were
pick
looking
up.
for.
Smoke goes in, free gun, and they take the orb and a hill. Not too
They
bad.
can get across to it.
What
It
gun
was
was this?
being
This
guarded.
rifle?
The push through from Kiko, though,
They
so
just, it's huge at the
taking
moment.
so much space, but they're going to go running through off the
Whoa,
back
that's
of it.
another
They get
trade. That's another
trade
gun
out.
they can get.
Keeping the advantage with the Mystic holding with the operator will be able to level things up once again.
Oh my
Just gonna
goodness.
try and go forward,
Yeah, I
but
mean, they
Kiko
kind of got
has
pinched over
Mystic's
towards
back.
B side, right? The reaction was pretty
Thankfully,
nice.
Tom, that could have gotten out of hand very quickly. There were 3 rifles to be claimed in and around B main.
or 2 in fact. But for this squad, CNED's pistol in the back pocket, not getting much. The headhunter almost giving up on the hunt. He's checking his back. As Yedajay checks the front, he's fallen, and CNED will go walkabouts.
CNED needs to die.
Main. As I said, rifles could be retrieved, and kills, exits could definitely be found. He's got his TP to get out of here. There's the rifle. Now he becomes so much scarier. 7 bullets.
Am I in? Nah, when they get to 7, you start believing.
Still confident to stay out wide, knowing his TP is there. Picks up another rifle. He doesn't want them to get out of here alive. He doesn't want them to have the weapons, but instead he falls.
They did it right though. Three guns out of him.
Are shying away from paying 12 to 5. They've got plenty of rounds to bounce back on.
I need a replay of the trap usage.
Oh, do you?
Just place it in the radius of the spike.
You know if that cam that John uses on defense is over the Viper wall? Nah, it doesn't. It does if you walk, you talk about this one, it does if you, it's like it doesn't see this, but it sees this, kind of, right, it sees the colored in box, but it doesn't see this box. I think that's what you're talking about. I think you're talking about the A one, I'm not entirely sure.
In fact, the orb is going to be used just to
7 chances.
angle for CNED to try and fight with. Now, Mystic is waiting.
Talking about the Heaven one? Oh, okay, then no.
Enzo there as well. They are very aware of this aggressive position. CNED in a spot that you need to escape from.
That's good timing on the first, but the info comes his way. Somehow he makes it around the corner in time, just dodging the bullets, half his HP. That's a price he's happy to pay, considering he's revealed the entire.
Keep an eye on the Lark on B site as well, by the way. Oh, there's one crumbled fast. They got Omen on site. Seekers goes in from Mr. Fallon, and they work out the 2 over towards B Heaven.
There's 2 players on mid, 1 on A site. Mystic needs to try and join.
I tell you what, Footer very on top of the fact that they were going to be lurking here.
At least deal with CNED, just posted up on the angle. This is a fragmented round from Liquid. Man disadvantage, limited map control.
30 seconds left.
They're about to give away even more information. The
It's going to be nice, yeah.
Trap.
Perfect.
Tom's going to be asking for a replay of this one. Beautifully put down. Gorgeous, Tom. Couldn't have done that better myself, I have to say.
No, you'd have missed it somehow. There we go, though. Into the site. Nobody currently watching on that cross, but if they get the timing right, the spike could be dropped. Wasn't in the hands of Kiko, but they will be able to get it over. Put this into an afterplant, or so you might think it's bait. The jump across leaves it down to Enzo within the site, already dead.
What a nice round from Cracks. Jumps for his teammate to get the kill, and then gets that little pre-fire. Yeah, this was a slaughter. The defense side of Split is it's not looking good after the 2 games we've seen from it, from Liquid. Nicely done from Foot though, looked good. Especially Cracks on the raids, and CNED was hitting a lot of shots.
Tightly on the reins all throughout map number 1. Will Icebox Liquid's pick?
Is Chamber underrated? Bro, I'm the biggest Chamber fan. I will always say yes to that. I think it's so good. Chat, potential flashbang, watch out. 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Your reactions aren't fast enough, it's not my bad.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Paco, and Picasso. Don't ask about.
Why am I in light mode? Bro, I don't play the game, man. This is the closest I get, calling flashes. Gotta keep the comms good.
Everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia. Don't say I didn't warn you. Be careful of the Andalusian crush.
What do I do about the 3rd map that I missed? I wonder if Ryan, what's the chance Ryan Central's in stream chat?
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin, former professional Counter-Strike player and Valorant coach. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle, you're going to be able to fight this.
Yeah, I did reprovise. It explains a good amount, which is good at least. I do enjoy the I do enjoy the tweets that are always like, not to I see this all the time, like not to use this as an excuse, but here's loads of excuses. But it is nice to get some clarity. Let me spam some ads chat, I'll be right back. Icebox? I'm not sure how the Icebox is going to look. It'll be interesting to see comp points. Liquid Foot, map 1. Season 1. Okay, I'll be right back, chat. Good at taking risks, yeah, I always go all in. Swear to God that I'm deaf to the talking. I can't hear it. Why is nothing working? Okay, there we go. There it is. We're uploading. Again, for people that aren't aware, we upload VODs every single day if you want to check them out as well. VOD channel on YouTube. Easy to see things I want to wear. Used to think it's hard, now I feel just like a layup. I've been in the gym, yeah, I'm trying to get my weight up. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the. Hey, you ain't realist, like you got a few disguises. Walk in the room, I know I'ma be the flyest. She like me, yeah, it's hard for her to hide it. One-on-one, ain't nobody like this. Got this far by doing me, I'm everything I knew I'd be. I don't care what we used to be, no, yeah. They try and get close to me, you can't get what you want from me. I got this vision you can't see, no. Easy to see things I wanna weigh up. Used to think it's hard, now I feel just like a layup. I've been in the gym, yeah, I'm trying to get my weight up. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. The way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes.
Hello everyone and welcome back to VCT EMEA, where I would like to issue an official apology to you, CNED. Listen, Mr. Charles Eddington, I was not familiar with your game. I forgot about your headshots. I forgot about that ob. I forgot about your pew-pews. And from now on, to hell with Jet. You want to play Chamber? Play Chamber. I don't care anymore, and I will never, ever, ever doubt you again. CNED, I'm sorry. Now, with that out of the way, let's bring back Kakuka and Bonecold and take a look at CNED in today's AIM Labs warm-up. Not that this guy even needs to warm up, because he looked great, and like I said, Kakuka, Bonecold, I'm sorry, I got it wrong.
I mean, I think we doubled down on we want to see him on something that he's more comfortable in, and definitely this side of Foot, this performance that we just saw on Split is definitely a more comfortable Foot.
This is what makes like Foot so scary, because I feel like when they get, you know, like the hang of things, they will just run you over. Like you give them an inch, they will just, you know, like they will run you down. Also, something that I just want to point out, I'm so happy to see Ned yelling and smiling again. I feel like he's like been, you know, like he's come out of that, you know, like hyperbolic time chamber, you know, from practice, and he's back.
Yeah, let's take a look at those reactions, because Bonecall, when he was playing with you on Ascent, he was like the Iceman. He barely even gave a thumbs up or a smile. I don't know what happened on RV, but he's a changed man now.
Like, it's just so nice to see him like yelling and clapping. I feel like on Navi, you know, like I feel like he was maybe you know, like he didn't have, you know, like the time of his life, but like now he's a changed man.
He's back. I like to see him laugh. I think that he has a very nice laugh. But yeah, I think that it just comes to him being comfortable also with
does have the feels. His old teammate though.
Changes that they might have implemented into how they were playing. They were literally on their face. Like Liquid tried so many things. Let's try and play for retake. Let's try and prevent that plan from even happening. And we know, and we've said many times, how Turkish Valorant is a lot about the pew pew and a lot about the shooting. But man, it was impossible for Liquid to win some of those duels. It was literally impossible.
Yeah, it was indeed. And also the fact they wanted to start on defense, and this is not what we expected to. But CNED's chamber, this is where we had a lot
his
of
chamber back. I mean, not really, but it kind of low key. I believe it is, but it's not really.
That has nothing to do with.
But on the right player, it kind of is.
More with time put into the server, and
I would say that everyone else would say that it's not a thing, and it's
doesn't.
very limited on maps.
Get into that position where you feel safe with doing.
I only think 2 teams play it right now.
Yeah, but moving on to Icebox.
Foot play it on Split.
They were doing some weird stuff.
I think Foot play it on Split,
surely,
and
you know, the chamber could again. It might work here.
T1 play it on Lotus.
I'm just hoping they stay away from that Phoenix Fade composition they were playing last time we saw them. I wouldn't mind to have them even playing like no duelist. I think this chamber was looking extremely good on Split. For Icebox, it's
FPX, that's true, FPX player. And Crew, yeah, right, Crew on Sunset.
Especially for them starting on defense.
Yeah, exactly. And if we take a look at the other side, regardless of what Foot did, we need to
4 teams. That might be all of the
how
teams.
They can bring this back to even get to a third map that we were praising that we wanted at the beginning of the day. Kiko maybe with another crazy performance on Icebox is what they're going to need going head to head against.
And this is the thing though, you know, with CNED trying all these different things, we don't expect Kiko to do that. And Kukuga, he doesn't need to do that because his jet is very good.
Yeah, exactly. But then we go back into the compositions, right? And Kiko needs to feel comfortable. They're playing the most standardized composition here on Icebox. They're the kind of team that just, you know, they play the Sova, they play the Sage, if they don't make any changes, that is.
Well, let's take a look here at the Asian
Greg and something. Yeah, that is
that
is the big game.
Well, we did.
Oh, we did.
If you were to tell me that this is a change, I would say, well, maybe Foot is deciding to go for the Sage KO.
The Cracks KO!
Okay. Yes. We get Cracks on the KO. They decide to go for no
double
Killjoy, right? So someone needs to take care of mid.
No Killjoy?
Especially for them starting on the
guys are playing on hard mode for sure. And then solo Gecko. That's hard as well.
From what we saw kickoff.
The second I apologize to CNED Bonecall, he logged in a jet.
I don't mind. Just, you know, like Jet chamber. Let the man play. But I want to, you know, like what Kakuka said about, you know, like them being active.
And I really feel like with this comp, they could play the chamber more. I feel like that extra trip would really help them. Nats lurking. Nats might have a very fun game here.
Well, Liquid,
no Sentinel. And then I guess a lot of the time they'll just be using the Sage wall to just try and deny info.
Well, you know what, Tom? Enzo's always been good on Icebox. So Team Liquid set up for success. I like it. Mystic on a new agent, if I'm not mistaken.
Better? You talk about Chamber? I mean, yeah, for LCQ.
Enzo on the Gecko as well. This could be really exciting. Foot. Yeah, I mean, I like their comp changes too.
It makes you nervous seeing like Cracks back.
Been a while since we've seen him play.
Like, if I was ever going to be scared of anyone, I even think like Mr. Fallen on Sova is pretty scary as well. So I would definitely be nervous. And I don't think I think the composition is definitely. I've been enjoying the Gecko quite a bit. I definitely think I enjoy it a little bit more with having a second initiator, like having the KO and the Gecko.
Okay, straight in. Foot on defense, Liquid on attack, and we're already stacking orbs on the Sage. In terms of what we I was going to say, in terms of what we need to look at, we see a double push over towards here, early info, and we also need to pay attention to the fact that Sage has wall pretty strong in just retakes, especially on pistol.
But it does look like,
dude, Atta is relentless.
What will be an A take? It seems like the information is definitely going to be there already, though.
Well, yeah, Ada Captain got enough info for sure. They're confident to stack it up. They're just worried about the mid flank that is underway from Kiko. It looks like he's got perfect timing.
Oh, the knife hits everyone apart from the lurking Jet.
Enough that it looks like they are committing, so no one goes back. Oh, that's
yeah, there's the lurking Jet. They weren't expecting that one.
Damage onto Ada Captain as well. Now this defensive side has to watch their back, be worried about the flank all the while. The aggression on site can come through. The wall broken open, but it's slow. It's slow. It looks like they're waiting for Foot to make another mistake for an overextension, but that's not coming through. Foot are patiently waiting for Team Liquid to take a step forward, winning their fights as they do.
Oh, big Joel. Nicely done from Yampy. Yeah, Yampy did so good. That extra kill from Yampy was pretty much the pistol there.
That's what it takes to get a pistol for Liquid.
Also, this is like a weird thing for Foot because they have to stay on top of the fact that they have no Sentinel, and first pistol round you'll see a lurking Jet. So they have to be aware of like the Jet. I mean, they have to be aware of everything. The Jet, the Killjoy, the Viper, they can all lurk.
Not expecting much going into this round.
It was pretty good as well because the knife hit 4, but even though the knife hit 4, it didn't hit the Jet. And you would imagine that the Jet's with the pack, so that's why they kind of didn't expect the lurk. Because why would there be a lurking Jet? It's not ranked.
Only slightly. Outlaw is incredibly strong. Lots of players close here. Out of Captain, right click range is
not again, bro. Not again.
3 kills for Foot in a round where they have next to nothing. Out of Captain.
Bro, how did he get the second kill? Well. The classic is so strong.
Now he's got support. This is why I was worried, and it's just Ada with a classic.
Okay, and he did good damage here. Oh my goodness, tunnel vision.
Kill from Yedege puts it all down to Yumpy. 3 kills in the last round. 3 kills needed this time. Him against the world, and the lack of info to work with. You can already see Mr. Fallen wrapping. They've got him trapped inside of yellow.
Oh.
Good kill on the first, but now they group up together.
Damn, nicely done from Foot, especially Atta. That was insane what he did with a classic there. Bro, they could have won 2 pistols and they lost both of the rounds after.
Kills in the follow-up.
Look at this. Bro, the crouch as well. The crouch to get the 3rd kill.
Really good. Again, the fact he got 1 was impressive. The fact he gets 3, I feel like that's just going to give Team Liquid nightmares. And again, silence has fallen within this building. A lot of Liquid fans here today, and it is not going the way they hoped.
Already and they want to get this res out really early. We saw pistol round, orb on A this round, orb over towards B.
Some upgrades for the rest of the team. Obviously, that was an eco. There was only a Marshall. Everything else was classics. To do that once, what do you say? 1 in 50 times?
That's what I said. That's what I settled on.
How about twice in 2 maps?
Yeah, it's tough.
Beating the odds a bit.
Twice out of 2. There's only been 2 follow-ups on a pistol for them, so...
Yeah,
that's it's pretty rough. I think it speaks to Foot's consistency in these rounds, the ability to find those, even if the opportunities are given, to capitalize on it every time is incredible. And he's out of there. That's the beauty of CNED on this agent. Right back to the back of A site. Team Liquid obviously just working with classics. You can see the disadvantages. They're tangible.
Yeah,
next to
you can see the disadvantages.
1 enemy remaining.
Unless it's on the other
yeah, they get 1 kill. Yeah, they're doing this. It's just like a thing that they do, Liquid, right? Where they get these ecos and they just don't buy anything into it. Like what GE used to do in 2023.
Foot claim essentially a pistol round victory. I mean, they get that little boost
I don't know about it.
But their economy's in a great position. There's a lot more benefits.
It just feels like it's a discipline thing. Like you might as well buy some of the util and just not use it if that's what you want to do. And then if you get closer into winning the round, then you use the util.
Basically lose the pistol and win the second when not buying. Yes, that's the best thing you can do for your economy.
With that, at least they still have okay. Well, I say okay, it's good money because of full eco. But the problem is, right, and this happened similar in terms of what happened to the first game. Like, sure, it's good when you do that and you focus on your own econ, but when you're full eco, it just means that Foot can just farm so heavy and then their money's out of control. It feels like you're focusing too heavy on your own util instead of the enemy's util.
He's going to have to fade away from this, or so you think.
This doesn't feel wow.
The peak, but it's not even him. It's Mr. Fallen. Again, constantly pressuring and pushing this Liquid side, not allowing them to get into position for executions. They've always been a really difficult team to play against because of the manner in which they aggress. Wall down mid has to be broken just to force somebody to come back in that direction. And at the moment, they've left.
Why am I wearing a jacket, bro? I'm cold. Would you want it to be a hoodie? I can go get a hoodie. If this goes third map, I'll get a hoodie just for you. How about that?
Liquid are approaching this one slowly. No doubt, after how things have gone, there is a sense of trepidation to any sort of angle they're peeking. It's towards the B site, but Footer making that read. Yedajay's on the way to back up his colleague, at a captain down below.
Can't wait for the hoodie.
Duo in the worst of times, and it seems like we're in the best for Foot.
Okay, next round, by the way, is going to be wild. It's purely because of how many ults are going to be online. Atta, he did great to get one. What is that flick? 2v3, Nats has one molly. All committed on site, but did they even know?
It's not going to get them anything.
Okay, here's the guy running, right?
Close, but don't know exactly where the Liquid players are. Rotation coming in already. Cracks is
I mean, you would think he's here, but the recon just came in and cleared this. They're calling that he's left side of yellow.
Pull off a miracle again, looking to potentially peek him. At the same time, his position.
Oh man, CNET did good. The smoke to help them out as well. Yeah, they did good in terms of just like, where could this guy be? And the fact that it's Nats as well, they might even thought that he did this instead of being on site the whole time. Pablo, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
For the side of Liquid, again, they're going to have themselves some finances.
16 months as well, man.
Loss bonus, the spike plant is helping them out a little bit, but so far it's looking like more of the same.
You know, I like Jack, our third-person observer, gave us a little angle there of a nice lineup that's been coming through from Yumpy. The Nano Swarm going up onto pipes, denying that control. But it just doesn't matter. Like, you can place your utility perfectly when it comes down to it. Pound for pound right now, Foot are miles ahead. They are winning. Even the out-of-captain position, how he gets one. The guy is nuts to make that 90-degree flick with 3 players facing him. They had the drop on him, but he still drops one.
Jakiro as well. Jakiro Blade with the Prime. Thank you for the 5 months, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support, mate.
A lockdown to work with for Yumpy.
I think they got to break this wall, create pressure.
Mr. Fallen also has the Hunter's Fury. So
like, if you would imagine that they
also just look how far
and just start doing more stuff middle here.
All the way down B already. Here comes that lockdown.
They have Sova ult if they want it. Nade goes in, shock dart as well. Yeah, nicely done.
Shock darts in combination.
Oh, they save the Sova ult by doing that. Ooh, nicely done from Kiko. Yeah, and I'm not sure if these guys made any sound here, but
back towards the B site, finally catching out that aggression.
Yeah, this is definitely what this is what needs to happen. And they have no idea that Nats is here. They have no idea it's like a double luck.
Because he still has that Hunter's Fury saved.
Nats here, this guy just run all the way back as he ran over towards B.
Is completely wrong, and Nats, being so deep in kitchen, knows it.
Yeah, Yumpy stayed close on A there, even sold the fake, got them to rotate back. I'm not sure what the sound cue was, what he did to let them know, but they were convinced it was an A play. Now they've spotted Nats after his kill, but by the time they deal with him, the round may already be lost. They need to pick up the pace on going forward, and he's not an easy player to root from his position. He's gone back to check for Yedajay. The Spidey senses tingled correctly, but...
Yeah, and this is much better from Liquid, right? No Sentinels, you gotta...
They'd have to get on
actually
very quickly. And
use middle.
Liquid with 3 players, they would be able to deny them. They have utility. I mean, Yedajay's going in, at least to keep them around for the spike explosion. And they won't be around. That round is closed out nicely by Enzo. A quick double for 2 rounds.
So the one benefit of them actually going for that is the fact that that puts both ults of the remaining players online.
True.
So them going down, if they go down to the spike or anything,
Macadelic, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the bits as well. Thank you for doing that.
One is one away, and that's the Blade Storm for CNED. So even though Liquid have managed
this, to pronounce, what, are you talking about U2J? Yeah, like that. I'm pretty sure it's U2J, but it could be Yes2J. That's what the casters say, so maybe I'm doing it wrong. I say U2J though, but I guess it's Yes2J with the Yat. That's just me being an idiot, probably.
Well, the Viper's Pit is
Likely.
used by Foot off rip, one of their 4 ultimates that's online. Beautiful thing about CNED having an ult too is that he's probably going to have, or being one away, he'll have that Blade Storm online by the time he needs it, because he's hitting that first shot 9 times out of 10.
Eat to yay. Yeah, that's a good way of remembering it.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, it's
Sure.
free investment.
Okay, aggro Viper ult goes in, deters them away from A. We still have the wall. No, we don't have the wall. Where is the wall? Okay, so they did the wall middle, got broken. They have Sage res. What is going on? Been a good day of none of that today. Oi, oi, oi. Is someone giving me the YouTube link? What's going on here?
They've got the Edge watching middle. And then
we'll give it a chance. We'll give it a chance. It's fine.
With the ults they have, the plan is CNED gets 1 kill, and then they
We didn't see anything. It's fine. We'll refresh the stream after.
I mean, it depends on how Foot conclude,
No one
but they
panic.
heard the alarm bot get pulled back from inside of A main. I'm fairly certain it was pulled back. Yumpy is dropped, so it won't be put back into the round. And they're now starting to realize, yes, these rotations have come through.
Yeah, I was going to say what a rough situation he's in.
Blade Storm could have helped that time.
Plant goes in, nothing to stop the plant. Wingman goes and does it against the wall. Maybe he cancelled this plant.
Mid-control to work with the fight back through, but yeah, but you're not going to res him. But perhaps one of the future engagements, Yedej's partnered.
Enzo has Fischl.
Cracks, who at least trades him out. No res.
Cracks is his ult. Oh man, he should be pretty tempted to pop this ult.
Allowing them some space to play with. Great if they had the
he popped the Fischl just as it came out.
Big connection and not going to follow up. No kill from it. Enzo left
Fischl got instantly
cancelled.
cancelled.
But suppressed by Krax, who's now closing the distance. They tap the spike, bait out more utility, and bait out a firefight. Enzo down, Mystic swinging, close is caught. This is getting a little risky now, as Nats had to swing to confirm they weren't defusing.
Oh, it's close.
3 kills for Krax, and time is the only enemy remaining. It's against them.
Holy. Damn, bro, that's so close.
Every little detail falls in place for Foot.
Dude, the KO ult just as the fish came out, like you couldn't have timed it better. Completely cancelled the fish. Or nothing. The Mystic think that they knew where he was, maybe?
Just the final shots being connected by Krax is going to put them ever further into the lead. And still, even though they lose so many players, they have the finances to buy once again.
There's a second use of the fish. Oh, okay, yeah. So at least it doesn't get cancelled fully, but it still mattered in terms of them winning the round.
Genuinely has no fear. They have gone to grab that orb in the first few seconds of every round.
Yeah, they have been getting a lot of
orms.
Another round with a wall over towards the middle. So essentially, they're just using the wall to just kind of deny any pressure over towards middle. I really do have to think that Liquid need to use way more middle, and maybe they haven't been practicing doing that. I'm not sure. Freddy, thank you so much. Appreciate the Prime. Thank you for the 10 months. Prophecy of the KO. Yeah, we finally get to see it again. I wasn't enjoying watching Foot without KO.
This is somewhere that they have the advantage. Yedege has a res if they need it, but getting that Viper's Pit dealt with is going to be another problem. They try to take Viper down, but Mystic's the one to fall.
Yeah, and here come all the mollies. Still looking alright for Liquid. It's a lot up to Nats actually being able to stay alive there.
Forcing him from his ultimate that will ultimately be dropped by the looks of things.
Put a res into this?
But the snake bite gets CNED. Good kill by Nats, followed up with more.
Yeah, nicely done from Nats. All he had to do is stay alive. Very nice ult, right? Spikes over towards here, a G2 plant, and then his ult is just, you can stick in this situation and it just reaches out over.
Yeah, I think as well, just again, Nats getting into the game. He is someone who, as said, in some of their kickoff runs and some of the matches, they look good. He was one of the pinnacle players for them. Coming out with a 4K when things got dangerously close. That's the thing, fighting back through that pit. And he's able to just clean them up so low after that point.
Done.
Snakebite as well to deny any defusal. And now finally, after what has been a tough road, they have managed to break the economy. Now this does still come with the piece of the puzzle that is CNED's Blade Storm. But definitely a much easier round than the ones they've been facing off against in the last few.
Oh, bounces nicely into the middle.
It should be.
To pick up.
It should be, Tom.
But very proactive. Obviously, this is an eco, so they get the knife that goes all the way out. And this is weird because they kind of, not massively an overextend, but Liquid get good information that all of this is clear and that they have to speed up.
Shock dart down, and okay, little guy,
Bro, he's an
already-
absolute
he's survived
unit.
Quite an onslaught of utility and bullets there. He's definitely
Mystics
the MVP
Cove
of the
saves
early
saves
round, the late
little bro.
round. Well, it should be easy for Liquid to tie up. Even with the rifle picked up for Yedege, there is not very much for them to work with. They don't have a wall to deny control. It's cloud bursts in the form.
Another official, but would they use it against the eco? They did pick up a gun. Yep. Oh boy.
Ult committed as well, thankfully, because it looks
Oh.
like space is seriously being taken. Foot not giving up an inch, but left down in an awkward position. Cracks diffusing while eventually a snake bite lands, and that is what wins them the round.
Okay.
Team
Easiest
Liquid
one
up
of his
to
life.
4. It definitely got a little
Close
too
rounds,
close
though.
for
That was an
comfort, though,
eco.
again,
Real
considering
close.
What Foot had in play.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios where they lose so many players to cracks with the Sheriff, the Bladestorm for CNED. Like, they're never really getting away from having that lower economy, but they're getting through the rounds. And I think if you're going to see Liquid build up into this series, this might just be the way they have to do it. It's going to be a grind, because the fact is Foot are still playing with that next level confidence.
Yes.
Well, 4-4. Getting things back into contention.
Knife hits no
CNED
one.
once again.
Recon hits one to set the op up. Oh, big miss.
This time almost punished, but not quite. Good angle by
Oh,
Nats.
that's nice from Natson.
Crossed
That's
with
what
his
he
own
needs to be
orb.
doing for sure.
They thought Yedege had enough
Yampi
of
gets
it
his
covered,
op out
but
as well, so
a small
Killjoy
gap
op on
left
this.
open, and it's capitalized on. Team Liquid have the advantage to play with. CNED's op was spotted and pushed back without an opening duel. Everything's going right at the
Mate,
start.
Nats is having
Nats
mad
has
impact.
managed to sneak away with another kill.
Clutch
Cracks
rounds,
now
2
down.
at
He
the
turns his
moment.
attention back to the
Impact
2.
in terms of just lurking
Yedege's
2.
down below it, waiting for him on the other side of the orb. Actually caught a little angle.
Oh, is this guy
Captain, 10 HP,
still alive?
Good wall bang, good punish. He'll struggle to find anything
Yeah, I was gonna
else.
say, imagine he gets some more.
Well, it could go a little
2v4,
better if
CNED
Nats was
manages
still
to
alive.
bring it
It's
into a
down to
2v3.
3 with CNED's up, and
He's
Yedege
picking up the
close.
orb.
It's by all means
Oh boy, there goes
winnable
the
for
spike.
side of Foot, especially as they now equalize the numbers. And when this wall goes down, when the cove fades, the op will be sitting on the other side. Planting inside a cove while there's a player close. It's a free battle for Yedege. If there was a harbor on Foot, I'd assume they put that in.
I mean, nicely done from Foot, obviously, but they made that easy. They like separated them off. They pretty much coved to have like a set 1v1.
You're talking about the Nats effect. He manages to lurk his way through, get 2 openers for the squad, and okay, he goes down, but it's
And then maybe Nats just needed to stay alive, but I understand that he wanted to reposition because he's kind of the only reason why this round is close.
Just waiting on the other side, like these are just errors coming out.
Yeah,
from Liquid.
that was-
Sure, you
that was
need the
pretty
goal
bad.
of someone like Yedege to play into that twice and not expect
That
somebody to be
was
waiting,
that
but
was pretty bad.
you cannot allow him to get away with that. Foot are even going to be the ones to take a pause. Sure, they've just won themselves a round off.
The cove is basically an ISO ult.
Plays,
Dude,
but I
it literally
almost
was. It was
wonder
like a
if
mini
that's just to let
mini
Liquid
one.
stew in that one a little bit.
On Pow, what's up? How we doing? Thank you so much, man, with the prime. Bacan mad. Yeah, he's getting the full experience.
That is the most predictable thing on the planet. That's what almost every Viper will do, unless they're trying to bait you into thinking that they're doing that. And he gets away with a kill on an angle that couldn't have been watched by anyone. Like, that was a wide open gap. He then manages to walk past the Sage and get into kitchen and take another deal. That, as a coach, that you're already calling the pause. Even win or lose the round, you're calling that pause to go, guys, fix the early set.
Is that Bacon? Yeah,
But
next
also,
ML.
it's like, hey, Liquid, you want to talk about that? you want to have a little chat about what went wrong there? Because there's going to be some constructive criticism, and there's going to be some just criticism, because it was shaky, it was rough, and I think that's somewhere they're getting lost a little bit in those late rounds. 5-4, it's a close scoreline, and it's not lost just yet.
This is also where the damage.
Well,
no, it's not even that. This is where the damage of losing 4 players to pistols. You now
Another
have nothing.
eco,
Like, there's been
another
no reserve
eco
cash
where,
enough, but
again,
because they're losing so
chat,
much in
I
rounds
feel,
that
like, I just
they
don't.
should be able to keep cleaner.
I mean, the best
Like,
example
why would you
being
not
Nets
buy
Eco
some of the util?
long ago, and they come down to 1 player left alive. Bladestorm is in play there, sure, but didn't even have that much impact, all things considered. Foot have just been able to make it work, whether they're coming in with weapons or tools, they're coming out with victories.
What am I missing?
Already, the read for them is good. The wall not being broken means mid-control isn't an issue. I've seen it on the other side, so they're going to have 4
I
players
think that molly
ready,
misses
waiting.
him, right?
Looks
Oh
like
no,
the clock.
just on the
That's
edge.
gonna be denied as well. I think at least
Just
there'll
on
be
the
a
edge,
little
and
bit
they
of
already
extra
ran
of an
back.
immediate heal to reduce the
Wanting to
danger.
flash, wall goes down.
Well, looking like this might just be
Yeah.
a clean one. It's going to be an Andaluthia flawless. to get themselves their 6th round onto the board.
Well, buying Sheriff is crazy.
Looking to see
Dude,
what
I
sort of
don't,
response Liquid have. They've got
I
the
didn't
lockdown,
like it
but
when
there's a
GE
lot
started
of
doing it
counters
last
to
year. I
this
don't
round.
like it still when I see it here.
I
That
mean,
like
a
the
lot of
full
counters in
classic
terms of
ecos
ults, in terms of
just doesn't make
utility that's been
sense.
in play as
Like
well.
we're playing a
We've
game
seen
where the
not really too much
awful
of a
guns,
bother.
like the
Like,
cheaper
this
guns
is
are
definitely-
incredible. You
If I
would
look
actually
at
argue
Split,
that they're
I would
overpowered.
say
So to
despite
not use the
only
broken
being
guns,
played
I
up
don't
against Koi
get the
a
thought
couple days
process
ago, like
behind
we
it.
discussed in that-
Don't
in
like
that
it.
map, it looked like Liquid were not ready to play it. It looked
And,
like
and
they
then
had
all
some
they end up
trap
doing is
ideas
just
from the
having
beginning. The
like
push and pull of the
this,
map
but all they've
control
done is just
was
made
not
sure
there
that FUT
when it
can
comes
have
to
clean
also
rounds and then have
individually
loads of
focused
money.
smash. Oh no, oh no. He's
Yampy's been
know
watching
Yetti's
some,
gonna win that fight, almost
some
every
alpha
time.
demos.
He would have been insane in early battles.
This has been
This is the
happening all
thing,
the time, right?
they're making
UTJ's
it
just
work.
been walling
They're
deep
controlling
here
the
or
map,
walling
they've
over
got the
towards
economy,
here.
they've got the ult economy going for them. And the one thing that Liquid had, you know, lockdown.
Oh yeah, that's gone.
It's out. It's out of here.
Yeah, they're going to leave
Take flight.
the drone. That's going to get a lot of info. Already spotting the head of one. Does he see anything
Just
else?
giving them
Yes, he
free
does.
rounds.
Two more players.
Yeah, kind of.
Ain't no basically
It's like the
this
rounds
entire push
aren't
is
even
coming in. They're
close,
gonna
right,
try
when
and
they
do a
have
little bit of
guns.
extra chip damage, but you can see Yetti's has already rotated into position.
I
to
just,
support. They've
it
got the
reminds me of
inside
like, it's like the
lockdown. They've got a
opposite of
push
like the
from
Lev
CNET
save,
coming
right?
as
Where
well
you're
on
just
the
thinking
flank.
too much about your own econ.
And basically every single possible piece of information is currently on board for FUT. They're going to try and isolate themselves a duel here, but I don't even know if they check towards this angle.
The
No, they
lovely
definitely don't
crossfire
now.
on this.
Yetti's
Honestly, in terms of like the no
gets all
sentinel,
you
they're playing it very well. Like
back-to-back
UTJ
and
deserves
the
just like a bit of a
applause for
shout
FUT.
out. He's playing it
They are
sick.
starting to truly run away with this again.
Any idea where Scream is going? Someone said they streamed the other day, saying he's going to stream more.
They've got 3 still to
But I
work.
don't know
They've
if
had
No
for-
impact.
for
don't know if he's been streaming more.
The final round, FUT come in with a res, a null command, and a Hunter's Fury. Team Liquid have a lockdown that's going to meet a Hunter's Fury when it's used. And Mystic, well, he can reckon with
Yeah,
his
he knew he
opponents.
was gonna go
That might
aggro
be
there.
useful, especially for getting into a site, for
'Kay.
taking space. I think it's going to
Last
be used on A,
chance.
but by the looks of it, FUT will
Oh.
play retake.
It's a
Right away,
really
they're
early
just
ult.
giving up the site. This does mitigate one of the big factors for FUT, which is their early picks. They can't really occupy that space. They don't think they can occupy that space, and somehow they still get an early pick. It's just happening again and again. This team is untouchable.
Oh, the Molly comes in, stops the plant as well. Viper ult goes in, same Viper ult. There's twice they've done this now. They worked last time, but last time they got the spike down. And they didn't get a G2 plant this time, which is in this corner here.
A little bit of space, but the plant definitely hasn't happened, and that was the major factor of their
These guys are
overperform
so
last
fine
time.
to keep fighting here because they have
Being able to
the
get in
Sage
early
res.
and then just hold
And
from
this
the
is like
back lines.
vision
Even
block
then,
for the
they
Sage
still
res no matter what.
needed the clutch out of Nats. This time the Hunter's Fury is going to be used to deny that lockdown. So that space is still
Yeah, and
not gonna
Atta
be
still
garnered
on
just yet.
site, has one Molly
hoping
just
that they
holding
can
at the
somehow
back.
get in and get themselves the plant, but Atta Captain is just waiting patiently. The second that is tapped, he's going to attempt to spam.
Oh, just block it, duh. Now he's up close in a safe spot. They're going to try to make
Holy
their way
hell,
out.
where
The
are we,
spam
man?
Doesn't work out, but CNET up top at least.
Felt like I shared his
in fact,
blindness,
able to
so it's
find
nuts.
FUT. It's Cracks supporting, and that same
That's a
line of
strong
fire, they
half, bro.
barely need to
No
move.
like
Liquid
hard
walk
sentinel
into
in
the
terms of
open,
info,
waiting
and they
hands.
got 8
Not a bad idea to play the backside
and
push.
Liquid 1 pistol.
Execution different, as it has been nothing but execution from this FUT side. Double the rounds of Team Liquid at the half, Tom. Give me the hope, you know, defensive side, Team Liquid. It's
They
all
did
gonna
good.
be
They did really
different.
good at stopping the plant a lot of the time as well with the nades. And I think UTJ was just like, to me, a real standout.
Don't do that to me.
I'm more worried for them now. Even look at the scoreboard for FUT. It's not even like one player's just going ham. I guess, okay, if I'm giving you some hope, I'm looking at Kiko.
Okay.
Because in their first matchup, when they played against Koi and they scraped the win on Icebox, he had 37 kills. This kid can frag. Putting him onto that sort of defensive side.
Maybe if they brought you two into that
Enzo as
eco, they
well,
wouldn't
this
have
Gecko
full by
allows
this
for
round,
those
as in the
flashes
one
into
beyond.
aggressive peaks. It
Yeah, I
cannot
can
work
understand
out
it
for
nearer
him.
the end
We've
of the
also seen some
half,
glimmers
but
of hope from
at the
Nats
beginning
and
of the
Yampy
half
at
when you give the
times as
opposite
well,
team
so
to get so much
if they
money,
can
it's,
come
dude,
online,
it's not the
there's
one.
still opportunity.
Okay, let's see if they
There's
can
some
win double
chances
pistol.
for Team Liquid. This scoreline isn't damning. It's the last map and the way some of these rounds have gone that make me worried. FUT find pistols in their hands yet again. A terrifying concept for Team Liquid. now need to try to win this pistol to inject some round, well, inject one round based on how we've seen it go so far. Let's not get our hopes up, not get too far ahead of ourselves. Good stuff.
Damn, Yampy on pistols at the moment.
Last pistol, 2 in this. Will it be enough? The damage being dished out as we speak, leaving Mr. Fallen all alone with a classic in hand. 2 players staring at him.
That's a double pistol.
Response from Team Liquid. Another pistol.
Surely they don't get eco'd.
Now secured. The follow-up though, Tom, that's where the questions are.
Keep your pistols again. Because they win the pistols, they just
because
lose the
they're
second
gonna
round.
get
So if you play the second round as a pistol, then you're just playing another pistol, then you win.
That's true. Just
as a pistol.
Actually, the majority of rounds in this series have been off pistols, so they should only play. In fact, round 5, I still want to see pistols. 6 pistols.
Okay.
9K in the bank.
You've lost me a little bit there.
I'm just trying.
Damn, look at that.
It's the start.
Look how even the kills are.
And again, I don't want to say it, but there's barely anything invested for Foot.
Great. Good.
Now, a lot of what they were able to do was on their defense, so you kind of hope that there's going to be that conversion here.
They should farm.
Well placed. That will be the start that they need. And normally it's sort of snowballed when they've lost these rounds. It hasn't been like.
I like the thing that I like about this setup is the alarm bot, so he knows that people go close.
Have any support? That's the only thing that is worrying me. There is absolutely no one nearby. Finally,
Yeah, because normally when you get to this angle, you have to worry about left, right, but because the alarm bot's on the floor, he never has to worry about left. So it's a cool setup for the optic play like that.
Yeah. Well, especially he's made it out of that spot, having burned his dash up early, didn't find contact, couldn't use it to escape then. I was a little bit worried. Now it's time to play a little bit of blind.
After the spike and they go snowman with a flash. This is a nice idea.
Start, but Enzo's unchecked up top in a snake
Dude, he
bite.
tanked that a lot.
Cosplaying safe on the stage.
He
gone down and Cracks is all alone.
He tanked so much of that.
And players are wrapping all around. They did it. Night and Sweet Dreams. Team Liquid have
Cosplaying safe. Is that from the Angel clip where he walked into it? That's savage.
Maybe this is the turning of the tide.
Okay. I like the plan though, right? Wall here, tap the spike, flash through, drop wall.
Within the arena, that's for sure. And that's the thing, especially now with the pistol under their belt, this definitely isn't a death sentence. But though, they're gonna have the 4-buy. Right here. Full shields on every single player at setup.
Okay, so the bonus is looking, it's not great.
Looking like they want to try and take similar control away to what was there for the other side, but I guess without the early aggression, they've decided immediately to try and stack back.
Some of the buys are odd from Liquid.
Where the drones coming through.
I really think
where
so.
the majority of the players are, but the spike's still on the ground, and 2 players have deep pushed B already.
Yeah, they got a lot of map control. With 20 seconds in, they got deep A, deep B.
Seem to be just faking out A, getting
but no one's shown anywhere.
Sorry,
it's not like they gained, well,
of the hands of Team Liquid more
gained
so
a lot.
And then the shift back towards B. Screen goes up, crosses in, players on yellow. Now for Team Liquid, it's Nats, very long range with a Spectre. He's not trying to fight. He's just trying to
Rotate's coming in, so obviously they got information probably from the Dizzy that was used on A.
So the rotations are in 4 players.
Do they wall this or do they face this with a KO flash? KO flash goes in, lovely. Oh, that was lovely.
That was near perfect.
Yeah.
Good play on the drop down, and they almost caught Ada Captain. But he sneaks around the corner. Good shot by Kiko. Okay, and you know what, Tom? It's starting to look doable again.
Yeah, they got Wingman for plant here as well. Is this the molly that goes to the corner or the molly that goes to the back of yellow?
It's definitely going to make things more problematic. They've also still got the aggressive positioning of Cracks. The flash again. This is why we want to see this guy just back on the KO.
Lovely from him. Good util to enable them to push through as well.
A response from Foot, and you just love
what was
the
it,
way
2
that
kills?
they synergize around that utility.
2 kills, we get a swing round.
The utility from Mystic
Big
kind of helped
round.
them out. Like, you see that wave coming through, and they just pop flash through it as they would their own screen, and it's just an immediate kill onto Nats. Now, sure, weaker weaponry. It was definitely going to be difficult for him to win that battle anyway. But that's the thing with Foot. You might expect that they get into an afterplant and they fall back. That's never going to be the way they play. They're so infuriating with how aggressive and how much space they take.
It's interesting as well, the mosh pit on
What does this
back
normally
yellow.
break the turret
I
this
think the idea was
here?
to get the player to swing to the right. Instead he goes left, round
Wait,
the
that's
back. Cracks is able to
that's
find all
mad,
that
by the way.
space.
So you see this molly that they're doing? It goes all the way out. Okay, it lands on the roof, but because it's like a circle, it would kill the... It would kill the Killjoy turret if it was here. Pretty sure that's right. What? Yeah, do you reckon that's on purpose? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they were holding it at least. Oh boy. Official.
To take down Cena, but still so much they have to do. He's going to have his Thrash online. That might be able to clear some of the spaces. His teammates look to get that a little bit closer. They are going to be watching.
Well, there goes the official.
Deny it ever further. The spam isn't going to find anything else, but the whole goal is to try and clear them out the back line. But he's so desperate.
11 HP for Enzo. Oh my goodness.
To give them that man advantage. Even still, though, a single bullet could remove him from action. The spam is going to take down the wingman and not allow for anything more. But they have now tapped it. The players have to start spraying, but the shots are not being connected.
No time.
And he's done enough. The time is gone. Liquid will get the kills. Foot will get the
And that was the big round. We look over at their money. It is not here.
Double digits, 3 away from taking it.
The way you reacted to that wallbang, I think you'd rather have the kill.
Tom, an Odin retake on B wallbang from Snowman through the box. I will say this, I do not get to see that every day. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The gap in the wall, though, almost better. I mean, what a good idea. Oh no, we've made a mistake. Please don't snakebite us.
That's the thing. It's either intentional or just adaptation in the moment.
Yeah,
and either way, it was just...
At some point, they realized, I'm gonna shoot a guy when he peeks this, and that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of initiative.
Surely Stingers.
Team Liquid, a pause.
Oh man, but they're gonna full eco.
Took a little too long, and there was a fight or two that could have went their way. Some wall banks that could have been closer. It is what it is.
Another game you've won both pistols and
Joga, thank you with the prime, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the 6 months.
Good Foot have been. Obviously, there was an immediate response in the first half, which made it a little bit different. But
what is the score? I mean, they don't need to force.
Been able to streak rounds together. I think
I would like to see some kind of
squad.
Maybe some util would be cool.
Same thing in the first half. Their ults are pretty much every player's performing, so every single
I'm up to
point is going to come online
the force.
At the same
Kiko has ult. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah,
what's the actual money? 1-8. Save gun.
Soon to have ultis. And this round that we're about to
There's
see,
no way
17,
with a save gun they do it.
Be a huge impact round. Team Liquid come in with a lot of weaknesses. One rifle on Nats because he has that little bit to work with, having saved it over. But the rest of the squad,
you get 2-9 loss bonus.
Not looking to gamble at all.
Guys, what is going on?
Bladestorm's going to be used by Kiko
it's
as
not
well.
smart.
That's the end of the compliments for the Liquid prospects. For Foot, they should clean this one up. They should end up with most of those ultis online, and then that's 11-6 in a swing round when Team Liquid invest everything. You've got these ultis to beat them back into submission. It's scary if you're on that defensive side, and for now, you can see the A site has been taken. A big retake going to be needed for Team Liquid.
Yeah, and especially when you don't.
They don't, and they don't buy a cove.
Weaponry either. Like how you're going to push these players out of the deeper
They don't buy a cove when they play retake
so
on A.
Bear in mind, they held on to a lot of their util because you didn't have anything to stop them. So it's not looking great. Yedajay doesn't have much to lose, so he's just going to play aggressively with the Stinger, already clearing out a couple.
Holy.
Kiko does well.
Good luck, man. You gotta kill everyone.
He needs to do so much more. Third kill already on the books. And Mystics managed to get onto the defusal. The
Actually, has to kill everyone. Gets his knife back in 2.
It has to be the ace, and it
Whoa.
needs to be soon.
Good dash.
Fourth kill
Dash
for
nice.
Kiko. At minimum needs to get this to half. Cracks just looking to try and go for the peak, but he's just
Man, that was
with the
really
timer.
nicely tried from him.
It
was a nice try.
He'll make this one costly.
Foot did good as well. You got to give Cracks a shout out for the knife on the jet ult. Pretty much calmed that all down.
Foot now walk in, 3 ults in hand. Cracks 1 away after that last kill. They are going to have a lot of safety nets to fall back on, and yeah, sure, look, a lot of kills, it's great. It puts most of these players down to their last credits on the attacking side for the investment. It's also 11-6 if they win this round. That simply doesn't matter. And for Team Liquid, potentially they've bought themselves 1 anti-eco.
So I'm going to look at the money here, right? So it's 11-6. I'm going to look at the money, and like, cool, they got money saved over. But like, does it? Was it worth it? Imagine if someone had some guns there and they get a kill.
He's round the side, and he's been caught and dealt with. That was a
I like the idea. Like, I like the idea with the high tide.
Yeah,
the problem is they have a res. Enzo needs to try and find something more, but eventually decides, okay, I know that Foot are waiting on the other side. Kiko's given me that information. It's just not worth that peak. And now with no command, he has to do this with no util. It basically just has to be off own individual brilliance. He'll get one, but again, that's a player who could be res. It might be 2 reses in a round for Enzo. No kills, even though he's managed to drop a couple of players.
Double res.
Things in a 4 versus 3. Straight away, we're going to see that reckoning, but a response. I like it. The ult is going to deny any space. And
wait, did he hit the second guy? It was close.
Mystic's been able to sneak his way out, though. That's the one major
No plant on
benefit.
this though. No plant, 4v2. Yampy gets a kill, brings it back to a 3v2. And Yampy is very fast with this rotate. Very, very fast. And they saw both of them on A.
But these B-side defenses have been tough. Foot are able to win these almost every time. Good timing though on the recon. Yumpy, a surprise factor now as he catches Yedajay. Looks at the back. Oh, but he second guesses himself.
Whoa.
Still isolating the
shot.
duel and leaving Mr. Fallen alone.
He heard him.
One that could turn the tide of this game from Mystic with 10 seconds. That plan needs to go in here. And Mr. Fallen
Yeah, I think he heard him if he played it like that.
in these clutch situations.
Nicely done from Mr. Fallon. Yeah, they have big impacts. The big rounds, the big kind of swing rounds.
My man is about to release some sort of pyramid scheme of how to become.
Yeah, he had a sick round there.
Because
Yampy did good to make this to a 1v1.
Plants and just dips Mystic, moves himself top of the board as well. And well, this is the thing. This is what we talk about with fragging IGLs. Mr. Fallen just hits different.
He really does. He's 17 and 12 right now. After the whole conversation, hey, listen, you're right. That's what he deserves. You think about the conversation today. We started it out. CNET, one of the best players in the world, world champion. All we want to see is this guy back on Jet. Screw the other agents. Sue turned around the whiteboard, showed us Jet is the solution. This is where he can be the best. He's 14 and 12. He's trailing Mr. Fallen. You mentioned it starting out this map as well. CNET scary. Cracks, that was what I was worried about. And you said Mr. Fallen on the Sova. He can be terrifying too. Hey, listen, you're spot on that one. The entirety of this Foot squad is terrifying. Even Yedajay, just a few rounds ago, had a massive
He can look stressed. Yeah, dude, it's
I
tell you what, it's a different beast when you're like actually at a venue.
Difficult players to play against. And
he's done a lot of stuff where it's like online watching and it doesn't really give you the full
it wouldn't be the
stress factor.
We've seen on this map, but with the way things have been going, it might just be. But you win both pistols, you're still on 6 rounds. Your opponents have hit 12.
Okay, 6 chances for Foot to end this, and they have knives.
And for the positives,
Viper ult. Where the hell does this go?
Good.
What?
So,
oh,
the way things have gone, I'm
there's
almost
everything
more
going.
terrified of CNET's classic. They am his Blades.
What?
Perhaps I'm right to be. Blades dealt with
It lands here like you're taking
falls,
back a
though. Good
yellow.
trade on the back of the flash
That's
for
really
Enzo.
cool
Kiko
recon,
able to grab
to be fair.
another, and they are hightailing it out of there. No longer
It clears
wanting to
back a
commit to
yellow.
fight. But the
Creates a
Turkish
lot of
squad
pressure like you're
against Team
taking
Liquid play
fast B,
defense.
but actually you're
Foot
walking contact over
and
towards A. It's
disadvantage.
pretty cool.
Kiko on the corner as well. Looking to double up those advantages. 4 versus 2. And the pull around from Mr. Fallen. Well, he'll have to get a lot of value off this flash. Some space taken, but Enzo shuts him down.
Yeah, puts them down to just cracks. Still someone you have to be careful of. He's definitely been looking good back on the KO. The guns are out already as they just hold onto the angle, but Kiko still there. And
Okay, 6 chances down to 5. We're slowly counting. As always.
I think in the first half he had 6 kills. He's had 14 in the second half, and it still hasn't looked that different. But we're starting to see that now. I like the aggressive stance. Like with how Foot have been able to just get into these sites, get into after plants and play those posts. Just wanting to take it to them a little bit. Show that they still have that individual
Force them to an
skill
eco as well.
Versus the Turkish powerhouse.
Hero gun.
Well, you said you were afraid of something.
Okay, so yeah, this molly here. I wonder if we fully follow it. It goes yeah, on top of the roof here. It's
With what they're
interesting.
bringing to the table, because Team Liquid have
Like
lost
the
these
idea.
rounds again and again.
But
Rifles
again,
in their
turret
hand.
not here.
And Foot closing the
Duel at
distance.
middle.
4 players on the choke. Nats up close.
Atta.
Swing, and he's dropped. Oh, no.
Why not? It's an eco.
again.
Might as well
The
move through
deja
that.
vu's already hitting, but Enzo with 2 kills, 3 kills in fact. It looks like we finally tied a bow in this one. I took a moment. Those spams through the smoke, but he's 28 HP.
Oh, he's 26.
There's no way that he gets away with this one, and the flank even being watched by Yumpy. Big ult round for Team Liquid 2, building up Thrash on Enzo. And this kill should be quick, it should be clean. We move
Okay,
on, 12
big
to 8.
buy run
4
now,
more
and there's
needed for
dude,
Team
there's some good
Liquid
ults.
to bring us
Fischl,
to an overtime and keep
Killjoy
this
ult.
series alive.
again, thankfully for them, a lot of these wins have not been coming off the back of ultimates. So they're still going to have Thrash, they're still going to have Lockdown. Finances building, but again, it doesn't matter so much as long as they're getting buys onto the board. And on the other side of things, you've only really got
the amount of times I'm seeing that mosh pit work like this is pretty funny.
From foot closing it similarly to the last map, like you had a few moments, you had a few sort of breathers for Liquid where you go, okay, they look like they're finally getting into things, and then just sledgehammer.
Yeah, but have woken up whenever they've needed to, whenever things have looked good for Liquid and the sun's starting to shine yet again. Or is that gray cloud? We'll sneak up by foot, but this is all being
Got tagged down pretty heavy as they walk through the smoke.
Worry about really. It's just a window peek up top. And Yumpy's going to be caught by that, of course.
With this as well, they kill the killjoy, so both the util goes down, so that creates heavy pressure. Just the kill itself, we've got pressure here, and kind of all across the map now. You can see Nats is having to clear it out.
Trying to put himself in, honestly,
like the best kill they could have got. Kiko is really bold, but he has got so much info and a huge kill.
As I said, I feel like that 37 might be needed if they're going to close out this series, but in the meantime,
thank you, Lexi. Thank you for that. Thank you, YouTube chat.
Yedajay still hanging around. This fight could be absolutely everything. He's not quite looking the right way, but he still manages to win it. One off having that res online, but it might not be needed.
How did that kill the other guy? Oh man, how did that kill the other guy? Nicely done from Foot. Yeah, fully in control for a lot of this.
But they have come back looking as fearsome as ever with a 2-0 victory over Liquid.
Yeah, just give him, dude, honestly, cracks look great on the, great on the KO, as always, great on the race.
Starting to figure out where we gauge them on this stage. But I know exactly what I think of Foot after that one. This is just as terrifying a squad as ever. Seen it on the Jet.
Crowd's back on KO, yeah, it makes sense. Dude, it makes sense with,
he looked the same as always. The
makes sense when Gecko is like super meta.
He showed it here on the server
very
today.
Strong.
Great calls, great push and pull. I think that split is something teams are going to be studying for how they managed to push and pull that map, how they managed to play the control and avoid so many of Team Liquid's trap setups that Koi really struggled up against. This is someone to keep your eye on as the season goes on.
I think the scary thing as well is like we're now seeing that form where every single player within this team is performing. Like the youngster of Yedajay doesn't look a foot out of place. He looks fantastic as he comes in with the team. Mr. Farlin, the captain. I had some of the cheekiest
top 4 EMEA. Dude, if they keep playing KO, they should have a very good season. Because they messed up kickoff. They really messed up kickoff, but this suits them well, and it feels like they've realized that as well.
13 rounds for Foot on this map, 13 rounds for Liquid in the series.
Yeah, Foot looked very good. The good news for Foot as well is like, the first game is like relatively a bit of a raid boss, but in terms of this one, everyone was like fragging out. And they were very on top of just handling a lot of situations well, in terms of the ults, all rounds.
Congratulations on that win. I'm not sure if you're aware, no Turkish team has ever beaten Team Liquid. That has never happened.
Wait, is this the first Turkish team to beat Liquid? That's so funny.
And I believe you only got a map against them the last few times you played against them.
Finals, I guess.
How did you manage to beat them today so convincingly?
Well, I guess the off-season just, I don't know, we prepared on off-season very good, I guess, because a lot of changes on the off-season because we're just trying new things about the last year because during kickoff we just slipped a little bit because of the communication right now, but team just adapting himself right now, so that's why we are just better right now here, I guess.
I feel like you're back on form from last year as well. Now, kickoff CNED's chamber, I feel like a lot of people didn't really have faith in that. So what is it about his chamber that made you guys have faith in it, that made you feel like that you still wanted to play that pick?
Well, how can I say? There are some maps you can just play on the waves, you know, because just doesn't want to split right now, no one else plays. So we're just talking each other and I don't know who's going to play chamber. We just maybe try cracks on chamber, but he plays on waves. So why not? If he can feel it, then he feels it. That's all.
You guys feel confident about it?
yes, that's why we're disciplined right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's CNED as well. I feel like bad that I even doubted him as well. But just as we, expected the weird things from you guys, you decided to bring it back. The KO, the jet. I honestly thought we were never going to see that again from you guys. So do you feel like that was because of some of the things you learned at kickoff, that you felt like maybe you have to still put CNED on the jet sometimes and cracks on the KO sometimes?
Yeah, that works too. But during the off-season, there's a lot of changes. Like I said, we didn't show our last 4 maps. I think people will see the last 4 maps. They're going to be shocked probably.
Oh, Mr. Fon, I really want to see it now. In terms of your individual performance, we were talking about the fragging IGLs, suddenly fragging. You've always been a frag in IGL. I don't feel like you've ever kind of fallen off.
I'm just lucky, no. I'm just lucky.
No. You're the frag in IGL. But how did not making Madrid personally develop you as an IGL and as a player? Because I know it was probably not the result that you wanted.
Well, first of all, our coach is really helping me a lot because I'm not a main IGL like I'm just playing in 2 years in foot, but I'm really not like a real IGL right now again too. I'm saying every time, but no one believes me. I don't know why. Everyone just speaking, but on the mid course, I will just give it, but that's why I'm comfortable with this role right now. I can just fill every role, and I'm just speaking, but not when I'm speaking. There was only 2 more shot callers in the team too, so it's going to be easy for me.
Who are those shot callers in the team? At a captain, right?
I will not say that.
Oh, you want to reveal it? Okay.
All right.
And lastly, before I let you go, you've already broken a record today. You put Turkey back on the map. BBL, they're going to be playing next against Gentlemates. So how do you think this match is going to go?
Well, I hope they win here again because it will be banger with 2 Turkish teams in the first day and win the 2 matches. I just wish them luck. I hope they win.
You know me, Mr. Fan. I believe. Thank you so much.
Too, I know,
yeah, I believe. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you here next week. Well, you heard the man. He thinks it's going to be a banger coming up, and we will be delivering BBL versus Gentlemates right after this.
Okay, another 2-0 for EMEA. 5th in a row. 5th in a row.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Paco, and Picasso.
Also, chatters, people flaming. I saw a few. I did see a few. Am I gonna watch Pacific tomorrow? Yeah, of course, dude. Of course.
But in spite of everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia.
Can I explain the format? I don't know if that's a bait or not, man. The format's wild. I had to do this for China as well. Going to do it again? I can do it again. You don't understand, bro. If I put you through it, you're not going to understand. Group A plays Group B.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy.
But then you're
Lin,
ranked against Group A. Okay, so you're ranked from 1 to 6 or 1 to 5. Okay, but then 3 people go through from each group, and then number 1 goes through to basically 6 teams go through to playoffs. 2 from A plays 3 from B. 2 from B plays 3 from A, and then this is single elim. So you get knocked out, and then 1 plays the winner of this, and then it's double elim. And then only the top 3 go through. Very easy to understand, right? That's crazy. Wait, did you actually understand it? If you understood that. That was this draw and everything. Okay, I'll be right back, chat. Ads coming your way. Quite simple. I mean, honestly. Maybe. Could be simpler, I would say. But sure. Okay, I'll be right back. Life, you don't get it back, make the most of it, become the best that I can. Everybody look at me, I got a plan. You gotta work hard, play hard, do it from the start, cause how you do anything is everything you start. Stay consistent and do it every day, don't let fatigue get in your way, cause 10% of something is better than nothing. You better do something if you wanna be something. I can feel my stomach rumbling, I'm hungry, big things coming, I ain't bluffing, yeah. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day and train, yeah. It'll all be worth it. One day it'll all be worth it.
keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. I've had enough, I'm making my own luck. Adrenaline, my drug, I'm sick of feeling stuck. I got this, will not quit to the top, I promise. Cause I've had enough. You better watch out, I'm on the climb to the crown in my prime right now. Hear me loud, I've been spitting for a while now. All by myself, independent DIY now. Don't need no help, I've been beating out labels and money and budgets, it's funny. I do all the work, yeah, keep it 100. I fight for my dreams, I would die for these things. I believe in myself, I refuse to be weak, I like to build things. Empires out of buildings, I wanna leave a legacy of helping others finally feel things. Of motivating and killing, depression, exhaustion, we need some healing. I work through the pain, I like seeing gains. I keep my head down, buried, walk through the flames. Yeah, I do this every day, even when I feel drained. A true man pushes through, you don't hear complaints. No, I don't wanna stay the same, yeah. So I keep pushing through the pain, yeah. That's the only way to make a change, yeah. So I fight every day.
Welcome aboard to Flight 80 ACS from Helsinki to Berlin. This is your Capitan, Bone Cold speaking. And your co-pilot on this journey today will be Mitch, man. Mitch, can you give me the last status update, please?
Oh, yes, sir. All cargo has been loaded and the final passengers have just boarded. All accounted for except for one. Goes by the name of Nathan. Any idea where he might be?
No, tongue. On the way. And he got one man down just being him. He wearing Gucci.
Well, thank you very much, Captain Bone Cold and co-pilot Mitch, for getting the tank here safely on the wing, of course. But this is the thing, great song, by the way. I can listen to this all day and all night. You guys should definitely check it out. But this is the thing, Bone Cold, I know you used to play with Nathan. I know you got a bit of an affiliation here with Gentlemates. You might even be supporting them right now. But I have a sneaky feeling that I could potentially change your mind, because I'm going to show you a little bit of a presentation just on why you should be supporting BBL and why BBL could be the team that comes out on top against Gentlemates. First of all, I'm going to throw those two, Kakuka and Bone Cold, who are currently on the desk. Guys, can you tell me who these guys are? Names? Which players do you see?
Brave.
Then you have Yeti.
Nope. Unfortunately, you don't.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not Foot.
It is not. It is BBL. But you got Brave, right? So, you know, it is Brave. Brave. Elite. Just some words people use to describe BBL, and they will be right. On the other side, though, we have Reezy, of course. You can't spell Reezy without easy, and that is how this game is going to go today. Very bad, poor start from YouTube, but I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself, because as we take a look...
I mean, I can't see because I have a monitor here, but...
as we take a look at the next slide, I'm going to ask you another question. Same question. What do you see? What is this?
It's a crown from BBL.
Yeah, the BBL logo?
Yeah.
I mean, on the surface, it looks like this is the BBL logo. But if we zoom in, it is actually a little bit more than just the BBL logo, because if you guys look at the very bottom, as we zoom in, yes, there we go. It is actually the map of Ascent, as you guys all know.
The one that they got destroyed in, by the way?
This is the Turkish home ground. This is the map that BBL always win on. If you don't ban Ascent against BBL, you might as well just pay the price for it. Ask DRX and Fnatic how that went. All right, next slide. As we move on here, I'm going to give you a couple of more reasons. Another question, Kakuka and Bone Cold. What do you think Epic is thinking about?
It could be anything. Maybe from his wedding to his cat dying. It's epic, so I don't think it's easy to know.
Buncode, what about you? What do you think he's thinking about right here?
I think he's having a stare-off with the Gentlemates player of Nathan.
Okay.
Well, this is the thing. Both of you kind of alluded to it. It's hard to know. And it is hard to know. Nobody really ever knows what Epic is thinking. He's got one emotion, one game face for everything. He could be happy, he could be sad. The thing is, if nobody can read him, then how is Gentlemates going to be able to read him? Existence, you have a very, very, very big task today, because honestly, I don't even think Epic knows how he's feeling half the times. But that is going to be a job for you, Gentlemates and Existence. But last but not least, let me bring this back for you. A math equation. Mini-Boo, of course, passed his exam this week. I want to see if you guys can pass a math question. If the value of X is W, then what is Cushioner X?
That is Cushioner W.
Hey, Bunko! Ding, 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 ding. Cushioner W.
That's how math work.
Cushioner W.
WTF. Rando Jen, thank you so much.
Cushioner W.
What about the Cushioner?
Hey, yo, let me just do the punchline. Holy moly. Cushioner W indeed. He's going to bring home those wins, baby. Forza, BBL.
Thank you, Rando.
I rest
Appreciate
my
it. Thank you for the
case.
20 months as well.
If you weren't already supporting BBL, I feel like you have to after that. Yes, I will give you guys a chance to make a case for Gentlemates as well. Kukuko, I believe you have prepared something too.
I am so ready for this. So, I know you're good at presentations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
consider myself even better.
Okay,
you know?
I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to give you the floor.
If there is a world which this can be, because I have it. I have not only the proof, but also exactly what we need to know about Gentlemates. Do you guys recognize this? Huh?
What are you
Have you seen it before? I got the strap book
Take the
from
Spanish
Existence.
people out.
Hear me
How
out.
dare
Okay,
Spanish
so-
people could team
so
about
it
a
was
French
just
team?
a joke.
What is
It
going
was
on?
a joke.
Thank you very much. Here it is. Hello everyone, I'm Ita, one of the French caster here. So I'm gonna speak a bit about Gentlemates because of course it's a French team, so I have the job to do it. So first of all, Gentlemates is all about, as a French guy, I'm of course very proud to see Gentlemates in the VCT EMEA, of course. Production, you can go on, you can press the buttons to see what's happening here. So yeah. Gentlemates, here it is. Very nice logo, by the way. I think it's maybe better than BBL. What do you think, Desk? What's the thing between the logo of BBL and Gentlemates?
I'll be honest, their logo's not great.
It's urban, it's new, it's exciting.
Yeah, really original, but you have to know, for those who know, of course, Gentlemates are from France, so of course, when you hear France, you have a lot of things going on. We have the French Bulldogs, which is a very cute dogs, of course, that's gonna appear here on the time. And we are nice people. We all know that French are used
The
to be
pistol's nice, though.
with
I'll give them
everyone,
that.
so
The
we
pistol
always
skin
like
is
this
nice.
good mood. I think I said basically
Hey, you're
everything
not wrong.
about France. Oh no, oh yeah, okay. There is the baguette, of course. There is the baguette. So let's talk about Gentlemates more precisely now. Let's talk about the players, which we all love here. We have the chance to have a fully French roster. Let's start with Beyaz. Beyaz, of course, is a great IGL, very smiley, good energy with the team. He's always smiling, guys. But you have to know, this guy is cooking inside and outside of the game, of course, because he has some huge cooking skills. As you can see here, he can like do some lamb rips for you guys. So here is a very good guy. Let's go Natank now. Very flexible player, and of course, impeccable jawline. Look at this. This guy is very handsome, Natank, and we love him, of course. Next player is, of course, Takas. We all know that. We used to know it because he was one of the MVPs of the Challengers France League, of course. And, I mean, Jet is literally made for him. So there is no chance Cushioner X can beat this guy, okay? So Takas, let's go. And for the next player, Whalers, of course. Whalers! Which is, we know, a very experienced player because he used to compete in other scenes. Also, a controller master. Why? Because he plays Omen, but also is a master man with the control pad. So that's why he can also do many things with a mouse and keyboard. Next for Logan, very consistent on Sentinel War, very talented also. But you have to know, guys, that Logan has a playoff mode. He literally can expand his domain into playoffs and do just like 30 kills per map during playoffs. So be careful of Logan. He's maybe the most dangerous guy in this team. That's all for me. Thank you for your attention. I hope my beloved French supporter is agreeing with me. 07, guys.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna invite Ita back to the desk to join us. Bone Cold. I feel that was a fantastic presentation, by the way.
Exceptional.
But you're already biased. You already have a horse in this race. So I want you to objectively say which one was more persuasive.
It has to be Ita's presentation about Gentlemates. I just feel like, like there was a little bit more, like thought, like put into it. I like the fact, like Beas is cooking. I saw, like the very gentle and a good mate of mine, Nathan, was up there.
How did kickoff go?
Oh, kickoff, like it was just, like a Mickey Mouse split. Nobody really, looking up to it. So now this is the time people are pushing, like it's starting to get to the middle of the year, closer to champions. This is where the players start playing,
You are really in your villainous era, I feel like. You came in bone hot today, I feel like, not bone cold. But all jokes aside, I'm actually a huge Gentlemates fan. So much so, I bought the Gentlemates bundle. And I feel like if we take a look at the leaderboard, I think I contributed a little bit to their success. Did you expect them to be this high up?
To be honest, no. I thought KC would be maybe much higher, but it's a pleasure to have two French teams being in the top 3.
I mean, it's a sick
classic bundle, so keep buying.
Like the classic sick here as well.
Yeah, but,
like Koi's only got this many because it's a sick bundle,
we
right?
have to let the little places for the little clubs.
What bundle did you buy?
Sentinels.
Oh, get him off! Security!
I'm so sorry,
Security, come and get him off the desk.
It's nice, yeah.
Because they won the Masters Madrid, but I will of course buy every bundle I like.
Zelsis got to you?
I like the Fnatic bundle, I like the Gentlemates bundle, and the KC one, and the T1 one, and every bundle.
You're just naming every single team. Bonko, what about you? Which bundle did you buy?
I did not buy a single body.
Wow, this guy hates esports.
If I would actually have the chance, I would actually also get the Sentinels.
What is going on today? I don't like, you guys, Zelsis has got to you. I feel like the marketing is working.
No, like the marketing, absolutely brilliant. I just love to see Zelsis, like jumping on the stage.
Well, I'm gonna use this opportunity to say buy the BBL bundle. Everybody, make sure you do it. Turkey on top. I'm biased. Blah blah blah. But let's talk a little bit about this matchup here, because after what happened at kickoff, some of the showing we saw from both teams, you can't help but feel like this might be a slightly more towards the mid-table, or maybe even lower than that, kind of head-to-head. Would you say that's fair in terms of the quality we saw?
Yeah, I would. I feel like both of the teams will come in with very, very low expectations. I don't feel like neither of the teams have that much pressure coming into the match. So that is one of the biggest reasons I think we will actually see very exciting gameplay today, from both teams.
I think for Gentlemates it's pretty hard to say because during the kickoff they were facing Vitality 2 times and they did very good and very bad at the same time. So I feel like if they don't win 2-0 today, it's going to be hard for them. The challenge is very high this year.
Oh, you think this could be, if they have to come
out
looking
good? It's 2-0 for BBL or 2-0 for Gentlemates. Of course I pray for Gentlemates.
Wow.
We only get 2-0s in the EMEA. It's going to be a 2-0 no matter what.
Close match, to be honest. I feel like both
you win
the
it's like Baron going free, man. You win the first map, it's done.
Back into the action and actually.
But do you think it went wrong for Liquid? Where their split the split defense needs some work.
The France versus Spain
especially
rivalry,
middle.
Even within the regions. Is there a Turkey versus France rivalry? Does that exist?
I
don't remember their icebox now.
We have,
their icebox, I think they just weren't used to this kind of comp. Maybe.
A lot in French, so I mean, KC won against.
But also look very decent.
So I guess
you got to put that up there. But
in a way.
Oh, that's. I feel like this maybe we give another kind of depth to it.
They just looked a step ahead in terms of plans, in terms of foot.
Maybe France is the nemesis of Turkish teams.
I mean, foot just be Liquid, and Liquid have never lost to a Turkish team before. So I feel like maybe today we're gonna get a little bit of record, a breakup. But before we throw to the walkouts, very quick prediction, scoreline. You think 2-0, gentlemen?
Gentlemen, 2-0, let's go!
I'm gonna say 2-1. Nathan will come up clutch in the third map.
Oh, that's a very, very specific prediction. We'll see what happens in just a moment, because this is going to be a great battle of fan base, of Cloud, and of course on the server. Returning to VCT EMEA, here's BBL and Gentlemen.
Nice.
the hot mic. Oh, Mike strikes again.
Forza BBL, they are back here on the stage. Not the greatest showing we saw of them at kickoff, but this is a long season and they will have an opportunity to fight for a spot at Masters and become the Turkish team that everybody wants to see them be. But on the other side, however, it is Gentlemates. They earned their way into VCT. They promoted through Ascension and they have 5 fantastic players behind a legendary coach of existence. As Ita said, you want to see them come out here strong. They just faced Vitality. They didn't get to show everything they wanted to do. But my question for you is, what is in those notes? The notes we see Existence bring on stage, bring backstage, in the coaching room all the time. What is on there?
He's already been like this. I think Existence has a huge experience in the coaching scene now, so I think he did some great cookings for us. I'm very excited.
Who do I have winning? Who did I put in my pick'ems?
Exotic compositions.
Speaking of
Gentlemates, I think? Wait, who did I actually can't remember who I picked. This is a pretty 50-50. I think I did Gentlemates.
As we take a look at the map vetoes, do you think Gentlemates should keep cooking or maybe dial it back?
Close though, this one.
I wouldn't mind coming into the new split with some exciting like new maps and like strategies. I feel like
BBL picks Ascent. That's
like,
no surprise there.
To bring in like new stuff, especially when it's a matchup like this where I feel like you don't get like that much pressure. You're not playing against like the last
Unsaid, then they can play Phoenix if they want to.
I feel like you can bring like something new.
Icebox.
I mean, you say that we get Ascent right off the bat, and I was going really hard in BBL's Ascent.
At least we get 2 new maps.
I mean, I know they lost a kickoff, but it's BBL's Ascent.
Yeah, I have to say I'm a bit afraid of the Ascent one, but the Sunset is good because they show
Currently 5 out of 6 on pick'ems. What am I? I lost the Chinese game today, right?
Yeah,
for including that.
Maybe it's gonna be 3 maps, I guess. With the Ascent,
I got the Fnatic game wrong, but I also didn't realize Miniboo would be playing. But even if I knew Miniboo was playing, I would have gone for Fnatic, so it doesn't matter.
How do you play against Nathan's Phoenix?
Fantasy, what do you do? Are you joining? What is this question?
To be behind every single corner, ready to flash.
Vanity, you back on smokes?
If I was in BBL
Clove?
shoes, I would love to see them being very meticulous, clearing him out if he would be on the Phoenix. I would like to see 3 people trying to clear him out very, very slowly. Don't give him a chance.
I mean, with this pick, he can literally play for himself. He can do whatever he wants. He has like white card to do.
Vanity back the judge only, dude. I'm telling you, Clove is made for Vanity. He can judge 80% of every single map, apart from Breeze. Clove is made for Angel, bro. Clove is made for you. I'm telling you, you're sleeping on it.
I didn't expect the Euro, but I'm glad.
No, I feel like Gentlemates will go hard on this one. I love the fact that now you have Takas and Nathan that can go absolutely wild. You can be playing on both sides, you can play for yourself, you have fast rotations.
What?
This is gonna be nice.
What? Phoenix Yoru. You got the flashes with Yoru. You then have a Cypher, so you get info.
Is this gonna be good enough against a Turkish?
I mean,
I think it is.
Honestly?
I want to see like convincing Gentlemates.
Oh, double flash.
I mean, if there's a composition that will catch you off guard, it is this one. I feel like this is something that can break the consistency of BBL's Ascent.
But could this be an overcook too? Do you think maybe
Oh,
they
it could
could have
for sure be an overcook.
There is a chance, but I have the trust that if they have been preparing for this, they could, like, I feel like every single team could go back to the very your bread and butter, like Jet, KO and Sova lineup. So if they're confident on this, I'm confident with them.
I mean, it depends if BBL are ready to face that kind of composition, which can go very crazy by a time. So I'm very happy to see like the Euro on Takas, because he used to play only Jets, so now they have like many tools for them.
Yeah, and also like you mentioned, Logan going back to the Cypher as well. Again, not something that we see that often on
It's honestly not too bad.
Thank you very much, Ita, for joining us. It's been great to have you. Thank you, Bunkod, as well. And I'm going to throw this over to your casters. Give a warm welcome to Pansy and Steel.
Thank you so much, Sue.
Isn't KO just better than Phoenix? I mean, yeah, but this team really likes Phoenix, and the Phoenix all at least is good. It's good for retake. Like, it's still good at doing stuff. And if you have a comp that can easily take map control, then
feel like I
Kinda
can't
worth.
question existence though.
Can
Like,
be
if he's
worth.
cooked some ideas up, like I'm always gonna just wait.
Sabrosa, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you.
Well, or where do you sit on this fence?
I mean,
Get the raid back the
the
other day. Thank you so much, man.
What you want to do is you want to make sure that you
Hope
play
stream
to
was good,
your
dude.
team's strengths, and if players are more comfortable on certain agents,
Thank you so
then
much.
try
Thank
to
you,
make that
thank you.
work if it's the
What's
way
up, Raiders?
the
How we
team
doing?
wants to go. So I mean, we're gonna have to wait and
Okay,
see.
BBL
I
on
don't
defense.
personally believe in it, but
Gentleman's on attack.
We're happy to be wrong.
Phoenix,
Gentleman's over
Yoru.
BBL. Let's just say it that way. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Fair enough. No, I'm quite interested now.
Sure.
if
I
you
mean,
can get to
Phoenix
that
already
after
getting
that
orbs.
potentially, right? 'Cause I think it's quite
We'll keep an eye on that.
Gentlemates have a very explosive composition here that could look good. And then a Turkish team on Ascent. I mean,
Still on the
it is
cast.
one of those things
I
that
like
seems
still
to
on
go
the cast
hand in hand
because
to work so
I
perfectly
tend to
for
not
both
flame
sides.
too
But
much, and
we'll see how
he
this
does
works
the
out. We
flaming
get to see
for
on the
me
attacking side
on
first
the
of all,
main
in
stream,
its
so
best
it's not too
form, if
bad.
anything.
Yeah.
He's very
I mean,
brutally
while we have
honest,
this
but
lull in the
it's
round,
it's
I
like a
mean,
lot of his stuff is
Phoenix
actually
being able to rack
right,
up all the
so
orbs
it's
from
fine.
B main and A main on this map could play in their favor really
He is a
well.
savage though.
Certainly could do. Lots of pressure over towards tree, but keep your eyes towards the spike
The
as
fake
well.
pressure over towards short, try and get a rotate
Pressure
in,
towards middle,
and then
still
split
utility
B.
there from Elite, so
Dive
that's gonna be
goes in.
slowing
I
down
don't know if
any
it hit
sort of
these two.
burst to this. There we go, dealt with. They do manage to split towards B.
No
This puts
recon.
Elite now
Oh man, this Killjoy
on the play
is.
potentially. Nice connection on the first, gets to dip away and keep his life. Pressure
Yeah, this
though
Killjoy needs to do
towards
everything.
CT. The tank gonna punish Easy on the cross, and is now down to Elite on the back of the site. Lovely work from him again. This guy seemed to
Honestly,
be
did
lost for
fine.
a second, so Whalers and Logan actually get a little bit of a fight back. Plants can be coming down in a 3v2.
Ooh,
making
Omen
a
Flash
2v2.
used early though.
It's on Kushner and Brave to close that gap. Whalers in the tank. Nice little setup here.
That the stream can be louder, yeah?
May not even need it.
Ooh, nice higher lower.
Whalers there, just gonna seal it, but
Strong higher lower from
I
them.
don't think we saw the best of that comp coming out
Phoenix
just yet.
halfway
You know,
to
it's
ult
its
as well.
first round, but looking decent.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see the strengths of them on
Me
attack
put it up
anyways, just
slightly.
because they'll have the double flashers. We saw a really cool opening
There
from
we go.
them. They collected that Phoenix orb at A main, moved over back to middle, put a little bit of a pressure towards Cat, make it look like it's an A play. It actually pulled the Silver away. It was just the Killjoy alone on B. If the
Yeah,
Killjoy's
it's
gonna
a
be
strong
alone on B
pistol.
there,
Good
I
bit of
think
pressure.
they should not have a ghost. I think maybe invest in some mollies or molly alarm bot. You can help like stall. If they push you, you can put a molly at one of the doorways.
Okay, maybe min-max the potential.
He's already
Love a
flaming.
little min-max.
He's already flaming the pistol buy.
I do want to see how Takas does here.
He's never
See a bit of
happy.
variety from him. I mean, hopefully it looks good, right? Terrible, it looks atrocious. Elite forced to show his hand early here, and the pressure soon to follow. Now this round.
Okay, we need to keep an eye on this because the tank is 2 away from his ult, and that's pretty much the main thing. Obviously, they want to win, but if they can get the ult into the next round, that's the one.
Round. That's what they're prioritizing. Elite again, similar scenario to that first round here. However, this time they are far better equipped.
Okay,
Nice
and then
attempt,
just
but
give them the
tank
spike, and
clears
that's it
comfortably.
secured.
And
Throw over
BBL
the spike, and they got the ult into this round no matter what.
Takas to go
Next
farming.
round, sorry.
And he absolutely does. 3 quick kills. That's gonna be looking towards the ult here.
They should
Be
let the
happy
Phoenix.
with that.
Yeah. The Titan has his ulti for the next round as well. So that's going to be something to look forward to for their... I mean, effectively, it is their bonus round. It will be.
Yeah.
But they have 2 Vandals and 3 Bulldogs. Like, that's not really a bonus round buy. That's a gun round buy.
Yeah, that's a full-on
Right,
buy. Now,
one
costing
gun,
them
1 armor
I
rebuy.
guess
That is it.
I don't
Solid.
like saying only the Bulldog, but a Bulldog going down isn't the worst thing in the world. If they lost either of those Vandals, that would be rough. But you're right, this isn't really just a bonus round. This was a very heavily invested round 2. Worked out quite nicely for Takas there. We're talking about ults as well, and the tank has his ready, so Takas, that almost second string to this, 2 away from getting his online. On the other
Kushner
side,
bought
first chance for a fight
Sheriff,
back,
he
really.
gets
We
light
have
armor.
Full rifle, so if anything,
And they lost a
buy round
rifle,
as
so
much
they
as we
buy a
can get.
rifle back. There's one person that gets a little bit wrecked next round
Real
if
test
they
for the
lose
key
this round.
players here.
Dude, fast round.
That looks like a little bit of a pump. The Omen flash to take B main control, but no instant follow-up.
Yeah, I want to see if they fully commit through this. Again, we have seen them now add bodies to this side, though, right? The amount of the first 2 rounds, it was kind of elite soloing this, had some support, but very limited. Now you've got Reezy on the site. You've already got CT with Kushner. So maybe considering, and they're already starting to probe on the rest of the map, right? Oh, that's huge. info.
Literally
That's
hit all
pretty much
5.
everyone revealed.
Yeah, we have deep info here on A main from the Omen. He knows exactly what's up, and he's taking all the space out here as well. So this is going to keep the attackers contained, and he's going to hear it this entire rotation.
Yeah, Brave just called that. He's heard at least something. Does Takas clear this? I don't think he does, no.
Not a chance.
Oh,
Yeah,
risky
French
guy.
is working out well there. There was no one else coming through this way, so
Don't give it up though. Why? You already have the space. You do have the follow-up. Your
Man, I love Josh, bro. He's so funny.
But it's not worth it. You already know that they're contained towards B. You have like really good positioning on them. You have the man advantage. It's just free.
30
but now
seconds left.
Now an option,
So
an
good.
opportunity in a 4v4. The repump towards that B side. They still have to get past all of this utility. And actually, it's dealt really well with the front line of an
Ooh,
attack.
that's a nice knife as well. They take down the initial hit and the knife goes in and hits everyone. Yeah, that was solid. And they took away the Phoenix Soul. It was convincing. Still, two people died, so we get a big swing round.
From both Brave and Pora to get the deep lines. We have Pora actually.
He's not wrong. That's the thing. He's never wrong with it. It's just funny hearing it as a cast. I like it. It's a different approach. Okay, so everyone with a circle can't buy next round.
Really deep aggressive. He just runs literally just full speed all the way
2-4.
top middle.
Yeah, this guy's
and
fine.
that's basically what sealed the deal for the team. BBL getting the first round.
Yeah, gonna claim this one. Again, now looking at those ults. Takas didn't manage
Okay,
to
and
convert.
they made sure that they were further away for this. So knife goes in, and they were waiting for the timing of that one. Made sure they stayed outside of it.
See if
Age
Takas
goes
can
short,
maybe
recon
go
goes
towards
middle.
it. Again, only coming in with that SMG. Far from ideal, but a pace change potentially through middle. Too surprising
There's
here.
a lot of pressure.
Receiving a lot of attention, a lot of eyes turning his way. But
Can
keep
they
your
even
eyes
invest
towards
the
spike
drone
as
into
well.
this?
A little bit of push and pull.
Yeah, it pulls
Pressure,
one
but
off
it is
short.
only Takas so far.
Pulls one off short, and it pulls one away from A. So they now double up short.
Looks like already BBL kind of noting that there's not that much commitment behind this. They shouldn't leave this A site. As already Elite finds Takas, that alleviates all that pressure they were trying to put on them towards middle.
Walk
but
in.
Tank's crept out far. No one's been keeping track on this. They
Um,
have no idea they could have made it to this point. BBL caught sleeping on the job a little
halfway.
here. Those two players in mid.
I don't want to
they've
risk
already
getting him
gone
the
down,
plant
already been
because
dealt
why would
with.
you? We have a silver luck over towards middle.
BBL now gonna have to try and work this back in with less than ideal. Reezy, Elite, and Kushina.
Dude, even if they break the door, you got a solid trip as well.
Jen, and Whaler's comfortable. No trade there.
This is a nice round from them though. Again, just fake pressure over towards here, and all they were trying to do is just pull this rotation for these guys to double up short while they were worried about middle. And there's the silver luck we were talking about.
Gentlemates get away with daylight robbery in that round.
I think you hit the nail on the head with that.
You
There
can
was
hear
no
it still boiling.
follow-up behind the Yoru at mid. It was so obvious that it was a fake. There was no one coming through B main. There was no one following up with the Yoru. It was just like almost too obvious. But then caught with their pants down at Garden.
Dude, it wasn't that bad, man. It wasn't too obvious. They sent a Yoru into market.
And then extending all the way through, not closing the
It was
door,
okay.
not running, not
It
like,
wasn't
using a bunch
as
of
bad as
abilities.
you're saying.
They walked all the way in, catch them with their pants down, and are able to secure that round clean.
Okay, Yoru ult into this one. Do they want to use it?
Sight take like that. Hey, you take it when you get it. I'm sure Gentlemates are absolutely chuffed with that one.
Do they know?
I don't know if anyone spotted this. Oh, he's definitely been seen now. Yeah, Brave
He
gonna
just about to molly, but then he got hit by the knife.
has to respect that utility out of the tank. Trying to zone out that A main hold, but we've been seeing these
4
fakes coming
rounds
out
in
from
and he's
Gentlemates. They can't
obliterating
be
them.
too certain.
Yeah, he really
Takas
is.
with the ult could potentially apply a lot more pressure, but opting to back away now.
That Yoru ulti as well in play right now. I think they're going to use that. They can't
Okay,
decide
so
right
change
now.
of
They're
call,
running back
whatever
and
this
forth in
was. So
spawn.
they were going to
Can't
group
decide
back and
which way
push
they
back
wanna
over
go with
towards
it.
B, but the call now is just straight up A here with the Yoru ult, I guess. The thing at the moment is just how much info we got here, right? Early B info, early mid info can keep the 3-person stack. Gun is here in terms of Kushina.
So he's the one to try and get towards the site. Should have noted at least one of these two players. Definitely seen them.
Oh,
now.
they're not going to hear
Paranoia
this.
doing where everything looking
Omen,
so
yeah, they're not going to hear this with the Omen
was a
flash.
Gorgeous execution on
Lovely.
the site. Takas teed up for success. And now BBL behind the curve. They were in the right place this time.
30
Didn't
seconds
fall
left.
for any pressure elsewhere or that lull in the
Yeah,
round.
that was sick.
But
And they doubled up
what are you
though,
meant to
so
do
it was
here?
nice.
The only
And the Jet had to get
real
out of there with the
threat
gun.
comes from Kushina. 2 sheriffs otherwise. Gets 5 standing strong. Beautiful work from
So what,
Gentlemates
2
here.
go for it,
Great
1
execution
saves.
there, and,
And then
you know,
Gentlemates
couple of
money's just out of
sheriffs are
control.
Probably going to look for a little bit of opportunity. Obviously, it being one of their save rounds, so they're just going to see what they can get.
Yeah, 3K on top
They
of
don't
this.
want to feed the wrong players, right?
Yeah,
Baton
'cause
can get
they
his
can
ulti.
build back,
Savage.
right? They can get them back, and they're so pivotal to these rounds. He's going to go down. Elite does find one. Elite
Yeah, and that's no matter what, I still think that's worth. Good amount of money. Phoenix gets ult.
Is going to be Gentlemates. That was, I have to highlight how well done that was. That was very nice to witness. Seeing that kind of utility combination between Wales,
Yeah, and I think it was a good call as well. They were tempted to push them back over towards B main, but they just kept it really, really simple.
These sort of like site takes and these sort of like well-rounded hits. I mean, it's not overly complicated, but it's what I want to see from a team with someone like Existence.
The recon timing was really strong as well.
This is exactly what I want to be seeing.
It was so simple yet so deep. There was so much depth to it, right? We have the Yoru just going in.
Okay, it's a late TP so that he can help take them A and then TP out. Is he flashing or is... Okay, Phoenix
They
flashing.
can't hear the Yoru come out of the ultimate, and then he gets 2 in the back for free.
Oh my.
BBL do need to start getting a bit of a grip on this game. It's still early.
I love the mixture of conditioning that Gentlemates did here. The Omen shows himself towards A. They put a lot of pressure here, but it's going to be.
This is really sick. Yeah, and the TP is still up for the TP is still up for the Yoru as well. So he goes and joins them. And they showed 3-person pressure in terms of Phoenix, Yoru, and Sova. The Phoenix blocked vision.
That lockdown is going to be looming.
Oh,
so you can't leave this too late for Gentlemates.
I mean, he can just call them back to A, to be honest. They can just keep this simple.
Guys, the site is completely mine.
Don't go through middle.
Look towards short, Josh. There is an issue there. There is a potential cutoff point here, but Pora already took some damage early on.
Yeah, this is just psycho mode, honestly. Like, there's the Phoenix with the ultimates in A site. He's got it secured for free. The rest of the team's going to try to meet up. The KO.
Oh, Pora, this is on you. This is all on you. Excellent on the first, but he couldn't quite withstand the pressure in a tank then.
That was pretty cool as well, though. They cleared over towards A. They create pressure on short. And then he ults from this corner. Was it this corner? Yeah, he ults from this corner. So while they're focused on short, if they did double up, they get pinched from either side.
Gets it on Logan for sure. Bears now can just kind of play to the time.
Dude, BBL need a timeout. They've got to play A site. They got to play on A site. The Omen's got to anchor heavier, I think. It's been hard because every single time they have like double ults.
Leaving just elite there, but did Bears just pop his
Wait,
ult?
did he just pop his ult? And then insta cancel so no one heard it?
I think Bears just popped his ult. Got a little excited.
I think so.
Seen that happen before?
Yeah.
Hiko's done that. Hiko ult. But I love the idea there behind getting into, when they had the garden control, they understood, hey, Elite's got his Killjoy locked down. If they come into the retake, then they're going to go for the lockdown in garden area. Let's keep this control. Instead of like falling back to the site after we get the spike planted, instead of falling back to A main, let's stay here. Let's have this crossfire that we have set up between tree, between heaven, between the little glass.
That was a good replay.
Let's make sure that we lock this area down because don't want the enemy to get their lockdown off.
Yeah, and it does say it's a Gentlemates timeout, but I mean, they are up 5-1, but maybe just wanting to check in.
Do I like Gentlemates comp? I think every single time I watch a Yoru on this map, it's like really good for the first showing. Second showing pretty much gets worse or it gets antied, and then third showing it's wrecked. So we'll be interested to see if this is the same kind of thing.
They do have ults, and they have some very influential ults as well, and they're very close to having reasons.
They got some really good stuff at the moment. It's hard to tell where they're going. It feels like they're everywhere on the map.
Ready to bring in, but they need to kind of get a
if you're
grip on
BBL though, they got to go more
feels
aggro.
like they're so behind in this now, sitting at a 5-1 scoreline, started off very close. But Gentlemates, their attacking side, yes, obviously this
A lot of
competition
ults,
is
but it's
highly
eco.
favourable to the
Tell me they
attacking
don't
field
pop all
side,
their
so
ults in the
you're
eco and
gonna
lose the
look to try
round.
and get as much as you can, obviously, and you're hoping for a very favourable score, but BBL are being very quiet for themselves here.
Yeah, very quiet for sure. Gentlemates obviously maxing out all the rounds that they can get on their attack side because going into defense isn't going to be as easy, not without.
And I like this from Gentlemates. They just stay far back because they know that a lot of people just have set rounds where they like to go aggro, do some kind of vision strikers pinch towards B.
No super aggressive plays right now.
Boy.
First point of contact over towards Cat. It's got to be Pora now being a little bit more careful. You kind of want to make sure Kushner can play into this, or at least maybe get a trade with someone. Aldrome only going to know Pora. A great shot from him. That's Takas gone. Gentlemates losing out a little here. Don't know if they can police that weapon away.
Yeah, and they don't really know. how much pressure they've created, but there was a timing where they could have gone up to short. So these three are going to have to stay here for a while.
That's nice from the tank, kind of almost policing the weapon actively, making sure no one can get their hand on the rifle that was taken out of Takas's hands. Oh, and a beautiful follow-up.
And he just
Again,
calls him back.
That's an issue,
Oh,
though.
what a shot. Dude, sick shot from Logan.
But still, there was a
It's so weird. We think it's like a... The amount of freedom that the tank has is unreal. Yeah, it's like a lurking phoenix that is just allowed to do what it wants, and it just has multiple ults. Because it's just lurking, killing everyone.
And it's giving Gentlemates the opportunity to find the lane of least resistance.
Yeah, nice little crossfire here, or at least should I say contact point. Again, Logan going on to find it first.
Hello.
Still worth the tank going down here as well. Money's high. He now has 3 out of 6 for another ult.
Toying with kind of the push and the pull, right? It feels like for BBL they haven't had everyone in the right site at the right time. There's a lot of fakes running out here, and
it could be, Teats. It could be. It's not too bad at all.
What's the answer for BBL? Is it to take dedicated deeper space?
Teats, you must have so much footage in terms of games to cover at the moment.
When you're being run around the map like this?
Yeah, I think one of the things that they haven't really been able to do yet is get an opt-out. I think we're going to see that now for the first time.
Must be overloaded.
We haven't even seen Gentlemates even breaking the alarm bot at middle that often. I think we've only seen it 2 times out of the last 7 rounds. So, yeah, getting deeper lines could be really good for BBL. Obviously, the 1 round win was off the back of Omen taking all that space towards A main here. So being a little bit more dynamic instead of just the
oh man, do they all eat this flash?
Contact is going to be so pivotal.
Flash swing.
Waiting to see it. That turret goes off. Preemptive. And it works well for one. A quick trade.
Must have heard a footstep or something.
Yes, it's information. But do they continue on this pathing? Because if you've watched Gentlemates so far, they're probably going to back away.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he stuck the
he stuck the... Oh boy. What was the extra bit? What was the... What caused them to pop everything here?
I mean, they can maybe get Reezy to...
There was nothing extra that I saw, but someone called that they were coming in. We popped the KO ult, the Omen ults all the way over from A as well. That's now a free site.
They didn't pour it in towards B early on. That was obviously a proactive approach from BBL off the back of the flash, but...
They have no idea that the Omen stuck
this.
this.
With pretty much a full hand of cards.
If Reezy gets really good timing with the start here, though, it could be
kind of nice. Smoke into this corner, TP's in.
30 seconds left. Maybe. Let's see if he's got it. The smoke's there. Oh, it's only in a tank who's going to sit somewhat safe, unwallbanged, so they're going to get the
They just stroll into A site all the time.
The Hunter's Fury, and all he hears
Man, BBL really messed this round up.
Down. And keep in mind, BBL is still far away. They are really struggling to get a beat on Gentlemates.
This is so tough right now for them. I am so surprised that Brave stuck that Omen ultimate. He had the entire A main line. His teammates could all stack towards B together. He gives it up.
And now, yeah, the knife reveals that they're still on the site, but it's still a problem.
Do we still have an Omen flash?
Be clean on this, and there's not a lot of utility to do it with. Takas is so blind.
Whoa, the Omen flash didn't hit that second guy heaven.
Making something out of this. Bayer's down low. There's a chance now. Pora, but the time is everything.
Okay, I mean, nicely done from Pora. Maybe makes up for the potential call that he made on B. There was like a point here, right? Omen's here, 2 people in heaven, flashed, but it didn't hit the first guy.
They should never really win. 4 and 4,
and then Pora just got the most important kill. That Omen flash hits is a different round.
There's so many reasons for Gentlemates to be able to close out that round, but honestly,
this guy doesn't get hit by the Omen flash.
To stay so composed in that situation there, with being able to come back. I mean, really made me eat my words after I was saying Brave shouldn't have sucked that TP. They come in, they win that retake. It's looking really clean, right? Everyone knows exactly.
Donovan, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you.
You know, no one's just like all.
What did I have to eat today? What have I eaten today? Bit of banana bread.
Awkward flash situation.
That it?
There. Taka is on the box.
Had a banana as well. It's kind of loaded on banana at the moment. Didn't realize double banana day.
Okay, it looks like this is Gentlemate's timeout. I'm pretty sure the one
both. It was meant to be. It was meant to be second week, but now it's probably third week. Has a
wanted
bug.
to have a check in here. Maybe the initial plan is starting to run its course. Maybe they're starting to feel the BBL are maybe sitting for those retakes. Maybe that was the whole decision making behind that TP. Come back.
Potassium buff. Yeah, dude, I'm so overloaded with it.
Maybe happy to just
too much, if anything.
On his own, and then try and play it on the retakes. If you're getting pulled across the map, maybe you have to commit to that idea, that concept. I mean, but then also they need to then hold their utility a little later. It kind of spirals this game a little bit deeper. But 2 rounds, still wouldn't say is enough. We need to see a little more out of BBL here. But for Gentlemates, where's that next layer of adaptation that they go to?
Can we remove halls from Breeze again, so it's a good map?
Lends to being a little bit more one-dimensional, or is there depth to this?
I feel like there's a lot of changes you can make to maps to make them a little bit better at the moment. I think Sunset needs the fastest fix, for sure.
Reposition on moment's notice. I think the one thing
that would
that's
make it better, I
Gentlemates
think.
a
I
little
agree.
bit difficult to kind of like read the situation is that Elite's had his Killjoy ulti for
Breeze was
multiple
never a good
rounds
map,
now,
damn.
and it's been
Honestly,
playing the same standard B
that's
setup
probably
for the
a
last like 5
solid
rounds in a row.
take.
So, you know, what's going on? Are they going to switch their setup, or are we going to just like have to?
I like it. I like to play it though. It's a fun aim map.
I think one cool thing about Yoru on this map is that just setting up that clone and breaking that alarm bot at middle is going to be something that is going to.
And in my eyes, when I look at Gentlemates, right?
Freedom for Gentlemates here.
Yeah, it's what Josh is saying here. Like they're just free. Like they just take so much map control. They take deep middle, all of middle, B main. Not A main, but oh my goodness. Within like 20 seconds. Those are nice kills.
Isolated towards CT, but Bayaz with a belter back. This is individual work, but it's
yeah, and they're focused on this guy, and the tank gets one more kill. We need to look at the spike at the moment. Whaler's a little bit away from his ult, so.
On the other side of the map here.
Yeah, no, it looks like they're actually going to rotate back towards B with a spike here, but the full rotation has already come in from BBL. They're coming back towards B.
They are, and Bayaz didn't get the clean shot he wanted on Pora there. But do they read into this? Because the tank has been soloing
Look over
sometimes,
towards
right?
spawn, flash to help his teammate out. Nice molly. Big 3-on-3. Phoenix gets a kill early, could be tempted to ult.
But this time BBL going to read into it early. Still a little bit of kit for Brave, could set Kushner in motion.
That gets spammed though, right?
Would play into this very paranoid of a late mid presence, but we can see the Gentlemate side. Looking for the spam, he's rewarded. Brave gonna take away the tank. Great shot on Logan. This is gonna require heroics. And
nicely handled in the end. 3v4.
Grip on this game.
Looking a little bit rough.
Like
obviously, they didn't realize that they fully rotated out.
Doing so flawlessly, and that's their approaches to the retakes. They're making sure that they're not skipping any steps. They're making sure that they inch up. Once this player's in position here, now this other player moves around. And I think they're just understanding of how to move around, the fundamentals. They're hitting every
There isn't like a whole game on it yet, Teats, but there's like multiple examples of people just going B site.
A little bit more proactivity from, you know, Kushner. Can we see
there's
him
like Heretics. Heretics are your main one.
KO setting Kushner up with flashes instead of setting a lead up. Those are the types of changes that I would like to see from BBL in these early rounds, because they're closing them out.
Yeah, and this guy hears a lot of footsteps.
I want to say it looks simplistic an approach so far, but I want to see if there's a fake off the back of this, or if there's something in mind. Big early investment towards B, but no commitment behind.
Dude, Yoru ult with Phoenix ult and Omen ult. Because everyone can be everywhere. That's a nightmare.
On B site, and they're gonna have to basically fall back into the boathouse here to stay alive and keep their life.
Yeah,
but 5 people coming at them.
Elite's opted for CT, but this does now leave
And back aside is clear.
And already beaten to the punch at Bowhouse. They've taken it away from him. Logan's isolated Elite and he's gone down. Takas gonna find Reezy. This is better. This is what you want to be seeing from that ult. Just piercing through the armor that was holding on towards B. But it's the retake again. Can this squad somehow do it now?
The good thing about Gentlemates here is they haven't overstepped the mark too much. They literally just put one ult in, realizing that this is a super strong ult, and they haven't had to use this ult. They can save that for the next rounds. The money is good. BBL can get a buy.
Flash comes in, that's Logan.
Yeah, okay, they do decide to use it on this one. That might actually have to kill everyone.
This clear is outstanding. They needed a little more there. Whaler's still alive, and as is the tank, he falls again. Whaler's left.
Damn, nicely done. Double retake. That was impressive.
Once again, figuring out
even hitting some shots, Brave especially.
It's actually just so incredible how good they are right now on these retakes. You would just have to sit there and think, like, how much better would they be if they actually kept 4 or 5 players alive in these situations? So
how did the guy B main go down is the real question.
We've seen Gentlemates doing something new every single round, but we've seen BBL basically doing the exact same thing every single round.
We're gonna find out.
This round we saw Jet taking a main control instead of being like just floating around middle, but everything else pretty much the same. The Killjoy and the Sova are just defending B site, but they both have ultimates, and they're both playing on the site, and they're getting caught. Like, what's going on here? If we're so good at retakes, let's just make sure that all of us are alive for the retakes.
There we go.
It's a nice knife,
Big info
though.
off the back of that. Should be at least 2-3
Lands in the
players
same spot
considered.
from the one that you do on close A site.
But again, hard to read into early information without confirming fully what's behind it. Defensive ult committed to there, but we'll wait and see what they achieve with this. Cushion are going to be forced away. It's Brave then to kind of pick up the slack a little. This is all trying to sell him a fake. We've seen this before, and we're seeing it again.
That wall goes in, creates a lot of pressure. As we can see, 4 people here.
Drop the lockdown on B site preemptively as soon as that Killjoy turret activates. Buy a little bit of space and time for his teammates to rotate in. Again, committing into the site.
Overall, Killjoy on site.
For the defense.
50 seconds.
Yeah, that ult is just looming over their heads.
Yeah, it is a lot about the Killjoy timing for
On
sure.
the contact, does he drop it?
Well, Bayaz is one off his. If he's able to collect this ultimate orb, he can deny this Killjoy ulti.
30 seconds, do they just insta-call pivot to go to here, or do they wait it out?
He did not grab it.
30 seconds left.
No.
They're just waiting it out, and they're going to re-hit with the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, they again, it only secures for so long. The support's on the way. This
AO has a flash to help him out on site.
I
think they should.
not cresting that corner. Maybe expecting a fight, and he's right to. You can see it there. What? Takas, are you serious? Takas just walks in front of CT, somehow gets away with it, but they don't have security on the side.
KO flash was nice. Got to stick the plant on this one.
Leaving the time later, but they
Guys,
need a plant,
plant?
and they need it
Holy
fast.
close.
Logan can't stop. He has to commit to this one, and the swing on the side, Pora, gorgeous with the shot, but it's not enough to take down 2. Brave left in the 1v2. Logan on the left, gonna find him.
Oh, man.
And he's actually on 76 HP. He's got to know the tank. Gonna note the TP, but who's got the shot?
Holy
It's the
hell.
tank this time.
The
Gentle mates again. Almost
a couple of
but now
yeah, a couple of things I wish I didn't see, but I mean, yeah, that missed shot was everything.
Impressed or convinced about BBL's defense side right now. I'm not seeing any changes, any adaptations, any depth to their play. Reezy been sitting on his ultimate for multiple rounds. Elite had his from like round 4 or 5, and just use it right now on round, 11.
Yeah.
We need to, and on the flip side of it, we've seen 2 Phoenix ults, 2 Yoru ults.
Running through him. Yeah, I mean...
That's so funny.
I feel like they've been forgiven with some of their individual heroics here from BBL. Some great retakes, don't get me wrong.
I feel like I feel like Steel had been wanting to do that for a while, but they won like double retake, so he couldn't do it.
Early pressure and early problems.
Oh
Sending
boy.
it through from both sides. You can see them scattering across the map.
Felt like he had held it in for a little bit.
And it really does little to dissuade either side. No connections. If anything, it's just sent gentlemates running, but we know they do this anyway.
You love Steel, he's the pride of NA. Bro, isn't he? He's literally Canadian.
They're not worried about that at all.
Literally Canadian. But I respect it.
Back to A.
There is a judge and a smoke out there, though, so, ratty little angle to play it on.
Canada is in NA? Wait, is that actually a thing? Dude, I didn't know that.
Second box.
Drone up, dart.
Is that genuinely a thing? I had no idea about that. I thought it was separate.
4 up. Yeah, gives away the game and goes down.
UK geography? Dude, ask me about Europe, though. Actually, don't ask me about Europe. I think I got an E in geography. I did not care about geography, straight up. Probably should.
Can this situation somehow work out for BBL, though? A 2v3.
An E? Dude, I didn't do my, coursework for geography? That didn't happen, man. That straight up didn't happen. There was no coursework done for that one.
To do something, dart back in 10 seconds. They need to get a bit of a move on before that, though. They could get a kill prior. That'd be perfect. Gentlemate's waiting. Expecting now the pressure from heaven, sitting to this crossfire, slipping into it so comfortably, looking like they've learned their lessons here. Gentlemate stabilizing at the end, course correcting after BBL did go on a slight run there.
And I don't want to sit here.
GeoGuessr stream? Dude, there would be, like, whatever the worst thing you could get in GeoGuessr, that would be me.
I mean, you know me.
It's your redemption arc, right?
The thing is, I want to focus on the next half.
Okay.
Because right now, I think both teams are probably going to be a little bit stronger on their defense.
Okay.
But I don't care enough.
They do have the
That's the problem about it.
So they're going to be able to do a lot of like really proactive.
What I care about is limited. That's the issue.
Sitting in an area for too long, they need to watch out.
If I don't care about a subject, I really won't. I really won't pay
With
attention.
a Killjoy, because off the alarm bot or the turret, you have two
I did the same thing for
characters
languages
that
in
can play
school, man.
Really strong defense, and I don't know what their Cypher was doing on attack.
What did I
Made it
get in
necessary
French?
over
D?
the Killjoy, for example.
D or C?
Yeah. I think it was something we can now
I just didn't do coursework. Like, if I didn't care about the subject, I wouldn't do coursework. But chat, you guys should do your coursework.
Good as it could have been.
Do your homework, do your
Maybe
coursework.
it was that Killjoy, but for now,
I'm not a
Logan,
good
let's see what we got
example.
here. A little bit of a crossfire
I
setup.
lucked out in life.
Logan on one side, Whalers on the other. Utility deeper on this, and I think Whalers might have been connected on by the paranoia. And Logan's looking a little screwy. A nice try, but it doesn't work out and swept. That's huge though from
Bro,
Taka.
his flash was legit.
Third was 100% on the cards there, but Kushner lives. 17 HP and he survives. A 2v3 though, HP is low. The tank's still with a little bit of kit, but that frenzy having to deal with the door doesn't leave much to subtlety. As he gets played back in, clearing that close corner, making sure no one's around. Kushner probably a little nervous hearing these shock darts coming around, but they are off now. Waiting for that lower HP for a swing.
This guy B main wins, right?
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh
no, why do I talk?
Tank gets to switch himself out from the frenzy.
Holy.
And gets a 1v1 here off the back of Beaz's work. Is it elite or is it a tank? The swing's good.
Okay,
for
must win
Elite.
pistol 1.
He's gonna give BBL
Never,
the
not even worried.
back here.
Not even worried.
Great start for BBL into the half, obviously to come back into this second half at a 4-round deficit. But one thing I want to highlight there from Gentlemates, on that 2 versus 3 in the retake, you can understand, like when you see a team understanding a map the way that they do, how they're going for all the spams on the common spots that players play behind, making sure that they're spamming the box, making sure that they're clearing through B main, spamming the tall box, spamming through all the wood walls basically for like the sidewalk, the shocks, the mollies to clear out all those areas. Those are great fundamentals, and that's understanding the map as well. That's like 2 things that they're doing super well in that retake. So even though they lose, it was still like really nice to see that.
What have they got for any kind of damage?
And now we're going to see if Bulldog and Reezy's hand and Kushner's Vandal going to be kept safe here, I imagine. On the other side, I mean, not much to write home about. Marshall and a Sheriff. And BBL cleaning comfortably. They're not having
They would
much
love to keep
resistance
this one
on
clean.
B-side,
You can have one
especially
death with this
round.
guy.
Not particularly surprising. And now
Do
down
they
to the
just
last
let
3 to
poor
maybe try and take
Hunt?
away some of these
Maybe.
weapons, maybe
Could
work
swap the
towards
guns, Hunt.
those ults for themselves, but again,
1
Kushner
point.
very nearby here. All eyes on CT. And Elites and Pora
I mean, that'll work out
farming
1.
up. No sweat in this. As Whalers looking like a formality now for them.
Someone can hunt. At least the classic. I mean, the ghost can. Nice. Strong round. Double armory buy. That's it.
That's exactly
And this
what it
can be
was.
upgraded.
Lucia Flawless with an Omen diff at the end, but this is a good gateway for BBL to close back in on this game, right? It takes away some of that pressure of if Gentlemates did win that pistol, it'd probably be 10 already, and then you're kind of screwed. You've got 2 rounds to not make mistakes in, essentially. But we're going to see what they can bring through. They already had that Bulldog. They already had a Vandal in the previous round. Going to supplement that, I think, with 1 more Vandal. So this bonus has a little bit of punch to it.
Looks like Gentlemates might go for an aggressive B main play here with Yoru on a fast rotate back to A. Obviously against the bonus round from BBL.
Okay, big buy rounds. Against the bonus round, they get a rifle into it. What the hell is that?
How Gentlemates just approaches the defense to defend against, you know, the standard comp, basically.
It was proactive from B at the very start here with a quick
Bounce
rotation.
recon that lands on the tree above short, so you clear short, and then a molly that means that you can't run through the smoke.
The plant should be on the way.
This is a nice fast round, by the way. Nice fast split.
Actually, pretty quick pressure. Almost a
That
pre-take
fast
on
retake.
this.
2 people A main blocked
Phone
off.
sent in, flash sent high,
Guys
and
on
they're
site
looking
are
to
going to
try
get
and that pressure
wrecked.
building. Logan the first to find it. Executioner to fall, and that's a brilliant play from the tank, just streaming out from the door. Takas then filters down. The spacing very difficult to handle for BBL. The last 2 players are already forced off the site.
This was still a pretty cool fast round, but my issue was like they.
Close to a minute to kind of.
We gotta have at least 1 more on site. I don't mind 1 person getting.
You don't want to run straight in there.
Like
you want
blocked vision, and then it's kind of off. Just hold it behind, but.
Simmer.
Yeah, really let it marinate for a moment.
Marinate,
Elite is going to find Bears now. Keep in mind, this will be
Which
costly.
guns?
These weapons being lost won't be a problem. 21 bullets remaining for Pora. Natang can't really play out ahead of this. Takas is low. I'm not saying it's necessarily possible, but it could certainly be costly. It's not. Losing out on one, not the end of the world there, but that was the bonus from BBL.
That was the bonus, and I think one of the things that plays into the favor of the defenders on situations like this is when you're on attack and you go for this really explosive play into A, you're using your smokes, your
so many low HPs, yeah, it was
all these abilities are being used.
It could have been a lot worse.
You have nothing left for the post plan, and what BBL does is they have super fast B main control. Oh, you guys are on A side. Okay, we're grouping up.
Yeah, they only got one death, so you would imagine they would force after this if they lost. So it's a big run for BBL in terms of money. Gentlemates can kind of finish it now. They have a Phoenix ult. Dude, I love when Steel does like rap gods. Like he doesn't take a breath. It's sick.
So a little more expendable if he does want to go for a runabout. Just kind of holding.
Yeah, so Phoenix ult, so they could easily leave sites if they want to.
So the rotation point going to be Bayaz if he does receive any information.
Which is probably why we're playing like this over towards A. Right, double kill trip, camera for the retake that gets early info if they want it.
Got that full setup in play from Logan, so he's not going to be feeling too pressured just yet. Unless they start coming through on tree, which could then open up a chance.
This KO ultimate is going to be something that's going to basically disable all the Cypher trips. The kill trips are going to be down. They're going to get disabled. We're going to see another big, like 5 versus 5 retake pretty much. If this hit does continue to come in, they're not even using this ultimate. They've realized that the Cypher's playing the retake here.
We've got to keep an eye on how they're going to approach this.
Retake, actually.
That's really
nice. This is going to delay a lot. Yeah, KO delays a lot. And then they have so much util. They walked over towards the site. They saved AO nade, Omen flash. Like they got a lot.
This funnels in
And they double short. There goes the Omen flash.
He gets isolated quickly though. Elite now, maybe a second string to the boat. Spotting out Whalers and wants to close that gap.
Double short.
It's the tank to be seen as well. They have no idea. Oh, he's done wonders here, but only a 1-for-1 trade.
Damn, he got an extra as well with the flash he did.
The ult does get invested, but look at Takas then taking over. Even with all that adjustment, even with Pora playing it perfectly.
Whoa.
This would need a miracle, and he almost had it.
Oh, it's close.
So very close at the end.
Yeah, there's a nice retake in the end, and the tanks did good. I love the idea from BBL. Like they literally read the whole round. But the tank just owned the guy in short.
Yeah,
and then the guy closed door.
Week right there, I think. And, but one of the things that I'm just curious about is like, why is Brave taking that fight there on Cat? Like you don't need to. The enemy, you have to force the defense to come and break the door down, and then they're going to go in. But what they're going to do first is you've come up Cat, you've entered the site from Cat. That's been exposed.
He's so angry, bro.
The first step they're going to do on the retake is they're going to clear Cat. So why are you still have your paranoia? You still have a smoke. Like make them commit into like a more difficult fight. You're just giving it to them.
Might have seen them work that a little bit better. There's a lot of potential off it. That's the sad part too. That could have really changed how that round went. And now you're going to see the.
Dude, that was the big round though. They were in such a good position. Like again, it's one of those things. Everything he's saying is true. The guy that goes down is the Omen flash that initially stops the actual hit. Like imagine if this was the other way around as well. Like he hides. Phoenix ult goes in and he can just flash all of this for his team. Then he can play his life. Then he can bait in the killjoy. Like he's not wrong. But, yeah, and honestly, in terms of like the impact of the rounds, it is the one that they watch back in the VOD review and they're like, well, it's marked down as one of the big factors, like why we lost this. Shock breaks the trip, and how is this guy over the trip on B? Oh, okay, it's a floor trip, that's why.
Pora thinks he has a play here, but the camera's going to spot him if he walks up main.
He has it.
Deactivating the camera.
Oh.
Jig is up.
30 seconds left.
Here comes the rotate.
Logan with a knife, but they need to commit off the back of this now. The spike is here. 25 seconds they gotta go. 2 by Boathouse, 3 by CT.
Omen flash in. They got a Phoenix flash to Flood. Yeah, they do. Double Phoenix flash to Flood.
But he gets taken down. Elite with a great shot, but it's the tank on the bailout.
Yeah, there's both of the flashes. Got him 2 kills.
Put up their own defense. BBL down to just 1. The tank saving grace.
Yeah, it was a well-timed recon as well to get the info, so the flood could even happen.
Really needed to close out the round. the previous round, the round before, because yeah, putting them onto this Stinger Sheriff mix by there, and just seeing how explosive Gentlemates is here on their defense, especially on their retakes together. It's just so much utility, so many flashes. They have Yoru flashes, they have Phoenix flashes, they have Omen with a big paranoia coming in. They have the wall to split the site so that they can flood
This comp
out.
looks pretty scary, to be honest.
BBL
It's a
needs
nice
to
Ascent
look to do
comp.
right now is instead of doing these like
They play so
group
different to
hits,
other
they're getting
teams
the
as well.
site
Teams
for
will
free,
struggle
no
against this
problem.
for sure.
If they can recreate that round that they had a couple of rounds ago, where Brave peeked from Catwalk, if he's just hiding, if they're able to get into a site and keep all that map control, whether it be at B, if they're able to keep like control towards Market and B main and create these crossfires and really just stop Gentlemates from being able to get out, flood out with all those flashes, that's going to be the prime position for BBL to be in. So we're probably going to need to see them using middle a little bit more, exploit the rotations a little
The
bit.
tank,
and
oh
then
bro, he's
maintain
as
space
much as I'm not
and make
like,
it very difficult
I mean,
for
I think the
Gentlemates
Phoenix
to be
is
able to
alright,
just flood onto the site
but he
because
makes
they
it
have to
look,
go and use
like
more
he makes it work.
utility
He's a natural
and more
beast.
time to clear out all these other positions.
I mean, that's maybe all the timeouts for. I don't know how much they're going to be able
It's a
to
little bit similar to like the
get
chamber,
done
right?
here
You got to
because,
have an
okay,
absolute beast on the
let's
chamber for
speak
it to
bigger
actually
picture
look
too.
decent.
There's almost a snowball round here for Gentlemates on the horizon. Very close by to almost all ults being available. I think one away for near on everyone. On the other side, yes, they've got the lockdown and the TP. Pora not too far away, but when you've got 11 rounds against you, that one
All the
snowball round for
ults coming
Gentlemates
up here.
could
One
be
away from everything, so they can't give him an early pick.
That could be 12. But now Logan,
The
respecting
big
this
call
early
after
kill,
a
he doesn't really
timeout
get
is a
caught out
rush
again.
B
Couple of
after they
knives
had a
have found him
successful
now as
round
well.
here.
And there's the early lockdown. The tank, he's getting in there.
Oh, don't tell me. He's
Whoa,
got
that's
the
sick.
answer for
Yeah,
this.
does he have it though? Let's see.
Amazing.
Oh, that's not good.
The
The wall just missed.
Here comes the execute. No, no
The
way,
wall
no way,
didn't
no
stretch
way,
far
no
enough.
way, no way,
Surely
no
not.
way, no way.
Okay.
There we go. Reezy's got him. All good. Nice try from the tank. Didn't get
Yeah,
what he
nice
wanted.
try. The
Reezy
wall,
with clear,
the
and that's
wall
just
like stopped in
completely
front of it basically.
shattered this round. I don't know what Logan, Takas, and Whalers can do about this. 5 on the other side. Good positioning too for the post plants. With the tank gone, Bears as well losing a lot of that
Dude, the idea,
utility
dude,
to
if the wall
springboard
hits
those
there,
retakes
it's
out.
we're calling him a
Save's already on the
genius.
horizon.
It looks like they're going to go and backstab B main here and keep the contain out. Try to punish them if they rotate this way.
Yeah, they're just trying to do some damage here, and honestly, this is
Never
wow.
mind, we got spotted by the tiller. Nah, let's not have any of that. I was actually so surprised that BBL was going to commit with that Killjoy ulti onto the site there. I thought, I'm like, oh, Natai, he has got the lineups? Amazing. But no, I guess the wall didn't completely commit all the way
Must not have,
through,
yeah.
and then it didn't make contact with the lockdown. Unfortunate.
Okay. I mean, that could be the round, right? They kept 5 standing. They got a little closer to Kushner's ult as well. Aura not too far away from his. But by all rights, that snowball round is very nearby for Gentlemates.
The thing I'm looking at right now is this combination, and then they also have the Phoenix ulti. So we're probably, I don't expect them to be playing on the sites really for the defense, but it's going to make the retakes so strong.
Yeah, it is.
He really going for a play with
Little
this?
struggle starts now for
they
BBL.
doing
Can
it
they make this
Oh,
into something?
no.
Oh, here we go.
Not
Oh
like
boy.
this.
You said
No
you
one
wanted
close
see
to
the
hit the
combination, you
Omen
might
flash
just get
though.
it. Everything seen.
Oh
Over
no.
ult.
Where's the ult gonna come through? There it is. Problems aplenty now. Kushner tries to get
Bam,
it's a
bro, he
double
gets
as well.
double.
Bears finding
Yeah,
so
they had
much
so
value for
many
this
people in
attack.
this small
Just get
area.
out of
You got to shout out to
danger.
Bayaz here as well. He went
Early damage
to he basically did the
Still a
com
minute 15 on the
recon,
board.
right? Does the
Kushner
com recon at the
tagged off
the
that as
bottom and then
well.
went to this area.
Devastating
But when the info
for
came in that
BBL.
they were a little bit far out, he just walked
That's
into
tough.
this.
You
Like
just
he
think
walked a lot
you
closer
get
just to
another
make sure they were
round,
in
you're like, oh,
range.
okay, we can
And
do
that's
this,
why
we
he
can
gets
do
the
this,
kill
and
on
then
this guy.
3 versus 5 within the first 10
It
seconds.
was a
of the
nice
round,
adjustment by
basically.
him.
You're like, oh man, we
And trying to entry on these sites now without Poro, without
And he got
Reezy.
an extra tag as well. I
So
didn't even
much
see
more
that.
difficult. Oh, Tootsie's on display. Everything's been seen.
Camera taken out.
They're on this site. The tank is trying to slow progress here.
Flashes from the boathouse too is going to be so strong on the defense.
Yep.
What is this kill trip on site
Brave
as well?
waiting for it almost. The paranoia actually gets sent, but no one going to commit off the
30
back.
seconds left.
Down to 30 seconds. Gentlemate's aware that there could be a CT swing too, but it's just a creep on Cat. Both players trying to get closer. Nice shot.
Spike down.
And yeah, there's just no winning here. That start was everything Gentlemates would have wanted.
Yeah, lovely round to do it as well. And they saved the Phoenix ult, so they still have like a really good ult.
That ultimate combination. You noticed
Ah, it's so
early.
strong,
Yeah.
especially when they're in a, especially when they're in a small
when you have the Yoru with a
little
Sova.
area like this.
When you make these compositions, and this is obviously something that Existence has in mind when he's coming up with the strats.
At least
here,
they have money.
is
That's true.
All the synergies between all the characters, and that's why I was bringing up the Killjoy instead of the Cypher earlier. Maybe there's a play that they have with the Cypher, with the cameras, with the trap wires, or just how they like set up for the retakes with it. Maybe the cages are used in a certain way. We just haven't been able to see it yet. So maybe
Okay, 5 chances to
probably
close
a
this
reason
one
for it,
out.
because everything else that they do has so much reason for it, and they're executing it perfectly.
Yeah, method to the madness. Logan again going to be challenged here.
Double kill trip on site does hit the Cypher. It clears so much. They might think he's under bulk, but about it.
For now though, very, very patient. TP going to get taken.
Oh, that's
here
fast.
Comes the ult, here comes the spam. Can they hold on? It
Whoa,
looks like the
whoa, whoa,
answer
where
is
did
a
the Yoru
severe
TP go? That was pretty
no.
sick.
The tank just bulldozing the entire site. How much does he see? How much does he know? Now it's been
Still no plan. They could relax if they wanted
Plant's
to.
not even in.
Yeah, they could definitely relax. Oh my.
They're still just brawling this out. Kushner is surrounded on all fronts. The fire
Bro, they didn't even let him plant. That was savage. They look really nice, their comp. They had a lot of cool combos.
That felt quick.
Honestly, this whole attack half as well looked a nightmare to play against. There's a lot of fake pressure over towards short all the time. But I do think they gave them too much space.
Like it's reinventing the wheel almost.
Yeah, BBL not going to be happy with this one, but Gentle makes will be over the moon. A lot of those plans working out well.
You gonna do the attack half for a video? Yeah, it was really cool.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from
Klepto, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 5 gifted. Chat, you know what to do to spam some Oiler Slugs. For Klepto, thank you very much, man. How many is that? 175 overall as well. Thank you, dude. Insane comp? Yeah, it looked really good.
Careful of the Andalusian crush.
Looks like the options are pretty nice as well.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy.
If you got gifted by Klepto as well, make sure you say thank you to him. How'd you even counter that comp? I think you're just going to go way more aggro than this, but again, that comp's pretty strong at a lot of things. I feel like every Yoru you play against and every Phoenix you play against, you do need to fight mid or like more than you might do against the regular comp.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Okay. That time again, if you missed any game and you want to watch a game back, a map back that you missed, we've got VOD channel on YouTube as well. Uploading every day. And I'll be right back to spam some ads. Are we going to have another 2-0? Probably. It's EMEA. We don't get a third map. Seems.
That was a fantastic start from Gentlemates, but let's take a trip down memory lane. Remember these guys, do you? Because I do, and I'm pretty sure these two gentlemen next to me do as well. CNED, welcome to the desk. How does it feel to be reunited with Bone Cold?
It's good. Nice to see you, Bone Cold. We also chat before the show, and yeah, it's nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you back together. What about you, Bone Cold? What's this moment like?
I was so happy to see CNED winning, showing like so many emotions, like during the game. So I'm just happy you guys just dominated the match.
Yeah, he was hardcore rooting for you when he was watching it with us. But let's talk about this map we just witnessed on Ascent. Of course, BBL, I was kind of hyping them up a little bit. They don't usually lose on Ascent. Do you feel like CNED, the Yoru was the issue here? They couldn't deal with it?
Yeah, I think Yoru and Phoenix was not expected. They were not expecting this comp, and maybe they catch the off guard because yeah, it's can be difficult to play when you don't know what they are going to do.
And what did you think about some of these ultimates we saw out of Takas?
We use it also in the back in Navi in 2023 in this Yoru Omen combo. You go with Yoru, you find the players, Omen flash it, you go out of the ult, because when people get Omen ulted, they don't hear you, so it's easy to kill, and it worked very well in this round and generally in the game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was super impressive. Something that was like caught my eye really in this game was, I feel like BBL didn't really get to play the game when Gentlemates got to that when Gentlemates went on defense. The retakes were beautiful from Gentlemates. I feel like they just didn't really get a chance. They didn't get to play. You just you had reveal, double flashes, and 3 people frag out.
Yeah, I felt like that was very structured. That's I guess the existence thing that we were all expecting. But we've only seen Ascent twice so far. Here at stage 1,
right.
2 Yorus. Liquid
what is the next
today,
map?
Gentlemates as well.
What the?
As somebody has played a lot of Yoru, CNED, is
Sunset?
this the meta?
Oh man, surely they use
on
Phoenix
Do
on
you
Sunset.
think that this is the new thing that everybody should be doing?
I don't think it will fit for every team in the game, I will say, but I think it's good to play because people try to catch the off guard their opponents, because not right now, but in the before, no one was playing in Yoru. Everyone was playing Sova, Kaio, or Fate Kaio, and same comp. But with the Yoru, you can do some different things, and people will not expect it. You can go as we see, they are doing Yoru Sova combo. They are
so
not
cheesy.
expecting, they try to stick together when Yoru ult to not catch off guard, but then Sova ult comes and you have to separate. I wouldn't say.
Am I growing a beard or do I need a shave? Dude, I'm just lazy, man. I need a shave.
I feel like if your opinions of the Yoru is like this, CNED, I trust you. But let's take a quick look at the aim.
How often do I go to the gym? I try and go 4 times a week. When it's like this, though, it ends up being 2 times.
Now. He was still kind of saving his team in a lot of tricky situations as well.
Yeah, Paura had magnificent moments, but I just feel like it wasn't enough. We didn't really see that light from BBL.
How's Yoru on Sunset? Not great.
I feel like Gentlemates.
I'm gonna watch Party GE Zeta, yeah.
A little bit on the first half.
Yes, I am.
Seeing you in
for
this,
sure.
Way, CNED. We're always looking over your shoulder. On
I am excited for it. Both teams look pretty bad at kickoff.
So a long time. So talk me through. What you think about him. What's he like?
I think I remember I played against him in 2021 in the Masters, in the first Masters, and he played good, but
Americas, yeah.
to win.
The only games we're gonna miss is China on the weekends. That's it.
It was a good game also. We were
is the Liquid
taking
series
comeback,
worth watching?
We managed to
How
win
much of a Liquid fan are you?
2-run, and we win the first Master. He's a good player. He's a good also person. We were almost playing with him in one team in the beginning, but we couldn't play.
Foot were very good.
Anyway, yeah.
To add to Paura back in 2021 when we were playing against him, I remember the only thing MBS or previous coach from Zen was telling us, just check your flank. Do not stop looking at, because he was playing central.
Mango, thank you so much for the 5, man. Appreciate that.
He was basically Nats before Nats became.
Thank you for doing that, chat. You know what to do. Let's see the Oiler Slug coming in.
Very annoying.
Going the Tito's on it. Thank you so much, man. 206 as well, Mango Freeze. Thank you for doing that. If you got gifted, make sure you say thank you.
Moving on to the second map, of course, that was BBL's
The Pacific
pick,
videos are nice. You talk about the
really confident about because
the coach ones.
It's a good bet if you're
they're really cool.
for BBL when it comes to.
How much time before map 2, dude? Hopefully under like 3 minutes.
This is where Existence likes to bring out the breach as well. If we take a look at the agent select now and see what we are.
Aki Khan, what's up, bro? What's up? Good to see you. Congrats.
And
yeah, nice start.
I mean, Kute on the neon and Takas on the neon. We're just playing neons now, Cena. What do you think about this?
Double neon, dude. The Heretics are starting this one off. I mean, BBL, they've always liked it.
But neon is not also
Executioner.
It can be played.
Tate Star as well with the 14 months. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Because it's a good combo to use it, but both team didn't.
So the only diff is.
Like, we will see. I don't know how to play. You know, maybe they will use
Raze for Sova.
Flash neon combo in BBL, but
dude, they're loving double.
How we expected to duelist when.
This is the first time we've seen double duelist on Sunset.
Thank you very much, Asina, for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure, of course, seeing you reunited with Bone Cold as well. And best of luck in your games next week. But for now, I'm going to toss this back to your casters to take us through Sunset. Over to you, Pansy and Stu.
E9.
Thank you, Sue.
C9. What did C9 do? The Yoru, Viper. They're raising that?
It was in the city a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Good memories, huh?
Great memories, yeah.
That comeback was actually pretty nuts. I remember casting that one. I was like, oh my god, I'm actually on board. Steel might do something other than an I-Series victory.
I don't even think I won an I-Series, so... I think I got a top 2 a couple times.
Hey, look, we've all won about 250 pounds from an I-Series.
That's true,
However, we can focus on the game in front of us, but okay. Composition-wise, we've got neons on both sides. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay, BBL on defense, Gentlemates on attack.
Well, here's the thing that I see. I see Natank is not on Phoenix.
Sure.
Therefore, Gentlemates loses, obviously, right?
Right. Obviously.
But I mean, the double duelist, like they've done on other maps, so we're going to see a similar approach, really explosive, really a lot of these push-pull things that they're going to do. The Neon, especially with the Rays, like they're just going to be able to move so fast. Oh man, they're just going to run it down with the flash as well.
Brave's got to get out of there.
Dude just missed his stun fully to stop the chase.
I think that was Kushner's.
No, that was his, right?
Investment of utility to slow that close down towards Brave.
I'm real confident that was his stun.
To run this map back and forth, they will be trying to pull players out of position, pull that utility away. See how it looks when they finally commit towards one of the sites. It does look like they're heading back to that B site here. Only one player will be.
It's nice from them though. Question marks created over towards here. Pressure, especially with the smoke that went over towards spawn. Vision block on this. So they could be close up towards elbow, ready to explode. 3 people over towards here. Any trip breakers?
Yeah, Elite could make the most of the utility.
And what do we have with the after plant util? Are we just doing the whole plant against the wall, go B main? No, we plant deep and we take Boba. What the?
Falling back, but you can already see the retake starting through market as well. A little bit of a switch around here. Heavier commitment towards it. Kushner does well, as does Reezy, but still there's Takas and Logan to try and clear. Logan still with that paranoia. Ridiculous, he still has it in hand. Same to be said for Brave until then. Takas needs to go clutch now in a 1v2. And he's actually been given a second chance at this one. A tap on the spike,
nicely done from BBL.
Elite there. Close it down in the end, does well to stay alive that long. And BBL, good start.
And BBL looking really good on the retakes again. So this is something that they should absolutely try to do more consistently. Just like be in those retake situations with players alive. Obviously it's easy on this map towards B, Elite, or just any Cypher basically. Just live towards that Boba area and you're gonna be golden. And I like the idea from Gentlemates there, though. They get into the site, they're out of abilities completely. They're tapped dry. So what do? They extend into Boba, looking for an initial fight. They didn't get anything that they wanted there, so they tried to move back towards Mark, and I think that just moving around that much kind of bit them a little bit.
That is not how you play the B after plant. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to just fall back to the normal one.
They heavily invest into these second rounds.
I think it's just worth doing. I think you can fight over towards site.
Oh, that's crisp.
I will say, like, BBL did good to not give them the kill when they went aggro, and then it looked like they didn't know what to do too much, right? They just took market and lost Boba. Yeah, I just think the plant against this wall and the after plant over towards B main is so strong that you should just use that. Even if it's only like 2 or 1 of you over towards B main.
And remove from B so far. Smoke, 2 flashes, and the nade. That's about all they've got here. So
consolation prize of an ultimate orb on the KO.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like is all he's going to really get here. How do you even close that gap? Look at it. Like, Pora's already waiting. Can't even cross comfortably. The knife isn't anywhere near to even connecting.
Nothing to break the trips with either. No shocks, no satchels, one-way cage. That's all she wrote.
Pretty much, right? This one is looking wraps. And there. Beautiful round from BBL. They'll be happy with that. And you'll see a flawless coming in. You love that, don't you?
I do love it.
Yeah? You're going to take that with you when you leave here, when you leave me from the cast.
I might just introduce that into my everyday speech. 3 Bulldogs, a Vandal on the defense on the bonus round here. Spectre on the Omen player, which is...
What changes do I think this map needs? It's just plant gets removed here.
Through the smokes, undetected.
Take this out. Plant spot. Make it a strong square. Yeah, it's a good map.
Light shields.
It's a really good map, apart from that, honestly.
This knife might tag.
Oh! Yeah, and he had a chance there for sure. 30 HP.
Life and still falls. Elite is a nightmare to clear.
Hey, that's a strong kill from Bayaz, though.
Basically clearing the entire
He trying. Okay, so the smoke leaked out, and he wanted to try and make the most of it.
How good is this retake?
Felt weird that the server went down there, but I get it now that I've seen the smoke here.
At this point, considering they still have that SMG, they have that Bulldog. Yes, there's a Vandal on Kushner, but it's going to be very hard to bring that into effect here. The tank's still prowling around on the site itself. The last 2 tucked towards CT. Whaler's going to find Pora.
Relatively convincing, especially if they don't lose one more. Got a little bit lucky with some of the HPs, though.
Not given much play here. Logan happy to test and challenge and prod and poke. Just trying to find a way. The tank could be the one to do it. There we go. Logan in the end does it. So
enough damage to make it a swing run.
Stand for Gentlemates. 3 rifles get carried through. But for BBL, that was their bonus. So kind of going as you'd expect, but it is still a dangerous bonus. So keep it in mind, it's not your usual.
I see the Clipper breaking the B trip from mid. Yeah, did that get fixed?
And
people were doing that in ranked when I was playing in the off season. Annoying.
For B main, but the knife was going to land towards kind of like the T side of it, near the barrier, right? To get the info. Are they walking up and creeping? But the pacing was just so fast.
2 people and 5 people that can't buy next.
We already saw Gentlemates. It was
a huge round in terms of it. We get no big ults other than the Cypher. We go aggro over towards here, but they only have a KO flash.
Kushner re-clearing, actually. He's not particularly falling away from the space at all. Even a grab. That is audacious from Kushner. Could have re-fought towards it, but they don't. But they decide then to quickly lean towards middle. This is a pacey game, trying to catch those timings on the rotates, and it's a 1-for-1 trade out. So Bayaz goes down, but as does Pora in the end. So both KOs now removed from the round. And it looks like maybe a pause for thought here for Gentlemates after what was an absolutely volatile beginning for both sides.
They're at least going to find the trip here.
Smoke on the right, Neon flooding.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I like this. Omen flash on the left and just fast. Send it in. Kushner did really good to get the trade on this one as well, but they were so ready for this as a reaction. That's a huge kill. 2 on 2. Still have a trip in terms of the after plant though. You get that trip down.
Elite now nearby. Logan heard that. Plant going to come in and once again leaning towards CT. Good timing on this. Whaler's going to make it a little bit trickier. Turns the eyes back now. Logan fully on patrol. Waiting in the smoke itself. Logan, this is so much to ask. He's got to play it perfectly. Brave. Elite. Waiting. Smoke. Drops. He's got
whoa!
Logan!
What? How's he getting the second there? That's madness, dude.
Towards Brave. Just a slight smile is all you get from him.
I was getting a little nervous for him too as he was.
I mean, how's he done it?
Boxes, like, don't let go of control too early.
A solid spray transfer. Yeah, this was really cool. He's unlucky not to get 2 though.
Worried there for a moment when Elite did so much towards B main. We saw how pressured Gentlemates was as they're coming out B main. The camera, where is it? He's looking around left, right. Where is it? He can't find it. And I thought when when the door broke, is that going to give away Elite's position? Is this going to be it?
Yeah, and that was the big buy round. So that's a huge 1v2 in terms of the impact. And then we're going to have a big buy round after this. And another chance for them to snowball, and they're going to have 2 big ults in terms of KO and Raze. But that 1v2 is just pretty much... Don't want to say it's the half, but it's the difference from a close half and a one-sided.
Towards middle now with the owl drone too. Should be able to hear that. Don't think it's going to find any information. But will they expect Pora to have refilled this space? The flashes indicate they might be considering it. Spamming out the box, Pora. Oh, the shoulder showed.
Yeah, I think he saw him.
Aware. Now they've got to be cautious around the map. There is still a little bit of threat with these sheriffs, but not too much.
Pora just getting teased there, seeing the tip of the barrel. Couldn't capitalize on it though. Full map control from Brave. He's got that deep line on A. Great stack from BBL. If they're going to win any opportunity, they're set up for it perfectly.
Jackass.
There we go.
So one. There's the swing. Both being checked on here. Popping on the ult though. Kushina only good for 1. Thought he might get a little more from that.
30 seconds. Call is to pivot to A. And they smoked themselves off here.
This is bold. 20 seconds.
I don't know how much this guy had.
That space behind them, Brave might just decide to
Gonna go all the way behind him. There is a trip here, but he has a TP.
Be interesting to see if he gets rewarded for it. 13 seconds now. They need this ult to secure safety on the passage. If anyone denied it, they'd be screwed. Clears the
He
back
hits
by the
into the
box.
trip, but at least
Brave's
creates a little bit of
position gets
pressure.
given
He
away,
does
but
have a
the
flash
bomb
for his
gonna come
teammate
down.
if they
Nothing
want
to
to
deny
flood.
it and almost mitigating all those potential threats. Gentlemates can stabilize on the site here. Elite tries to make a go of it, but
Yeah,
it's Brave to try
Logan
and
did
close
really
in.
good.
Logan sends
Won
it
that
back home.
flash duel.
Elite and Reezy not finding what they want. Not going to get it here. Elite last one now. No big chances for him. Gentlemates, that was quite late in the day, but they made it work. Keeping 4 alive, potentially see if they can make it out of this round with those 4 standing. They get some stability in this highly volatile game, and they do. Natank as well. That's 4 rifles moving forward.
Bayaz with the KO ultimate, ready for use here. Perfect timing as well with a gun round coming out for BBL. I can't believe I pulled the scrawny and you didn't correct me.
I would never.
You would never?
I would never.
A good friend would correct me.
I'm just not a good friend.
I guess.
All right.
Strongest tier 2 edition.
Sorry,
Let's see how G2 look before I say anything like that.
The neon and the raise, knife, KO ulti.
Curry, what's up, bro? Thank you so much, man. Huge raid. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. I like this idea from BBL. They decided to go aggro because they had so many ults they were scared about, so they wanted to try and get kills before they got X-X'd on. Pretty cool. Curry, man, hope stream is good. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. The double raids today. We're turning into the raid boss again. It's happening.
Thank you. Yeah. When people hear the flustered, the noises, the wind coming through the microphone, that's me pressing the wrong thing.
Still casting, yeah.
You did great. I'm so proud of you. 1 minute though, after all of that high octane beginning, it's.
Will I watch Curry play? Of course, dude.
BBL with the correct
course.
read here. Obviously off the back of that deeper positioning from Brave, who stuck around, living up to his moniker. But the plant is now in. TP going to be taken. And we look at this lurk coming out from Takas. 30 HP. How much value? 1 man, get none. 0. And you're right. The timing not quite right for him here. I think Logan didn't actually get hit by the paranoia.
Dude, he's gonna get another on site. Oh man, he did so good on site. All focus on him. And then Bayaz just sends it through the smoke. Potential flash that I missed.
Mechanically off the charts, but he needs a good start. He gets it. Logan goes down another 1v1. 8 bullets to play with. And his opposing number on the other side, Bayaz now half achieved.
Damn, nicely timed on this one as well.
Heartbreaking for Pora there, but Bayaz.
He's given it as well. 2 big buy rounds that they've had now.
4 rounds now.
Spirits are high. This original fight at B main was so weird. It was just like, which way is it going to go? You have the KO ulti is pulsing. Like, you kind of have the advantage. You have the numbers advantage. Are you guys going to go for it? They ended up peeling off, getting back into that A site.
FNS is here as well. Hello, mate.
Uh-oh.
Josh, as a former toxic player yourself, how do you feel about this goading that's coming into Valorant here, giving it on stage?
Okay, knife that goes through the roof that hits market.
Sorry, still toxic player, my bad.
There is a definite mental element when it comes to playing competitively, where people, it's not easy to be on a stage with pressure and all this stuff, and if you have the other team goading you as well, oh man, and just running at you right after as well.
Yep, they're just turning up the
Although
tempo.
the double
They're
duelist
getting
stuff
in
is
their
kind of nice when
if
they do that.
BBL want to play this brawly game, gentlemen, to do it right back to you. Do you know who you're facing? These guys
I haven't been loving the
love a bit of
afterplants over towards B, but they got the gun
now
diff.
it's on the Executioner. The Vandal in hand.
Keep an eye on the luck.
The best chance they had of maybe stopping the rot. Bayaz once again happy to put himself on the line here. Oh, that's a pixel out of place. That's another player spotted. Can't deal with Brave this time around. But again, for Pora or Brave to do more, that's going to be tough. Yeah, Brave goes down.
Straight through smoke, just the timing on this one. I was a little bit worried still, to be honest, with the plant. Not been the best for the spam, but...
It's almost looking like a deja vu from the last map as well. Gentlemate's just running away with a lead on the attack side. BBL looking...
Do the charm, but I'm not doing that again. I made a mistake once and you just learn from it. You can't give that stuff away for free, that's the thing.
Gotta get going though, that's 5 rounds on the trot. What's the opponent you've ever played who's annoyed you the most with goading on stage?
That I have played or
have played? Like someone on the other side who...
Sampras was always pretty decent at it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
he was pretty decent at it. But back in the days there, you always had the people, like you were in earshot and there was like no noise cancelling and eye shot, earshot, everything.
Oof, quick, pacey, beginning the tank gets left. How?
Okay.
Look at Brave!
Yeah, dude, how has he won that?
Fuming about that. The tank was blind, stunned. Oh, they're in their spawn. They're just running at him.
Bro, these big buy rounds are killing
making
me
it
from BBL.
hurt now. And for BBL, that's devastating, right? Like, I hope, production, if you're listening, if you can, I'm sorry to call you out, I'm just going to do this to you. I want Brave's camera reaction to that one and how that situation started.
It's an extra orb on this one, ult for next round.
The crazy thing is, this is round 8 already, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's like, how many times have we seen an explosive start from Neon or Raze with a KO flash?
Yes.
It's happened like so many times. It's happened at A, it's happened at B. And on top of that, BBL, they're running a Neon of their own, Kushner, right? Which means that they've probably talked about these explosive plays themselves. They have the KO.
Non, thank you so much for the
they
gift,
can
bro.
go for these
Appreciate
explosive
you.
plays themselves. So how is it that BBL is getting caught off
Not a
guard so
chance, Des.
frequently? At A main, the Brave is getting caught as Omen. Elite at B got caught on round like 2 or 3 or whatever. It can't be like this.
Yeah, the big buy rounds are just falling apart heavily.
Understand how it plays and get caught off so often.
Yeah, and I think that frustration's starting to really show for BBL here. The tank only on 30 HP. I mean, he's got 4k in the bank. Goes for a walkabout, trying to cost them what they have. No one else could really close that gap. So another one on the board here for Gentlemates, and I hope production's been
Arch, not a chance as well. Come on.
Natank is actually going to get a...
Look at this.
Oh.
I'm fuming. I'm fuming. We've got both POVs.
Shooting the tracers. That's why Phantom's better.
Oh, that is... You know that's going to be a timeout. That's like a tilt timeout coming in. They need to just get this team back. And maybe identifying some of the things you were just speaking about, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to run a comp that's somewhat similar, right, that has some of the same strengths at least, you can't be caught off by some of the biggest, I guess, credits to that.
Is it feasible for someone to enter Valorant esports at 23, 24? Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're talented and you're a hard worker, sure.
Taking those early fights and being caught up.
Bro, Angel's 34. I know he was probably doing it a lot earlier than that, but
playing deeper, forcing them to use their utility a little bit more.
you gotta take inspiration from those people.
Rounds now in consecutive form. Something has to change.
The problem is, we haven't really seen that much depth from BBL.
But I would hope you're not starting the game at 24.
Like back in kickoff, it was the same thing, right? And going into here, like all of a sudden, what did we see happening the entire time? We saw the same setup round after round after round. So when you just kind of have not a lot of depth with your game plan, and the same players go to the same
Wasn't
spots,
Boast at
like,
that
this
age?
is where you need to have adaptations.
But he played, I mean, he played CS before, but he was like, I mean, he was UK, man. We were tier 4 at best.
Play here. Can I get a KO to counter flash, or can we get like I'll counter paranoia and you get ready to fight? Like let's do something to switch it up, or like Reezy's had his solo ulti for 3 rounds. That could be a laser beam that whole line.
Well, let's see.
Fast strat on this. They do manage to buy. Got Sova ult. Do they try and bait anything out? No, nothing too much. They got Omen ult out of them.
So much of that defensive side, right? There's that
Omen flash, sorry, out of them.
Braves had to post that paranoia. Now, on the other side, though, obviously Logan invested his, and Beaz did use his knife, but still, they're sitting quite pretty. They can still happily hit a site here.
UK Siesta's depressing to watch, bro. It's the only reason, like the only reason that I actually made like Fish 1, 2, 3 and had a full UK lineup is because for just 6 years I just observed no UK teams at top events. It was actually depressing. There was we had nothing, man. We had no good team. We had a few good players that made it out. That was about it. Dude, how did that TP not go as far back? Ooh. Yeah, and that's a free res. Well, the ping's like, ult comes in, and it's far back enough that... Yeah, that was sick. Raise ult, does he pop it? Okay, that's a yeah. Oh my. Dude, I will never understand the raise ult. How does that...
Gonna tank hold on though. He's got problems coming his way. Beaz and Logan trying to get to a position they can help from. The tank looking a little screwed here. But he's going to try and capture some sort of danger on the cross. He's going to hear these steps towards the side.
Shot, man. Shot, bro.
Looks to the right, and the tank is absolutely tearing him apart. Has he got any more for us?
The wide is popping. Dude was really feeling it.
Logan's side here. 6 bullets from
oh man, he's going to regret that one. That is such an overheat.
Oh, that was a huge round as well.
Absolutely was off the back of that ult as well. So much value from both sides there.
And he's halfway back to his ult again.
Dude's still running somewhere.
Important round for BBL to pick up. Letting the game just slip away. After the first 2 rounds, they basically went on a 6-round loss streak.
What's it going to look like here?
And it's just so important to be able to just stop the bleeding and just pick up a round, especially one off the back of a...
Oh man, they gifted it to him.
Again, it looked like the tank was about to close that, but not the case. Reezy with some real heroics there individually. And a timeout for Gentlemates. Maybe feeling that early aggression towards A felt a little red that time, or maybe just wanted to note some of the adjustments. Who knows what they've managed
Muya?
to
Dude, he's too busy. He just does watch parties now, right? I think he does CS watch parties. He hasn't been in chat for a while, that's for sure. I still don't know if he has mods. I still need to take that away. Remind me when we see him next to take it away. I don't trust that guy.
For attack, so maybe they're gonna change up the tempo of everything. So far, we've seen a lot of explosive starts, and then
he definitely still has it.
Explosive start, they've either been able to commit all the way through, or
he has way too much power, man. Way too much power.
And then maybe go to the other site. That's what we've seen a lot. And this is the first time we really saw BBL.
Wait, the sun chat. Sun's coming in. I need to pull down the blinds. I actually have blinds now. It's not the Tau trick. 2 seconds. Oh man, I'll do it after this round. Wait, this is gonna be a 2-0, right?
Walk around. We know that the
how low is the sun? Oh, it's getting lower. Getting lower.
Go there, break it. It causes a reaction. Maybe we can work around the
be okay.
And see if we can.
I'll do it after this round.
Or maybe they just go super aggressive again.
But you know, it looks like that might be the case.
Knife goes into elbow, hits the Omen only. They set up the Omen, and that is the most perfect time flash you will ever see.
That long, Elite does really well to find Takas, and a really weird beginning.
Am I in the US? No, I'm in Iceland, bro. And it's starting to switch over from... So in winter we get 18 hours of like darkness, and in summer you just get 18 hours of sun. So we're slowly switching into the 18 hours of sun. So I had to get some blinds because I didn't have any blinds here.
There they go. This is an individual attempt from Beaz. This worked out well. He had a little bit of support, but not masses. Just off the back of his own kit, he's basically controlling top middle. Reezy though now put under the gun as well. Caught in the heels as he tried to back away.
Temperature? Oh yeah, super cold, man. I say summer with it's not summer.
Passage towards the site. Elite's still gonna hold it down. And Pora, shot after shot working out for him there.
Oh, Pora's just popping everyone, by the way.
The only man alive in a 1v3.
Nice round from him. Give me this replay.
The switch up from Gentlemates.
I want to watch the replay, but I need to pull the blinds down. It's fine. I need a mid round. Need a real mid-round where it's just trades or something.
Timing was so crucial for BBL, and even with that man advantage, the 5 versus 4, it still got so close. Those initial fights that we saw happening towards top middle and market, I thought that was going the way for Gentlemen for sure. But again, BBL, when they're able to all be together and fight and stabilize together, whether it be in the retakes or in
Bro is really feeling it, by the way. He gets the op-out.
They just need to make sure that they continue this. This KO flash as well.
Flash to set up, to steal in Heretics' stuff.
Another round where they get the deep A line. Elite gonna back off at B.
Not if it works.
I'm wondering when they potentially find that operator. At the moment, just kind of patrolling towards top middle.
Knife again for market. It will hit 1 probably. Got to push this Omen off towards A.
Pressure somewhere else to bait out Brave's next smoke, so he doesn't have a one-way for that A lobby control. Pressure towards B.
Yeah, Reezy gonna have to respect that. He can't.
Oh, that's nice. This guy falls back. Vision block, question mark created.
Auras. I mean, he was gonna be in danger. He gets to keep his life. He tries to pop the.
Oh man, it didn't give him. It didn't go all the way through.
Gonna deny the tank. The trade's going back and forth here. Bravestar's gonna hold on to this. Reezy's on the way, but Bay has now 3 fights on 3 fronts. Too much to handle. Ayla's once again last man standing. And yeah, this is a tricky one for him.
Especially he just used the ability that probably was going to enable him to pick up the spike.
He's got 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
No real chance to close in towards it.
If the bodies were in a more accessible location, he could throw his hat, get the info. But it looks like he's just.
This guy's saving. Okay, chat. I'm going to pull my blinds down.
No real value getting any more kills out of this. It's going to be a full buy from BBL next round anyways. He's already got his ultimate. Keep
10
that Vandal.
seconds left.
I'm actually so surprised that Gentlemates completely avoided A main. It's not like BBL's changed up their start around setup that much. They know Brave keeps recycling the smoke on A main. Yeah. They know that he has a deep line, and they know as soon as he has this deep line, they're usually rotating back towards top middle and reinforcing B a little bit. So to go into top middle like that as 4 players, knowing that that's basically the first location that all of the defenders go to, especially after you break the market door down. Like you're pulling all the defenders into this area, and then you run into it.
Sounds counterintuitive.
Okay, 3 in a row. And I mean, it's ever since the overpeak, right? Ever since the widest poppin' swing.
Back on a little 3 back-to-back for them. Maybe there's some more in the tank.
Sunset, slightly attack-sided, like a 7-5 apparently is the most average. I think one team's get a little bit better of their B after plant, like 8-4 maybe a bit more likely, but 6-6 is pretty common, 7-5 is pretty common.
Obviously using as a fake, just
pretty open though, like just because we see so many comps, it's you can see those games where someone just completely takes control, but these are relatively normal comps.
It's just close them back in towards B, right?
Let's put them into this B stack.
A little bit worried. I mean, maybe this timing on the flash. There's no way the
Nicely
Waves was going to live through that.
Poor is really confident at the moment. 3k into op, into push down mid.
Hold on, Brave's right here. Does he get to live?
Whoa.
How is he alive?
How's he got that kill?
In the end, but almost. That was very dangerous. As it stands, it's 3v3. Cushion are going to catch across this time.
Oi, nice shock as well.
He's going to pick it up. Breezy going to find Logan. It's all on Bayas.
Close. 19 HP on that. Hey, that was a really good recovery. That 1 round snowballed into 4.
This is actually evened out a bit.
Yeah, it was a good recovery from BBL there. I mean, just being able to, you're up 2-0, then you go down 2-6, and you recover 6-6 by the end of the half. Yeah. That's so important here. I kind of want to like say in part like right here, great just like awareness, great ability to take some space and change things up. We saw the Cypher peeking B main with a flash. So small adaptations here and there, using Braves, Paranoia to counter, trade the util over at A. Gentlemates didn't go back to A after that. They didn't go A for like the rest of the half unless they went through middle.
Fast B with the bounce recom.
I don't know if it was
and then
well in that situation.
What is this? Knife close with a dash or something?
Yeah.
We're just knifing into the corner.
Much,
yeah, flash close with a dash. Recon lands, scans all the site before the smoke goes down as well. Don't have to check any corners.
Trying to make that cross hit. Takas. Be able to swing off this one. Smoke still in.
They got 4 people if they want to flood. Flash goes in deep. Oh yeah, that KO flashback was great. Oh man, that KO flash was everything. Really good.
That's an existence special right there. That pop flash from the KO. Oh man, everyone was just full white. They could not see anything at all. The explosiveness, Neon sliding out.
Guys with the mug?
was
Yeah, bro.
So
Look at the slug as well. He's pretty big, man.
flawless right there.
This was my first painting attempt. You know what? I did this again. Tried to make a slug mug version 2, and they lost the mug. I think what happened is I think a kid took it or something.
As it should be, alright? Reddit would be really upset.
It's gone. Dude, I was pretty proud of it as well. It's like much better version of this. But I just hope the kid's happy, so honestly, hopefully it's gone to a good home.
BBL, still, opportunity here to try and do some damage. They're only with the classics though, so Tak's got to be careful. There's a lot of players around that corner. Yeah, Tak has to help them out, but still, they can gap close. Yeah, I think he realized it. I'm out of here.
Yeah, dude, he just left Whalers. He actually gave him a satchel, so his aim just went up into the air.
Costly. And there's recoverable weapons. Suddenly this becomes a huge threat.
Huge timing from Bayaz though, walking.
Yeah, he has incredible timing. I mean, that's a kill.
That's a spike. Drops that. As Reezy tried to make a run for it. Knife there should be able to identify Elite's position. He's going to try and creep back down. And gets caught in the end.
Well. Still though, really good damage. Like they'll be happy with that one. Free gun rebuys.
Like a little bit of a miscomm right there. Thinking, Natank thinking, oh, I'm alone here. But Whalers was right behind him. So as soon as he can miss contact, misses that
that would
shot,
be pretty funny.
Neon was able to get across.
That would be pretty funny.
I'm out of here. Satchel's away. Wait, you're here? Oh, my bad, dude. And then, like, yeah, right there. It's just like, oops. I mean, not the greatest gun for that location. No. Just having the Guardian. I mean, 2 shots in the body is going to be pretty good. But
right, everyone here can't buy.
Classics like that
Everyone here can't buy in terms of 3. So 8 people can't buy. They're going aggro in this one. Knife goes in.
You know, any sort of pistol like that.
Knife hits no one, so the Omen can get set up, and there's a fast rotate from the Neon.
Both sides, only the one Bulldog remaining. I
must wait a moment.
One kill trip on site.
Plenty. I think all 4 B main players got spotted by that camera.
Gonna clear the util bit a little bit further tucked towards the site. Takas does eventually get caught by this actually. And here comes the pressure. BBL cautious on the cross though. Not wanting to get caught out.
Don't matter. There's a Raze has a nade still. As soon as that spike
and this is
tapped,
the better plant that I wanted to see from Gentlemates.
What?
What?
How did he just get 2?
How does he get that angle?
He's just shot in a straight line through the smoke, and they weren't trying to plant on the side.
He went to the edge of the smoke, gets the deeper angle on the plant that was trying to go for the left side instead of the right side. The left side is a little bit better because it gives you an extra angle in the after plant from B main, but.
Gentlemates looking just on the money on the retake. Yeah,
holy, give me this replay. I guess he just pings it out, and then they lined up.
Yeah, and that's the power of like conditioning and just like straight up stress and pressure. Did
he ping? I reckon he pinged for himself, to be honest.
Pistol round, the retake. What's gonna happen? They're gonna throw a flash. They're gonna flood in from spawn. Okay, let's not plan for spawn. Let's play for front sight here.
Oh, okay. I reckon there's no ping, and he's just absolutely owned him. Yeah, they messed up a little bit there, trying to get the good plant.
It's just mind games at this point.
Pretty slump. Thank you with the prime. Appreciate you. Thank you. Not even a ping, yeah, just knows the angles.
I don't say it was a bonus conversion because it was pretty well situated. Only had 1 Bulldog. They've already got free
BBL,
as well, but
going back, if you're BBL watching like these buy rounds that are here hidden, there's like been 4 buy rounds where they're going to feel like they should have won.
And already Takas breaking Kushner's heart, who's really been quite quiet so far on that Neon. Not been an
pretty slump, by the way. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Welcome into the Slug Club. Appreciate that.
Advantage, they can sit back, rest a little, but Logan's still exploring for a touch more.
I feel like BBL, I feel like Gentlemates does so well with all their abilities. Everyone is so in tune with their agents and has all the lineups, know exactly what the game plan is to establish this control, and they do it so well.
Just as about as it looked like
oh, he's confident.
Drift away from this A side. Logan's sticking around. Oh my god, and he still gets one. There's so many more players here too. Yeah, light work in the end. Gentlemates still have the bodies on the side. They didn't even rotate away after that early contact. 3 stands.
What's up with EMEA and Neon on this map? But this kind of stuff happens. That's the thing. This stuff happens where it's like one team in prac will do it, and then it owns them in prac, so they're like, sure, we'll just copy that, and then there's two teams using it, and they'll start owning people in Prac, and then just the whole, like, all of EMEA is just using Neon, basically.
Are we gonna break them when they're also able to unlock KO ulti, and you have no abilities? When they get Raise Rocket, and they're gonna double side over your head.
It is a thing.
This isn't a
J_Fazzy with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 11 months.
This is going to be costly. This is going to be tricky to make it work.
Surely you go shields and like.
It's the similar situation. You know when Sentinels said that they went to the Africa tournament, right? And they played against Paper Rex and they got wrecked on Sunset, and then they stole their comp. It's the exact same thing, just in EMEA. It happens more often because obviously it's like internal matter.
And I'm on up here.
But whoa, don't talk down to my job, all right? Flame yourself, not me. All right,
Like Viper Harbor for America is exactly that, yeah.
At this point, we will have to see if that does come into effect potentially for Reezy if he just gets absolutely eviscerated. But with a minute to play with, there's options.
Fnatic on Lotus, yeah. It even happened like EMEA were a little bit ahead on EMEA were a little bit ahead on Icebox because there was some tier 2 team that played Sage within like the first day. And it's same with like all of Americas and Pearl. They were just so much better on it because of the Harbor comp. And they sussed out B a lot earlier.
But the spikes backing, I guess because of this, Elite finding this space.
Yeah, this is a lovely luck at the moment, and they just go all the way back. Heavy question marks over towards here. They kind of think they're on site as well.
Nobody stuck around, even in like a middle area, just to like listen for the rotations. Maybe get a
This is one of the issues with this comp, right? Double duelists, they only really have the knife to get like hard info. So when they do create these question marks, it's very hard for them to clear it out.
They have the spike planted for B main, so we might see a retreat into B main here, a heavy retreat.
Yeah, and this is the good plant, and you might see this smoke here, right? So they smoke themselves off. Let's highlight it. Brave has one smoke. They're going to smoke themselves off deep. Choke point here, and it's just all going to be spams.
Everything they'd want.
The good news for Gentlemates is they have a nade. That's about it. Smoke comes in.
They're smoking their own B main, actually. They're prepared for this. They want to play the spam battle.
All right, well, let's
see. It's the first time Josh has seen this. He's going to lose his mind.
That's Pora going to find Bayaz. Bachi actually goes down and
Ooh.
Takas.
Oh,
they don't know about Takas.
That was a nice try.
Close. Can the tank get it towards half?
Half?
On the line and he
Oh, bad. It was an alright
BBL
attempt. Most teams get fully wrecked. At least they had some kind of plan going through.
In the end, outliving Gentlemates.
Yeah, you know it's broken when teams are smoking themselves off.
Respectful for BBL there. They knew exactly how they wanted to play that post plan. They knew. They smoked their own main off.
How'd you stop that? You don't, man. You need a map change.
Defense, you don't want to smoke that main choke point because that allows the attackers to spam you. They can just ping where the spike is on the mini map, and then they get to spam for free, and you can't respond to it. So defenders usually smoke the spike instead.
Don't let them plant. I mean, yeah, that's the actual answer.
With the foresight to smoke the main entrance instead.
Seen this from Heretics as well. Flash goes in.
Big round. Takas right off the rip though, trying to build off the back of that paranoia that got posted too, but finds not much value as I'm sure he'd want for that. Does have to fall away.
Question mark created over towards middle.
A bit of a switch up here as well. Starting to see the tank tucked towards that A side. It's a little bit of info off that knife. I think maybe 2 players connected on. Kushner wasn't one of them.
It's going to be so tough breaking through the Raze with the Judge, the KO to bait as well. The knife's going to
Knife hits one.
They're going to get the info, but they don't know that he's got a Judge in the hands.
There is that, but how much can this one Judge do?
Oh.
Not much. Kushner, but it does tee up Bayaz to at least get the trade. The paranoia, that's, again, my heart breaks for Brave. He has died to blind players so often. But it is a 3v3. This is still very viable. I'm wondering if BBL continue on this path thing. It looks like they're going to. Maybe with this information, they may consider against it, but Kushner, curious where that player's just vanished off to. Now Node sitting right beside
that was confident from him. That was nice.
No idea that Kushner was still around on this.
Big Cypher duel.
Player defending the site. Yeah, Whalers is close, but so's Elite. The timing.
Thought he was going to get him just as he was jumping up. Nice round from Kushner. Gets a plan as well, so their money's looking pretty good. Lose the money here. Completely wrecked.
Oh, man. But BBL is trying to crawl their way back round by round. Lots of ultis up on the board. 8 ultis in play this round between both teams. This is going to be a really pivotal round here.
One enemy remaining.
Nice! Not a lot of money on the M8 Gentlemate side. Sorry.
Dude, I keep doing that because you see M8 and you want to say M80. We got 8 ults up.
Okay. We'll try and get you the help you need. But yeah, Gentlemates, they're not in a great position purchase-wise, right?
Not at all. They have the one Vandal on Baez, the Guardian on Logan, and they got Jazz Hands as well, but...
The official name.
Gonna get cancelled out by the KO ulti here.
Yeah, so again, we are seeing some nice counters to this slowing of the roll. BBL, I want to see him get a grip on this game, bring this back all even.
Well, people here
could be so huge here
don't
as
have
well.
guns,
They
but
won't invest that much.
a little bit scary.
I get a little nervous when I see this. That's
Oh boy.
There's a rocket launcher too.
Bye-bye,
Two people still not through the choke point.
stopped this hit, right? It stopped at his tracks. Now they're going to have to try and make that cross again. No smoke in play.
That hits two. They still don't know where one is.
Could choose to use it, not even necessarily to go and reposition A. They could just use it
They
for
do
space,
have
for
Omenal
info,
if they
denial.
wanted to try something.
They could reset off of it. There's loads of time still.
Yeah, maybe they should have cut sound here. Lovely shot.
I mean, lovely shot from the tank. I'm just curious that they tried to creep this B main approach instead. The tank's not going to be forced off the angle. The double swing from Pillar as well.
Oh, they forced this one a bit too hard. Once they got shut down there, they needed to just like cut sounds. Could have even Omen ulted to create question marks. The problem was they like insta re-hit when the numbers were already here.
Just looking at the two teams, there's a clear difference that Gentlemates has a really good understanding of when they're supposed to do things with their ults on an individual level. So what we saw there was Baez had the Vandal. He gets the first kill. Okay, now we have the man advantage.
Did nice with that double swing as well. The pistol went out wide and the rifle was just there to clean it up.
The Whalers goes down. They're really committed. So now we see Natang, he pops his rocket, and they all start flooding in together.
Last timeout for them.
And it's just so good that it's not like you're sitting there pre-planning it, like, hey, and then we're gonna do this B stack, and then if they come here and do this, then you're gonna do this. Like, it's all individuals understanding, like, hey, this is my turn, I have to do this now, and they're just using them on cooldown. They used 3 of their ultis that round, and it was so important that they did that because it, one, converted that round, but also it's just like, this is so good to see teams being so understanding of their agent pool.
Well, I mean, this kind of echoes back to what you were talking about before. We are in a quick timeout here just for, I think that would be probably BBL at this point, but it kind of echoes back to that red light, green light.
Why didn't BBL go in? No, it was their enemy's KO, right? It was not the KO to cancel.
These moments happen, be it at least when you're talking about
it was this KO, right? It was this KO to cancel. Oh no, other way around. Yeah, you're right.
But Gentlemate's displaying some really good understanding of
maybe there's something that I missed.
Impact happen and then how to build around it, right? It's not just the tank then investing.
I'd have to watch that one back, honestly. I don't have a good answer for you.
These individuals playing very well in unison. However, BBL, it was 2 back-to-back rounds that stirred up this game to feeling a bit more competitive. We need them to get back to that. They have ults to play with and they have options.
Oh, I like
to
this. The
purchase.
knife goes
They have a
in
lot going
close.
on for themselves.
They TP here as well. If the knife hits, then they flash and the neon
And then that
swings.
first map being Gentlemates becomes a
So they
big
have like
issue already.
set protocols if the knife's giving them information on a lot. BBL with the, I guess, early info over towards A, they just insta send it to middle. They pretty much got to win this round as it's done.
Chipping away. Usually trying to close towards the side, but they're already playing off it.
Double kill trip.
This could be devastating for BBL here. Brave needs to go huge.
I mean, he's done really well on the first. Takes down the tank. Looking for Takas, he knows he's nearby. Oh, the timing. Takas just crept right around the side of it.
Good plant over towards B main, but they only have 1 cage for vision block.
That cross. The spike is down though, so that is a small silver lining to this. They have anything more? Can they stop this again? Can they win the battle of the spam once more? The round that truly saved them last time. Takas.
Oh.
Actually,
Man, it's so strong, this plant. It's crazy, even when they're disadvantaged like this. I think they needed to relax, though. I think they never needed to actually, like, stick the spike. I think it was... I actually think the smoke onto the spike there is, like, an error. I think you need to just tap and have that person ready to duel. Like, the B site here, the fundamentals of it are just fully switched.
But it's like, BBL's so good with these spam battles from B main. They set up 2 cages for themselves to be able to, you know, extend the lifeline.
Post plant is boring, yeah. It's just Pearl B vibes, for sure.
Spam battle.
And this is an early timeout from Existence. This is good.
Play into that more.
Well, something's happened that Existence wants to slow the game down for. It's a timeout right back. What always going in store for us here? The money's starting to run a little dry for Gentlemates. Still with a purchase, still going to be having to depend on the Bulldog, but I mean,
yeah, it's so weird. That's when you know it's wrong, right?
On the horizon, but not in place yet.
feel like
what he's up to.
BBL's also been heavily favoring B and market. Not so much through A. They have gone A a few times here. I wonder if Gentlemates is going to do like a hard overcompensation to deal with whatever's happening towards B or market.
In that post plant, we're in the matter of fight one site, retake the other. Yes, I think we're already starting to see some of the signs of it. Because most teams now, when they play against people, are just trying to find out like what site they're playing against and just walk in. And then now you kind of always have to fight B. You can't win the retake. So, but it might change teams. If they don't change the map, teams might have to play different comps. Like the Paper X Sage really does wreck this, right? Just having vision block wall in terms of wall like this and you defuse. That's why I think Paper X are a bit of ahead of the meta in terms of this map. In the Sage is really strong.
And he actually might be caught here. Logan in a lot of danger as Brave
Yeah, there's a nice ult on this one. This guy has to go huge. KO might be able to help him with util.
And the cross gets caught. He spots two of them, but he goes down as he tries to back away. Bayaz toying with the idea of the underhand flash.
Dude, the 1x1s.
Gets to creep out towards the site. Spots out Kushner, but spots him too. The fight happens on that wrap side. Oh, they line up. Hold on. Wailaz.
Okay, nicely done from BBL. Where on earth is the money? In the bin fully.
These rounds aren't clean, but they're working, right? They're happy to scrap on this. 10 rounds, double digits. And they found a solution.
I'm really happy that BBL found that specific solution, knowing that Gentlemates is taking this control over A main, leaving one player on their own. It's just Logan with that line, really. So what's going to happen is everyone's going to start shifting away. There's been so much focus on B, they're going to start shifting away. The Omen ulti comes in the back, the Sova just clears out and zones out that
low
line,
buy, but it's
and
still
everyone
pretty
else
good.
floods
Interesting
our
that they
Logan,
put the
who's
gun
getting
on the
different
neon.
angles. Beautiful.
They have neon on.
Beautiful adaptation.
Okay, the money starting to run out of the worst time for Gentlemates here. And
All the guys used all his util.
Not fully stabilized, but in a far
Rotate comes in though. They put one over towards A. Full person rotate. Thank God they shot that knife. Otherwise it hits 3. Lovely shot. High, low, strong. Now it gets weird because they know that they want those rounds. They throw the gun over. Neon ult. Lovely flash. Holy. Dude, no one committed. 27, 29, 33, 59. What the hell?
Yeah, they've taken a boatload of damage.
Man, the flashes were ridiculous.
This Guardian could be everything. They continue on this pathing. The tank has a real chance. They are lower HP. 29.
Knife hit what? 3?
Spike in hand and they want to drift
1,
away.
2, 3. Yeah.
Dart still available for Reezy. It's going to be super pivotal that they choose an area that's not contested. 3 players solo, 27,
How much does the camera see?
33. And then 59 HP.
3
and
again.
there's 2 Sheriffs and a Guardian on the board. That's 1 bullet for so many of these players in the body.
Oh.
This is on a knife's edge.
Oh my.
Through the box, he gets Brave. Oh, the tank can aim pretty,
Yeah,
but
they
they're
just
so
don't
low
have the
HP.
HP for this
They're
round.
being chipped apart. They're being torn at the seams.
Spike planted.
Can Elite and Kushner hold on? Yes, for the first. Wailers falls. 3 more to go. Bayaz. He's got to be careful.
One person makes
Steve
sound, the other
He's
2
gone down
walk,
as
but he
well. Elite
overswings.
holding on here. Can they create a crossfire together? Can they work as one? Kushner gonna hear that step.
Holy, the 2v4 on the low HPs, respect. And maybe they should have all stuck together. They gave him a chance in.
But BBL holding it together.
Yeah, a bit of an experience in terms of this one.
was in the bin, but they still survived.
That 2 versus 4 was looking really sketchy. Kushner with a great reposition to the back of the site there.
Dude, that
They
was
had no
mental.
idea. They were not expecting that at all. It was so quick. It was so just like the decision.
Dude, the
to
KO
make that
pop
decision,
flashes
to
are
make that choice and move
can be so
in
strong
that
on this
moment.
map.
No hesitation was so important. You gotta have.
This is what seemed mad about Foot. Like KO's in the best position that it's ever been, I think.
Because you can convert rounds that you have no business.
Especially with the
winning
map
into
ball.
rounds that you do win.
But now in this guy in middle, is he gonna?
Okay, Kushner takes a walk and gets rewarded. The tank, the first to go down. Man to the good here. BBL.
They didn't hear him.
Bayaz's timing.
They didn't hear him. Oh boy.
This could be filthy. Brave comes back, so he does reveal the plan.
Takes
but
out
loses
the
his life for it.
Omen.
He can reposition, leave the Neon there if he
The
wants
only
to.
smoker.
They're all gonna just reposition together. The read on A. Whaler's alone towards B. He's got his trips still set up. Info ulti. Sees nobody towards A lobby.
They clear this. Are they gonna clear this?
Still worried about elbow. Oh man.
Quick glance.
They gotta get moving. Because the site's gonna be out, right? It's Kushino does get slowed down in the end. But again, Whalers now knows they're coming this way. BBL are here. They're on the
This
side,
trip
they're
is
planting.
big, by the way.
Paranoia.
This trip is so big. They realize that no one's gone over towards market and they're all at B main, but they don't have any vision block. We've got no cages. Smoked off the spike again. I'm not sure that's the right play. Once again.
They can't so far. Whalers goes down. Bora delivering well. Still no one able to really deny this until now. Takas the only one to try and turn the tide. The spam coming on through, but it's down to just Kushner. How has this happened? But time, they've got to consider that spike. And oh, Logan!
Oh, bro. Holy. Yeah, that's another 2v4, right? But they managed to all duel in front of their own smoke. They at least create the pressure that someone's on it.
Round to lose as well. You've won every post plant from B main.
Desk slam, yeah, he was mad. Mad at it. I mean, they could have just won with this one. There would be no money to buy for Gentlemen.
It looks so right.
It did, yeah. Credit to Gentlemates. They had a really good approach to the retake, though. They got that one-way smoke up. They got the smoke on the bomb.
Yep.
The spike, rather.
Can't believe you called it that.
Can't believe I called it that either.
I said Deagle once, and they never forget.
Never?
Okay.
They still bring
One chance to finish this one.
To Haven. He was actually on bind, but still, hold on.
Oh, they go aggro on the last round.
In the 24th round, in the 24th hour,
Insanely bold. Yeah, they haven't been doing this much though, so I kind of like it, but they get caught towards middle.
Elite gonna drag down the tank.
KO.
For trying to get in their faces at this point. Send them back.
I mean, yeah, they can just go to where the Cypher is and just pop KO.
4 of them still alive. Kushner taking all that space.
And then now they can actually get the good plant, and the good news is the Omen is still alive, so they can now just trust in what they know is strong, go B main, and have smokes this time.
You can already see it building, right?
Bad news is the KO ult means they can't smoke. They just got the smoke off before the KO hit, by the way. Just.
The pressure has to come in from main first. Before he goes, he needs to wait for a kill to happen.
Oh my god, wait, he's outdone Elite. Even with him considering it, Takas now gets to unleash.
Yeah, and this means there's one less person to spam. Dan Takas has absolutely owned it. What a lovely adjustment from them.
Breaking BBL into.
That was sick. Yeah, the push behind really changed everything. Lovely KO as well. Dude, another 2-0. We never got a third map.
I think the series was a great
EMEA.
showing from Gentlemates, showing how much depth they have in their playbook, defense and attack. Individuals understanding their composition, the agents understanding what abilities to use and when, and then also just having the adaptations and the presence of mind.
2-map
right
region.
There, knowing BBL is going to go for the post plan from B main, getting that flank set up. Okay, you guys start going now. Okay, my turn to shine. Getting that 4K. Beautiful play.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this back and forth, and again, I genuinely feel for BBL because it felt like they got such a good grip on the game. That late run that came in on that second half really starting to read it out perfectly. Almost wished saw it a bit earlier. Maybe we could have had map 3 there, but it's the way the game goes. But Gentlemates to turn it like that, and again, the aggression last round. What a bold call to go for, right? Just this like, okay, run them down. Like they even lose out on the tank, but then the adjustment from Takas to be in that lurk position, man, a lot of what we're seeing, it's hard to not enjoy Gentlemates when they play like this because it is very like high risk, high reward at times, but it is well considered.
Yeah, it was a fun game.
Yeah.
That's probably the closest we've had to getting a third map at
You
least.
definitely have to go for these types of plays.
Yeah.
You definitely have to play to your strengths. And if you have this much confidence to go for these plays, go for it.
Okay, chat, I can smell food and I want to go eat, so I'm going to end the stream early. Give me someone to raid.
And then you're always worried like, oh no, but
Who am I raiding?
I'm gonna go for it.
And I do believe eventually
Fnatic overtime? That's actually true, that was closer.
Give it up for Gentlemates, who just put a beautiful performance for us. Again, in my mind,
Tarek
I'm looking
Xander,
forward to
Tarek
seeing the
Xander.
appeal after this. Production already let me know
Let's
that,
go
it is gonna
Xander.
be
Tarek has
Existence and Kukuka, so we
Tarek
get
has
to
a
hear
lot of viewers.
Mastermind talk about their plans, what they're up to.
What is
Probably
Xander's
the
stream?
trials
Is
and
it literally just
tribulations of
Xander?
map 2
Nothing
there, 'cause
extra?
that got
Nothing
very
crazy?
close. I'd say map 1, it felt like it stayed on script to an extent, right? It played to their plans.
Xander
I think BBL
FPS?
were
Love that.
disruptive here, way closer.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. If you are around for Pacific, you're around for Americas, we will be streaming tomorrow, all of them, and pretty much every time there's a game live, apart from China on the weekends, should be streaming it. So thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it. If you stuck around from the raids as well, then yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Sabrosa and Curry as well, double raiders.
A pretty good showing. All we've seen them so far this year has been kind of.
Shout out to the mods as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you as always.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, it's good to see that they're able to kind of take out another team 2-0 because that's going to help their stock a lot.
All right, well, if you didn't hear it before, you're going to hear it again. Existence
Okay.
and Kukuka. We're going to have one of the
Take it
best
easy, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
brains to have ever touched FPS games.
Thank you so much, everyone.
talking
Take it easy.
with
Peace, peace, peace.
See what I did there? Kukuka and Existence. We're going to hand it over to you.
I honestly love you, Lauren. What else can I say about you? Congratulations, I'm here with Existence on your first win here in VCT. Are you more happy or relieved that finally this moment has come?